there's a dude standing next to me, and I can hear him like talking to his friends like, "This fucking Mike Patton, dude." And I was 20 maybe or something. Yeah. So this was 2002 or some shit. And no, I knew. I mean, I didn't into Fate no more. Super into Fate.
Oh, you were in?
I had a friend in high school that was like.
All right, we're live, gentlemen.
Album of the year.
Chaos.
Chaos. Angel Dust.
How quiet do I have to be?
Chaos.
You got to be louder, actually.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Commits.
Yeah.
Bring the chaos.
To the
I am
chaos.
a woman and I am for Trump.
Wait,
Wait, so
to yourself to chaos.
so wait, finish that story.
Oh yeah.
Anybody watching doesn't need context.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I hate them.
So, that was sort of the story. Oh no, there's actually a point to that I forgot about this. So
I don't know how to set up.
at the time, Mike Patton and Tom Holland opening for Tool, and I didn't know it was Patton until like 2000.
Right.
And yeah, he was fucking crazy. He was just all over the stage, just like
When was that?
2002. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, and so at that time in Oklahoma, the two highways run like this, right? The northwest, the north, south, and east, west. And it's a massive corridor, and like at the time, the Mexicans were bringing just shit tons of. It was brick weed we used to get.
Oh yeah.
That was sort of before like good weed had just come into
I was gonna say
Oklahoma.
we called that
Like,
swag.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly. Yeah.
swag
The
special.
Reggie.
Swag.
Yeah, the Reggie.
The Reggies, yeah.
The Snickle Fritz.
Nickel
So like there had been this huge bust like the couple weeks before, like 2 or 3 semis that got pulled over. There was no fucking weed anywhere. It was the only time that I've ever been to a concert dead fucking sober. And like you couldn't, there was no weed anywhere. Like it was
At the
just
Faith
at the Tool show. Yeah.
Tomahawk and Tool.
Yeah. So I was
What?
dead sober the whole show. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Like there was just no weed anywhere.
I like Tool and I like smoking weed.
Yeah.
Speaking of
It
smoking
was,
weed,
it was weird. And the time before I'd seen him, I didn't like 5 grams of mushrooms. So it was like very big contract.
Did you
That's
see
where-
him in like a stadium kind of?
No, it was a smaller, like probably maybe 5,000 people kind of a thing.
Oh, that's
like it was super
that's
cool. I didn't
kind of a
see him in
unique
Giant.
experience.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
see him in Giant until 10,000 Day stuff. Like even the
Still
Lateral
going.
stuff, when they came to
There we go.
Oklahoma, they were
Yeah.
smaller venues, and I mean it was.
I think the only shit Tool does anymore is like big ass
Yeah,
venues.
yeah.
Did you see, by the way, there's a video online where Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater tries to play Numa.
Yeah. I just saw it like a week ago.
It's one of those like he's never heard it. He clearly doesn't like listen to it all
Right.
the time, but he listed it as like one of his top albums in 2020 something.
Yeah.
2019, and like they're like, yo, what are we gonna get Mike Portnoy?
Yeah,
That dude is a fucking genius.
Right,
And
exactly.
he's like
Phenomenal fucking drummer.
a
dude.
G before
Yeah.
fucking Danny Carey.
yeah.
And so he like they get into the video and he's just like, fuck you. Couldn't you give me Foo Fighters or something? Like it took him like 3 hours to get it. And he had to like chart it and look at the charts and like, but he's awesome.
Yeah.
But that shit, when they were breaking down like the theory of Numa, Mike Portnoy is sitting there just going like,
Trying to count it.
I need to find the one.
Mhm.
And I started thinking like, I wonder if I can find the one. I was like, I cannot find the one.
Because dude, they're so
Even Mike
they're
Portnoy
so all over.
He was
struggling
confused.
to fucking get the count, dude.
Yeah.
And
God
like
damn.
the bass part in that song, like when I learned Tool's bass parts just because I always have. And
Yeah.
like that one, it's like
Yeah, and it's got a delay that makes it kind of hard to understand. And apparently it's like
it's
like I forget what it was. It's like 9/8, 3/8, 11/8.
yeah, that makes sense.
Like yeah, it's insane.
Well, okay, so do you know the music theory behind the song Lateralis? That's the Fibonacci
Yeah, the
sequence?
Fibonacci.
Yeah, like it's and again, Tool nerds. Like I
Douchebag.
understand why people. Yeah, I understand why people are like fucking Tool nerd. I'm like, I know, I get it.
It is kind of awesome.
It is. It's especially
like
because
super
it's
awesome.
weirdly simple when
Yeah.
you break down the individual parts. Like
Yeah, but put them together.
yeah,
It is.
they
Because like
occupy-
if you're a drummer, you can fucking hack your way through anything 4/4. You know, you can hear the setup. Oh, we're going into the chorus. We're
Hack
going
your
into
way
the
through,
C
yeah.
part. We're going back to the B part. But there's no way to predict. Especially that's a 12-minute song.
Yeah.
There's no way to predict what's coming.
yeah, with multiple moves.
And Mike Portnoy, I think at some point he's like, okay, I mean, Danny Carey's a genius. Don't get me wrong, but like, what do they release an album every 10 years? It took them 10 years to write this song. You want me to learn it in 3 hours?
Right.
Sure. Like,
God, dude, waiting for that album was ridiculous. 13 years it took for Fear Inoculum to come out.
How'd you like Fear Inoculum?
I love it.
yeah.
Is that the newer one?
Yeah,
That's
I love
the
it.
newest.
Love the fuck out of it.
And
But I like 12-minute songs. Like I like albums that I'm beginning to end.
I love-
I think my favorite is their first one.
What Opiate or Undertow?
Opiate.
That's one with
Really?
sober
That's
on
one
it.
I have that on
with,
vinyl. See that at my house?
Sober?
So,
no.
I have it on vinyl.
Sober on
No,
Undertow?
sober's on
10,000
Undertow.
Days?
Sober's
Or
on
Undertow, yeah.
Undertow.
Which one has Hush on it?
That's opiate.
Okay, yeah, Opiate's my favorite.
Opiate?
Really?
Yeah, they have. Is their first album?
It's
That's
an
the one
EP.
with like the
Oh.
weird production.
Yeah, it's
Like
an EP.
raw.
Yeah,
Really
super
raw.
raw. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a couple live tracks on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't like trippy yet either.
No, they weren't.
They were
Those
just like
songs are
they
just
were a
different,
rock band.
way more
Yeah.
concise.
Yeah.
Adam Jones plays solos. And shit.
I wonder. See, I don't know much about Tool. Like, I fucking love them, but I'm not like a super nerd fan. You know, like I am with certain bands.
Oh,
but,
hang out with me.
oh man, hey, I love Tool.
They're one of my.
I just never,
In the Nine Inch Nails, I'm like,
I fucking love Nine Inch Nails. They are the shit, dude.
Seeing
And I used to
them-
not like them that much.
Seeing them live,
fuck yeah.
we played Voodoo Festival in 2013,
I wanted to go to that so bad.
and they were one of the headliners.
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah.
easily top 3 live set I've ever seen from a band.
The lights and just
If-
the whole thing.
Their production is
Yeah,
nuts.
I mean, and so we got to see when it was
My teeth are.
Alon Rubin, I think is the guy's name who was playing drums.
That's where you should
Alon
go to,
Rubin.
Dr.
Really?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Really?
And he's he plays guitar and sings in his own project. Dude, he was playing drums, and you talk about a dude who's just like an absolute fucking maniac.
He is,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was like dynamics were so on point.
Man, I wish I'd seen them. All I've seen is
That's how
videos
Josh
online.
Freeze. That's how Josh Freeze was with it.
Josh Freeze
That
is
show
nuts.
live was sick.
Yeah.
I used to rehearse like not next door, but like in the same building as Josh Freeze, and you'd hear him every now and then.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and that
Fuck.
dude's kind of stupid.
You know,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah. Okay, so the first time I saw Perfect Circle play, he had fucking nuked his left leg like the night before. He had it in a locking brace. He played the whole set with one fucking foot, with his leg stuck out in
Damn,
between the
dude.
hard.
Hey, I mean, if
drum
Def
kit.
Leppard could do it,
Yeah, with one arm.
equally
right?
difficult.
Like that was another one of those where it was like halfway through the set, I went with my first band and it was fucking Perfect Circle like Mars Volta on D Louse.
Was that with John Theodore?
It was when their first album came out, so I don't
So
know if he
probably
was
John
with him.
Theodore.
Yeah, I
I
think he
assume
was
so,
there.
right?
Yeah, because they got a chick after.
Yeah, no, he was there.
Are you a
is that
Mars
the drummer?
fan?
Yeah,
Are you?
yeah. Dude.
That okay? So I have not cracked the code on them.
there's a couple
There's
songs
a
I like,
couple
but I
albums-
never was able to
Couple
get
songs.
the deep dive, like
Yeah.
really get into them. I like Omar's guitar playing a lot. Like,
Yeah.
he does a lot of
He's
cool,
he's
weird,
fantastic.
They're an acquired
noodly
taste
shit.
for sure.
You know,
You know what? I can't handle the singer. What's his name?
That Cedric, that blah, 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 fucking yeah.
Stop.
He's definitely an acquired taste, and I did not like at the drive-in at all. Like
I
their
didn't
first-
either,
their
dude.
first
I-
band.
Dude, I love One Arm Scissor.
I didn't
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I
I really
didn't
like
like
that
that
song.
song.
Yeah.
I really did.
I like a couple songs, man. Of all the shit I was into, it would check out that I would have been into at the drive-in.
Yeah.
And they were like big when I was into all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. And I just every time I listened, I was like, I want to throw this CD against the
It
wall.
never caught me. Yeah.
CD,
I did.
by the way.
Yeah.
We used to listen to music on CDs.
The old
Yeah.
compact. Yes.
It's a compact disc.
Yeah.
It goes in a player.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
spins around.
You have to actually pay money to get it.
You do. You,
Okay.
you had to pay for it.
Turns out musicians do like to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah, it wasn't free.
You know, yeah.
If
yeah.
the whole album sucked, that was
Yeah.
on you. If you bought it for one song and the whole album sucks.
That was the fun of buying
Exactly,
something. man.
exactly.
Like it might suck.
Yep.
And
Or
when
it
it's
might
good,
blow you away.
dude, when it's good, you're
Yeah.
just like, holy
That's
shit!
how
I just
discovered
struck
Tool.
gold.
The
yeah.
video for track number one was on
Yeah.
MTV. It wasn't Stinkfist. They couldn't call it Stinkfist. It was track number one, is what they called it when Enema came out.
Oh, that's
And I was like
hilarious, dude.
16. Yeah, seriously, it was my like sophomore year of high school. And so the video was on MTV. It was fucking mind blowing. I'd seen the video for Sober, but I didn't own any Tool albums. Enema had just come out. I loved Stinkfist. Thought it was fucking brilliant. My mom takes me to the mall, and it had a parental advisory sticker on it, of course. So like we go into it was like Sam Goody was still open at the time.
Yeah,
And
Sam
so-
Goody.
so
Goody.
I'm trying to think like how can I like get this past my mom? So I,
Sam
I
Goody is.
it's an old school record store. Dude.
Yeah,
It's like the only spot we had
Is it
in
like a
Somerset to
chain
go
or-
buy
It was a
CDs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
remember
we
we
go
go to
in.
like FYE.
Yeah,
Yeah,
FYE
yeah,
was
yeah.
it, where you're
Sam
in
Goody
Vegas, yeah.
predates FYE.
Yeah,
I think,
totally. So we go in
I'm
and I'm like, how can I get this past my mom? So I've got the copy of Enema and I'm like, I gotta find another CD that I can like put on top of it and she can see that I'm checking. Why don't Mom's money? And she's there. So I get the Wallflowers first album.
Sharp kid, sharp
Bringing
kid.
down the horse, and I'm like, all right, this is gonna be good. So I go up to the checkout counter, and the dude's checking me out, and he scans both the CDs, and he pulls the Tool one out to scan it,
Oh,
and she
no.
sees the parental advisory sticker, and she goes, wait a minute. And the guy behind the counter is like, Oh no, ma'am, it's totally fine. I think they say the S word like one time.
Well,
on the album.
but your mom's hot, so she was probably cool.
Yeah.
No, my mom is
Chaos.
Chaos.
Oh my god.
She's a registered nurse.
Oh
who
my God.
Graduated nursing school at age 20. Never smoked, never drank.
That is the hottest
Southern
shit I've
Baptist.
ever heard. I'm in love with this woman.
She's amazing. My mom is fucking amazing, dude. She is singular and amazing.
Just for the viewers, I've never even seen her.
We
I've
just heard about
you're
this
not
before
wrong.
we went
I've
live.
heard tell.
Yeah.
You're not
I've
wrong.
heard tell.
You're not wrong.
No, you know what got me was the fucking. You're blocking everybody from seeing my beautiful face.
I'm sorry. Someone commented.
Did they? Why?
Somebody's watching already. Oh god.
Why?
They're talking about buying CD, listening on repeat, read
Yeah.
the lyrics.
Yeah,
Different-
reading the lyrics,
Yeah,
dude.
dude,
Pulling
I
out
used
the
to do that,
lyric
yeah,
book.
man.
Or trying
Shout
to
out-
decode
shout out to
manuscripts
Rusty-
because they never put fucking
Rusty
Rusty
Fowler.
Yeah.
He listened to the Tool song like 3 times on repeat.
Yeah,
Like,
Rusty.
what the
Love
fuck is he
Chaos.
saying? Like, what the fuck is Maynard saying?
Dude,
Like,
fucking when I was like, I think like 13 or 14, the Schism video was
Yes.
playing on MTV. So you have an
Loved
MTV
it.
show.
Oh yeah.
This is when
Loved
MTV meant music television.
God, I loved MTV.
I was only ever around for the tail end of it, but it was fucking sweet. You could just be up at 2 a.m.
Yes.
like a dumb punk,
And then
drinking
videos.
sodas that your parents don't know about and watching music videos.
Yeah.
And the Schism video comes up, and this is before I even smoked weed. I like put down my fucking Dr. Pepper or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and was just like, "What the fuck am I watching?" Just this weird
Those
gray
contortionists.
humanoid
Yeah.
contortionist walking around a blank white room.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It like changed the way I understood music.
Yeah.
Like,
So they had them with them at that first Tool show that I saw. They
Oh.
had those two contortionists
Oh,
on
really?
stage with them. They hung
That's
from the
fucking
fucking
wild,
ceiling
dude.
at one point when they played the Triad. Those last 3 songs that are on Lateralis, they hoisted themselves up to the fucking ceiling, hung down by their feet, and did like this crazy Circus Soleil thing. When they played Schism, they did the walk where the hand walk
it's
with their
so
head
fucking
on
weird.
stage. Yeah, it was insane. Like,
Yeah.
and me and my buddy are just tripping balls. Like, oh, dude. And, yeah.
I remember when I was like really little, so we were probably talking like 5 or 6, and we'd be out of school. Or
We're all
whatever.
little cosmically, brother.
Brother.
brother in Christ, brother.
And so I'd go to work with my mom. She worked at the Board of Education. That was kind of funny. And so like, when there was no meetings going on in the boardroom, she's just like, "Hey, you can go in there and like watch the TV."
Is your mom hot too?
She's a runner. She's in shape.
She's a runner.
Yeah,
All right.
she's
All right.
so,
I like
so
runners.
Pretty healthy,
I like
you know,
runners.
like.
I actually have met your mom, so I feel bad saying that.
She's a longtime viewer of the show too. So
Oh, yeah.
Well, shout out to what's her name?
Pam.
Pam. Big,
Word.
big, or small Pam. Fit Pam.
Pam.
or as I like to call her,
Good looking
Pam.
Pam.
You made a fun person, Pam.
She did. I think she did pretty good.
Yeah.
She, so I would go in the boardroom and I would put on MTV and I'd have to like sneak watch it, right?
Yeah.
Like, if anyone
Oh,
came
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
But that was the first time that I ever saw March of the Pigs.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, I remember, I mean, legit like 5 or 6 years old watching that music video, and of course they all look like very androgynous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and you're just
And they're
like,
in the white room.
yeah, and just
Yeah,
like
right,
it's
right.
just them like the live
Performing,
performance,
yeah.
and they just go fucking nuts, dude. It's just and and I'm like, I'm 5 or 6 years old, just like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this? You're like,
Yeah.
who are these guys? Like, almost wear like the fishnet fucking.
Yeah.
But that was, dude. I kind of looking back, it's like, oh, I weirdly did get exposed to good music here and there, right?
Right.
Were your parents not?
There's
Dad was
some-
into badass music, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he was like, I didn't get to see him a lot when I was a
Thank
kid,
you.
right? And so my
Oh.
mom's like super Christian,
Right.
very religious. So
Mine-
like,
mine too. Yeah.
I like until dude, basically like
Awesome.
until high school, like, I couldn't have anything that wasn't like Christian music.
Yeah.
Basically, it was like until I started playing guitar, that's when it was just like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But anytime I would go with my dad, like I would be able to like buy cool CDs or whatever, right?
Right.
So like that was kind of my outlet of being like
Parental
right,
advisory allowed.
Yep, parental advisory.
Your
So the
dad's
first
badass.
the first CD I ever bought with my own money, it was in 5th grade, was Rage Against the Machines
Wow.
self-titled
Yeah, dude.
album.
God, that's a good
And
fucking album.
so it's the the cover is the monk setting himself on
Yeah,
fire,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember bringing it up to the cash register, and my dad, who's hilarious, he's just like, "Yep, First CD he's ever bought with his own money. You know, of course, dad's gonna tell the dad story.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and the dude,
Proud of my son.
yeah,
Proud of him.
like, done those chores. You know, earned,
Yeah, he really
earned that
keep.
allowance. You know,
Mhm.
and the guy behind the counter who, you know,
Didn't
like
give a
early
shit.
20s. Well, no, he's actually super cool, dude.
Yeah.
He was like, he looks at the CD, he looks at me, he's like, nice choice.
Right?
Right? And like, as when I'm like 11 years old, I'm just
Dude.
like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
listen to it in the truck, and then the second song comes on. Speaking of reading
Kill Your
lyrics,
Name.
it's the only song in the whole
Is that on their
booklet
site self-titled?
Yeah,
Yeah,
second track.
that doesn't have the lyrics printed either.
Right,
Every other song has the lyrics to
Yeah.
it, except Killing in the Name.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, one thing, it's very concise. There's not a lot to the lyrics.
Yeah.
No, I know.
But I don't know why. It's
Some
just
of us
not.
just
It's not in there.
burn something crosses.
Yeah.
And I guess it's because, like, yeah, they say
Some
fuck
of those
like
that burn
30
crosses,
times
yeah,
or
and it
whatever.
says
You know?
fuck you, I don't lose. Tell me
What is
again.
it? Some
Some
of
of
us.
those that burn crosses are the same that.
No,
Some
it's
of us who
that's-
hold office
are the
are the
same that
same
burn
that burn
crosses.
crosses.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking sick, dude.
Dude, that guy wrote the best.
But yeah,
Fucking protest lyrics.
little communist.
Very, but
Little
like,
communist.
Yeah, they
And
like
again, you
they're like
can't-
not cool.
They
now.
kinda
I'm a woman.
range
I'm
for
a
the
woman
machine
for
now.
Trump,
right.
and I don't like communists.
I don't like Che Guevara. I'm not gonna lie. Like
No, I
anyone-
fucking hate
yeah,
that guy.
well, he's one of those. It's like a lot of people. It's like you see
I steered
like
this in
wearing
bad direction.
shit,
Oh,
like
no,
wearing
this is
shirts
it,
with his
brother.
face on. It's like, dude, you
Cheers
like,
to
you
that.
know?
him and Aleister Crowley both. I'm like, do you know who you're fucking idolizing? Like these are bad fucking
Mr.
people.
Crowley.
Bad people, yo.
That's a great
That's a great song.
It is a great. Yeah, Che Guevara. I was really bored at work, like I usually am,
Yeah.
and I read like Che's whole fucking story, and I'm just like, dude, this guy's a fucking piece
Psychopath.
of shit.
An
Yeah, he's like a
absolute psycho.
genuine nut
Yeah,
job.
Yeah.
Like,
not a good dude.
no,
not a
really
good dude.
not good person.
Not a good
hey, he's a bad
revolutionary,
dude,
yo.
man.
Like,
Well, he was a
Not
good
bad
revolutionary
dude.
until
Well, yeah.
he went to South America and then went south.
I'm not saying actors and musicians shouldn't talk about politics, but I do think if they're gonna do it, they should be like educated on.
well
it.
Well, what
informed, or at least
about-
halfway.
Well, what
As
about
as a woman for Trump,
Yeah.
how?
I think I've worn that one out now.
No,
Legalize
not yet.
cocaine.
Not yet. No,
Not
it's got legalized cocaine.
You know what else
Legalize
is-
it.
You know what I want to see?
Chaos.
I want to see more videos of LeBron James talking
About
about books.
Actually-
that he's definitely
Yeah.
totally
That he's
not
holding
read,
not
upside
read,
down.
dude.
Yeah.
read it
Like,
upside
it's
down. He's
like,
holding the
it-
book
dude,
upside
it's-
down.
Yeah,
it's like,
you know
what
the
are
thing
you doing?
is.
I mean, you're amazing at basketball.
So, just
and,
play
you've
basketball.
Been, and you've been dubbed the #1 overall pick the next year since you were like 14 years old.
Yeah.
And I think you probably have a lot of very smart people around you in a business sense.
Right.
Brother, I don't think you're smart though.
Right.
Like,
You're no Terrence Howard.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
he's athletically, he's
You know?
What happened with
Doesn't it
LeBron James? I missed that. I keep hearing people talk about it, but
What do you mean? Like, what?
did something happen recently with him?
I mean, dude, he's still.
he's
On
like
the
in a bunch
basketball
of
court,
he's in a
he's
bunch of
crushing.
political. Didn't he have that one where like
He talked about.
there was a hoax in LA? They like spray painted some racist bullshit on his like
Really?
fence. I think it was LeBron
I
James.
didn't know that.
I don't know. Internet fucking.
He
I don't
says a
think
lot
it's
of just like
sports
tone
much.
deaf
I've been
shit.
seeing
Well,
his
I
recently.
pay attention to politics, and this came up in
Oh,
political.
okay. that
And the
tracks,
problem
that
is,
tracks.
see, LeBron James probably never fucking thought about politics, but everybody's asking him
Oh,
constantly.
okay.
So
Right.
eventually, he's just like, I don't fucking know. Racism's bad.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Vote
right.
for the Democrats.
Right.
And as a
Like-
woman for Trump, I find that offensive.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's never gonna get old. I'm sorry, it's not.
All right, I'll keep
Chaos.
using it. Chaos.
Fucking great.
Welcome to it. We're just getting started.
No
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
We're just.
What was the Battle for Los Angeles? That's
Yeah.
Rage,
That's the
right?
third
That was
album.
the first
Really,
one I
yeah.
picked up.
Testify.
Fucking great,
Yeah, that
yeah.
was the first album that I owned.
Dude, it's
Because
got
it's
this,
Tony-
it's got this
Tony
song
Hawk.
on it called fucking Calm Like a Bomb that is fucking
Come like a
awesome.
bomb.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Watching him, so when you listen to that song and you hear the guitar solo, like on the recorded version, it's like, oh, there's no way that's one track. Like he's because it sounds like there's like 2 or 3 different types of effect
Yeah.
sort of things happening during the guitar
Yeah.
solo. Watch a video of him playing that live,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, you do that.
Tom Morello is kind of a
Live.
genius.
He's
Like,
a-
it's like-
he's
it's just-
100% a genius.
it's
I don't
all
agree with his
about,
politics, but he's a genius.
I
rhythm.
don't give a fuck about his politics.
Yeah,
His
right.
guitar work is
Right.
awesome.
It's
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's fucking it's really cool seeing someone do that where it's like the way he does the octave pedal
Yeah.
with the delay, and it's
Yeah.
when it's like you'd have to listen to it. I don't really know how
he's
to
like a
describe it.
pedal
I know exactly what
It's
you
like
mean.
outer space noises
Yes.
while he's like interspersed with this melodic sort of tremolo picking he's doing, and it's just all about like when he decides to throw the pedal like an octave up,
Yeah.
he brings it down in time with the delay, and so it just all sort of flows.
So
through.
imagine
It's fucking
him
it's sick, dude.
playing with Bruce Springsteen. I've got a live video of them doing Ghost of
What?
Tom Joad.
Mm.
Yeah, I have a live video from
What?
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's like a 10-minute long version of Ghost of Tom Joad. And dude, he fucking plays the most amazing solo you've ever
Is
seen.
it like a soulful solo?
dude?
Or does he do his pedal shit?
He does both. Like
Really?
he starts out like in the Springsteen band. Him and Springsteen are trading licks, and then like he starts out and just
Tom
it's
Morello,
like
Tom
very
Morello,
traditional.
Bruce
No, he starts out
Springsteen.
very traditional. Him,
Right,
him and
right.
Springsteen, and
Yeah.
then he starts going off, and it's fucking unreal. Like
I always
he's
kind of
fucking doing his hand over and under.
Oh, yeah, the
fucking
little
pedal.
tap thing he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
I was
That's
kind of
a
wondering,
cool
but like guys like Tom Morello, I always like pictured them as kind of like a Les Claypool, where like Les Claypool fucking auditioned for Metallica back in the day, and they're like, dude, yeah,
What are you
you're
doing?
awesome,
Yeah.
but like you should
It's
do
not
your
gonna
own
fit.
thing.
Yeah, it's not gonna fit.
Les Claypool can't not do Les Claypool.
Right.
Right.
Tom Morello can
He's so much of an
do
artist.
basic shit. Like
Yeah, you really can.
I want to see that.
It's
video.
really cool. I've got it at my house.
Fuck this internet live stream. Let's watch it.
I would love for you guys to watch it. It's
I might
one-
be able
it's one of the
to-
best performances
I
you've
saw
ever
it
seen. It's
up.
fucking great.
Nah.
What's up?
Logistically, I might be
Fuck
able to
Bruce
figure that out.
Springsteen and Tom Morello, dude. No. We're
So-
interesting people.
How long is that? Like 10 minutes?
It's like 10
We'll do it
minutes.
afterwards.
So today I got a video. It was Prince playing Coachella, and
Prince played Coachella.
yeah, I forget what year it was.
When did he die?
20,
Did you guys know he was a Jehovah's Witness?
20,
Yeah,
15 or
His
16
late years.
maybe?
he's a Minnesota boy.
So maybe it was like
I
end
could
of
be way wrong about that.
like beginning of 2010s or something like that when he
Was it
played
that
Coachella.
recently?
He died relatively recently. Yeah.
It's 10 years ago.
So
That recently?
If it's after the year 2000, that's recently.
Yeah, it's super
Yeah.
recent. This is only 25.
He died after Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. I know that.
Right. Anyway,
I think
Go ahead.
yeah, I forget when he died.
I'm here
So
for
he,
chaos.
So
Played
he
Coachella,
covers.
yeah.
So they covered "Creep" in his band,
Really?
Oh, I saw this clip.
and he
Yeah.
ends and at the end of the song, dude, he just
Goes off.
rips
shit.
dude. And I'm
Yeah.
watching that, and it's like I know Prince is a great guitar player.
Oh, he
I've
is
seen like
one of
more,
the best.
so, but every time that like I see a live video of him, not only I don't know if you want to call it a reminder or what, but it's one of those where it's like, regardless of what I'm doing, I fucking stop and I'm
Yeah.
just
Mesmerized.
dude,
Yeah.
the soul, the technique,
Do you
and just
ever-
like, and he'll when he's like getting on a fucking roll, dude, and all of a sudden he just starts repeating the same lick, and it's like rhythmically,
But like you
it's
said,
locked
soul.
in so
Yeah.
good, but it's like also still so fucking
Do you ever-
vocal, dude.
Do you ever think about what it feels like when doves cry?
We're partying like it's 1999.
Oh, yeah, we are.
It was
My
a
se- my senior
genuine
year of high
fucking
school was
question.
that was my senior
Why
year
am
of
I
high
being
school.
roundly mocked? Why are people laughing?
It's your woman for Trump. There's
Rest-
like,
As a female for Trump.
Rusty said Prince died in 2016.
Thank you. That's
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Rusty.
Rusty.
awesome. I
Nice.
nailed it.
Good call.
Nice.
Thank you,
2016.
Rusty.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, 2016.
Dude, have you ever seen his version of While My Guitar Gently Weeps?
yes,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
dude. When he,
Oh,
it's
Fuck
stupid. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Bro,
stupid.
that's
how good he is.
honestly. So
And
my
Alien.
introduction to Prince was like all his like pop shit from like late '80s
Right.
on,
Little Red Corvette shit.
and then when he did the fucking Super Bowl halftime show years ago,
Right.
Yeah, dude.
he ripped shit on
People were
Purple
like-
Rain, and I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck? I never heard it,
The-
man."
It's one of my favorite
The
songs of
moment
all
when
time.
you,
I
the
have
first
that on
time
vinyl.
that you see a
Oh
video
my
of
God.
Prince playing guitar and you
Uh-huh.
realize
He's a
like,
virtuoso.
Yeah.
it's dude.
Yeah. Like a
It's
musical-
insane.
musical fucking genius. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I mean,
And even his pop shit. Now, when I go listen to it, I'm like,
You
this is
hear the
layered
genius.
and
Exactly.
interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
you're the
Yeah.
genius.
it's
yeah.
very like Michael, like what's the? Yeah, When Doves Cry. I guess
Yeah.
that song. That song, by the way, is like
Just
7
like my
minutes.
mother.
Yeah.
Fucking
What
God,
if
that's
I
good.
just like my
That's a
mother?
good song.
you know, he was also legitimately a very good basketball player, right? So that whole
That Charlie Murphy.
Really?
thing?
Charlie Murphy
Charlie
story
Murphy.
about them playing basketball. That's like,
Let's make some
there was a
pancakes,
video I
bitches.
saw the other day of Kevin Garnett talking about
Really?
playing basketball with fucking
That's
Prince,
so
dude.
awesome, dude.
And KG is not like, dude can hoop.
How
Like,
tall? How tall was he?
He was
Prince?
little.
Oh,
He was
he's
I thought he was a
tiny.
short guy.
Yeah,
He was
no,
little
he's
bitty.
very tiny.
I don't know how.
And
tall,
he'd
but
probably
he was little.
kick my ass in basketball.
Yeah, he was probably a good point guard.
No, dude. I mean, apparently, apparently when he was growing up in high school, like he was a phenomenal athlete.
Huh.
Around, even though he was so fucking tiny. He
You know, I
was
think I've
just-
read that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So it's like, oh, you were just good at
Insanely
anything
talented.
you wanted to
Yeah,
do.
you
How
were-
did he die?
OD.
Oh,
Did it
it's
really?
man.
Yeah, he
Fucking
OD'd in
bullshit,
his
dude.
fucking elevator.
Well, like a true Midwestern boy.
yeah.
Too many-
It was a drug cocktail kind of a thing, as far as I understand it.
Did he have like a Michael Jackson doctor?
Yeah,
I think
I think
so.
so.
I think
Actually,
that's what
Hell
it
yeah,
was.
dude. That's
I think
badass,
so.
man. That's
Like,
rock and
don't
roll.
quote me on that, but yeah, he did. It was-
Fuck
it
yeah.
was,
What do you guys think happened with Matthew Perry?
He was.
Did
He
that-
had-
I don't
he
know
relapsed.
enough
Hot
about
tub.
it, to
He
be honest
relapsed.
with you, man.
Like he had
Yeah,
been.
he
clean
got in
for
a
a
hot
while,
tub.
he
It was
just
too
relapsed.
hot. You see what happened was he overheated and stayed in too
What had
long.
happened
You
was,
see what had happened
you
was,
see what had happened was,
dude. Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay.
No drugs involved. He didn't have a history or anything.
That
so
wasn't- that
there's
wasn't
no
what
reason.
I was
That's
like,
what-
wait,
that's
what?
what-
That
this
was
is what
okay.
happened
So
was-
my
I read the wrong
my
story
fucking
then.
my wife, like
My wife.
my fucking wife,
my wife.
goddamn ball and chain. Just kidding, Jess. I love you.
Yeah, Jess is awesome.
Jess is the shit.
Yeah.
That-
She cracks me the
Respectfully.
fuck up. She
Shit,
cracks
my
me
wife's
the
the
fuck up.
shit.
Your wife is fucking
No,
hilarious.
that's
In dude talk, that's a compliment. But in chick talk, it's not.
Absolutely.
But
she's a dog.
she a dog.
Dog.
She a dog.
Do talk for a compliment.
But fucking
There's Winton.
there's Winton. Is that Mr. Huddle? So he fucking
the man who puts the cunt
she
in
brings
country.
up when he was dying, she like brings up the story when they finally released it. It was like a couple days later,
Yeah,
a day later or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he was in his hot tub in his mansion in Beverly Hills, and you know, it just got. This is why they tell you not to be in hot tubs for too long. And it's like, bro, this guy has a history. He literally has a foundation for people with addiction.
Right.
Right.
My
Right.
man took pills.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like and got in a hot tub.
Yeah. And fucking passed out in the hot tub and drowned.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah,
yeah.
or he literally like cooked his heart while it was on too much uppers and downers or
Right.
whatever the fuck
Right.
it
'Cause,
was.
dude, those cocktails will fucking kill you, man.
yeah,
Like,
those press releases crack me up.
the way that they
They-
work.
I know.
What's
Crack
up,
me
dude?
up.
Hey,
What's
guys,
the
what
most
is up, my
ideal
friend?
death? Is it not death by hot tub? Is it not death by hot tub?
Death by hot tub. I
How
demand.
else do you want
I
to
demand
die?
to
I
die
think
by
death by
hot
rock and
tub.
roll is the most ideal death. That is my personal.
What does that
opinion.
entail? Gigi Allen shit on
Death-
stage?
right.
and then
Actually,
you
Death
say
by
that
Rock
It's
and
you're-
Roll
very
could
nuanced.
be
It
death
could
by
be
hot
anything.
tub.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Death by rock and roll is very nuanced. You
They
know?
apparently
Hey, good show last night.
Shit.
apparently they say drowning
You
is
fucking
actually
perform great
very
every time.
peaceful.
Do they?
I don't know how
No
the fuck
way,
they
I
know
won't-
I
this.
track with the
I
Prestige.
don't know how the
Michael
fuck they
Caine of
know
the
this.
Prestige tells that story. In
I,
the-
excuse me,
he
I think it's
says-
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
He says, "Allah, it was agony." That's what he said. I don't know, man.
Some people just want to see
I
the
wouldn't
world
want to
burn.
drown.
The size of
You're-
a tangerine.
Like
Your
women-
upside down shades are very chaotic.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is a very
This the
chaotic
Chaos.
Yes.
Professor
Chaos.
Chaos. Yeah, what is it? The Chaos something?
Oxford
Chaos
Council.
Diject your
Has
seed.
commenced.
Council of
Say
Chaos.
what?
Diject
No,
your
you're
seed.
good, dude. I'm just trying to make sure everyone's on frame. Then
The
I'm not
host
doing
was nice,
it.
by the way.
The host
You got
shouldn't be
style.
here.
dude.
Hey,
You really
help me
do.
out here.
Like,
Let me
you
know
got
what everyone's
style
in
that I fucking can never pull
Do I
off.
need to turn it this way?
I don't know.
I'm a
How's that?
30-minute select. Yes.
I gotta be honest, brother. I'm
What?
wearing
Say it
upside
again.
down
30 minutes
sunglasses. I
left,
can't
yeah.
see.
That way. I'm not like that way.
This way?
I like
Other way.
over,
Other way.
I like-
other way. Other way. Other way.
I like balance too many things in one
Right
night.
there?
I'm gonna
Is that
try
good?
to do it all.
Didn't you play?
I guess
tonight
if you're sitting here,
already?
you probably got
No,
floor.
I'm gonna go see Ray play.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, right on. Okay.
Oh, he's
He's playing
playing with
with
Jasmine,
Jasmine,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I saw her at.
That's
I was
right.
at Martin's
She said
downtown.
she
She
played
was there,
last night.
and he was like, she was like, "Yeah, I'm playing with Ray." I'm like, who's Ray?
Martin BB.
You know, Whitney.
Boo Ray.
I was like, "Oh, yeah."
And he just kind of joined y'all, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's what you were saying.
he moved from Maryland.
You got a good band, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's so true.
You got a
Really
fucking.
good.
You got a
Really
good
good.
setup going.
It took
Fucking
3
drummer's
years.
stupid.
Yeah. Well, it takes time.
3 years
It
of
does.
playing as a fucking two-piece and
I'm
just
so
bouncing from
fucking
bassist to
glad
bassist.
you have that
Yeah,
shit,
me
dude.
too. 'Cause your songs are deserving.
Yeah, your songs are
They're
badass,
fucking
man.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel
And
like
this isn't fucking fellatio. This guy's good.
Yeah. Well, like sort of what you were talking about earlier, like you can write songs, you can get together and try to write pop punk songs or whatever, but like that shit is wildly chaotic, but at the same time really clearly like thought out and structured.
Well,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
definitely. Also, you have an ear for hooks, which
Yeah, dude.
helps any of the psychedelic shit be kind of grounded. You know, like it's. I
I
mean,
mean, and you bring Richard Patrick every time.
I'm just.
Richard Patrick. Yeah.
I'm just so happy to be a fan. I am, dude. It's cool when you can befriend someone with someone you're actually a fucking fan of.
Yeah.
Legit, like
So,
I say this to nobody.
that's why I like you guys.
You know,
I mean, one
like
of the
yeah,
many
like
reasons. One of the many reasons.
legit. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't know if I choose you.
Yeah,
I'll cheers you again.
there's a lot of talent in this room.
There is a lot of talent in this room.
Including you, buddy. I
Thanks,
fucking
man.
love you, Alex.
Preach, bro.
Yeah.
Well-
We fucking love you, Alex. Yes.
I love you guys.
I mean, I gotta have it
Thanks
back
for being
after
here.
the podcast, but we're
Damn it.
advertising.
Oh
Unless
shit!
you give me $5 for it. But
Oh yeah,
we're
this is,
advertising for
this is
Carnival
the
Vulture.
Carnival Jacuzzi. You can't have one unless you give us $5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the rules.
Yeah. It says loud as fuck.
Loud as
Oh,
fuck.
it says fuck.
It says fuck.
It does.
Yeah,
it
that's
does.
cool.
That's some
That's-
chaos council.
That's
That
the
is-
most chaos
that
council
is.
thing I've ever heard of.
I definitely had to issue a blanket disclaimer with like my family and friends when I'm like, okay, so I'm friends with these guys that are in these bands. They're really good.
Oh, you have to disclaim us?
Well, because of
Oh.
this kind of stuff, I'm like, listen, I'm telling my brother, I'm like, look, don't let your daughters watch this stuff.
No.
Because I mean, there's gonna be
No, this is not
mature
fit for
content. is what I
children.
said.
Yeah,
yeah,
this is
mature
not-
content.
This isn't
yeah.
for kids.
Now I had a.
But if
an
they buy my
interesting-
records, I'm fine.
Then it is
I
for
had,
kids.
I had an interesting debate today. I was talking about my album Sexual Death and how I got fired from my job because the album art has a picture of me naked in a
Wait,
graveyard with
Are
my
you
friends.
is that?
You got
I heard
fired?
you got
That's
fired.
why?
Yes.
But I didn't
that's
know
you
why.
got fired?
And my job said they fired me because I sold that to my coworkers. They considered it sexual harassment.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
And-
look, as a woman for Trump,
Chaos!
I just want you to know that some of us out here have your back.
Yeah, that's
So
fucked.
today was my first
That's all.
opposition of somebody saying, "No, that's sexual harassment." I was like, "Really?"
What? Wait, somebody actually
How?
unironically said that?
Yeah.
Hey,
And it was like the first like actual debate. I
How
had
is that
about it.
sexual harassment?
That's what I said. I mean, it's art.
Wait, okay, so
Nudity. can
There's
be
a
art.
picture of you.
That's.
There's a picture of you.
I'm not getting sucked off or anything.
Am I the only one who gives a shit about the rules around here?
Over the line! Market
No, dude,
zero!
that's fucking-
Market
that's
zero.
crazy,
Market
dude.
zero, dude.
This is a leak.
That's fucked off, man. That is.
Wait, so it's
I
a
can
it's a
see how
picture
HR
of
would think
you.
it's sexual harassment, like from
But
an
they
HR
accepted
perspective.
it.
But dude,
They
no, you're not.
accepted
You're in
it.
a fucking
So-
band. Like, what the fuck?
Also, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's
what-
called sexual death. I'm
That's
naked
so
in a
dumb.
graveyard. Like,
It's
do I have
also
to justify it?
They
Like,
accepted
no.
it,
It's
so
kind of
that's
on the
harassment.
nose, actually.
which, by the way, we didn't intentionally do that.
No,
photo
no.
shoot. It just kind of happened.
Sure.
Well, that's great. I've seen the photo, by the way. You're very sexy.
I have no, it's not.
Well,
I-
are you hanging out?
I
with
have
women?
a
Do you have it
penis.
tucked back?
I don't know
It's-
what
yeah,
happened
it's
in that
it's
picture.
hanging
It's
out.
out there.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened
I've
in that
seen your
picture.
dick.
That's fucking bullshit. It's wildly ballsy.
Is it dick or is it balls?
It's balls.
It's balls.
Yeah.
Ballsy.
It's balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Dude,
heard it here
honestly-
first. Winton does in fact have a dick.
I
do-
thought
yeah.
about censoring that picture, not because I don't want people to see my dick, but because I don't want people to think I don't have one. I don't know what happened in that picture. It's just gone.
It's a lot
Was
of
it cold?
junk.
Was it a little chilly that day?
No,
Yeah.
it was the middle of summer.
It was the opposite of cold.
Yeah. That was relaxed position.
I don't know what happened. I don't.
They just took the cold air and made it cold.
Well, that's a
Make it
gentleman
cold, make it
6
cold.
inches. Yeah.
So I don't know.
That was
Just
something
for
pretty
the
funny.
record, I have one.
Yep.
It does.
Yeah.
exist.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Did somebody
I'll bring it to
file
you.
a
Thank
complaint,
you. Can we do? I'm not doing that on camera.
or did
Okay.
like one of your bosses?
go ahead.
say something?
Okay.
Yeah,
I got
one
long
of my
legs, man.
bosses.
I'm used to stepping over shit.
She was a regular
There you go.
employee
Yeah,
and
easy.
then
Like,
got
became
promoted
boss.
to
I can roll one
management.
too if you need.
So then 8 months later, she brought that up.
Yeah, I think the picture's becoming clear to me now. Yeah.
It was an excuse.
Well, on behalf of me and anyone who's a fan of you, fuck that cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, cunt's coming back in a big way, kids.
It really is. I'm trying to be more European.
I've always thought it was great, man. It's a great word.
It is.
It's Americans are way too sensitive.
But when you say it in America, it's very harsh.
You guys remember the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode
Yes.
where they're playing poker and the dude folds with like the best hand that you can get or something, or one of the best hands, and the guy folds, and Larry calls him a cunt.
Yeah.
And it's like a
The
poker
room
game
goes
with
quiet.
like
Yeah.
couples, and yeah, everyone just goes quiet. Oh my god, Larry! Like,
Question.
Yeah.
So if I pulled out my phone right now and I pulled up the live stream and I held up the live stream.
Oh,
to
do it.
the
Do it. Do it.
camera,
Do it. Ultimate feedback loop.
What would happen?
Let's find out.
It's the chaos.
Chaos.
Let's,
Do it.
let's,
Let's do
let's
it.
discuss.
Yeah. Let's discuss. Discuss.
Should I
I
like?
didn't put pants on until 3:00 in the afternoon today, so that's pretty good start to chaos. Council.
What the hell does that have to do with chaos? Well, get your life
That's,
together.
that's chaotic as fuck.
I planned for this.
Brought to you by Omen Bringer on a Friday night.
Oh, I bet-
My
I bet that was a
Saturday
great show.
hangover was.
It was cool. I'll tell you what. Well, fuck. Whatever. The sound
The
was,
volume, dude. The volume was.
I
so
wasn't-
low.
I wasn't
The
wearing
volume was
earplugs.
low, really.
and my
We could
ears are
hear
not
it.
ringing.
We
And
could
they're a
hear
metal
each other.
band.
Would you prefer that it was
Yes.
louder?
Well, it needed to hit, like, we were in the back of the room,
I think
and the
this-
place was fucking ass to fucking nuts
It was
packed.
That's
sold, it was
awesome.
sold
Dude,
out.
good
dude.
for them.
There was a
Good for them.
line outside
No,
the fucking
seriously.
door.
Yeah,
And they
I-
pulled it
I
off,
got
dude.
there and couldn't get in.
25 minutes,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
pulled out all the stops too. They did a fucking raffle. They had, like, you know, it was an event, and everybody knew it was an event. And everybody was fucking stoked. And dude, their fan base is pretty fucking loyal.
Yeah.
They're
that,
very loyal.
that was
man.
fucking
They
sweet
show
to
up.
see. But yeah, man, then they start playing, and I'm like, well, I can hear everything, but it's not very loud. You know,
For
that
that
was
type of music, dude. It has like the
Especially
sound
with that
guy.
many people, maybe that was the problem.
you
was
got
the place was
bodies.
so
You got bodies
packed
in the room.
that the
Turn
sound
it up.
guy didn't factor in
Turn it up.
what it
We'll
should sound like
absorb
with
your
the packed
sound.
room.
Wait, are you gonna hold the phone up?
Oh yeah.
Chaos.
I couldn't get it to load.
Oh damn.
I
It's
got
funny.
Wi-Fi.
I
You can
saw
log in.
what's her name again?
Let
the
me just
singer?
Molly.
drop my
Molly.
Molly.
Yeah.
I saw
my
her
Wi-Fi
at her
password on stream.
Vinyl Lounge show in the crowd. So I just went out with the Tom.
Yeah,
and gave it to her.
she said yeah, right. She said hi there. She's
Yeah, I'm
man,
glad.
she's a fucking, by the way, she's a badass at crowd control.
She is.
Like,
Dude,
or
she-
crowd work or whatever
She
you
has
wanna call
them
Better
wrapped
than me,
around
for
her
sure.
finger, man.
it. I
Yeah.
wasn't
Molly's
complaining.
very good at
I don't
Molly's
really crowd
awesome.
control for shit.
She's
don't really
also,
need
I mean, Molly's super
I just
cool.
do
dude.
my thing.
She is like,
No, but she's the draw,
Yeah.
you know, her ass. in
She's the
particular is
supreme.
the draw. Yeah. And
the
boobs.
supreme.
She comes from a burlesque background.
That
that makes
That's what
sense.
she used to do.
checks out, yeah.
Dude, I'm not sure what the sound guy, like, what the fuck was going on, dude, because it's when you're at a fucking metal show and you can hear the person talking to you while the song's being played. It's like,
Bro, I can hear
this
you
is
clear
not
as
loud.
day.
Yeah, 100, yeah.
And that's not on Omenbringer.
No,
That's
no.
on that sound.
I think, yeah, it's.
It was really funny. I was
Because I've
looking
seen them before. They played. They were
I've
fucking
seen them
loud.
at
And they
these.
played at the basement, dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
at it, and it was great
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, yeah. It was,
And
just,
they
it was
played-
just too quiet.
they
They played
played
great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's the thing, dude. It was just
You
like,
can have your wife.
my man, give me some more fucking volume in here.
Brother.
That was
Brother. I crave the
Also,
volume.
dude, I was like, I think by the end of their set, I think I crushed a 6-pack and it was 2 shots by the end of their set.
Yeah.
So I rolled to the underdog. I rolled into the underdog
then-
last
so
night,
you went-
man.
so
Like,
then you just went dry.
ah, yeah,
Dude, it was,
one of those nights.
Thank you.
It
You
was
ca-
so
yeah, you
funny.
came in and you're like, hey, you want a shot?
Let's fucking
Just
do
a poke
it,
shit in
dude.
the woods.
Yeah.
It was funny. We played one of our longest songs last night, and Jess took a video of the beginning of the song, and then in between videos, there's a video clip of Omenbringer, and then the video after that was the later part of our first song. And I'm like, dude, that song's so long that she just went to a whole other.
She was
fucking
just
song.
like, all right.
Came back, and we're still playing that song.
My
Like,
thumb is
You
getting
guys
tired.
did a 70-minute version of this, dude.
let's check back.
Dope smoker? Let's talk fucking
Oh,
dope
yeah.
throne, bro.
Yeah.
Are you an Electric Wizard fan?
This is
Fuck
us.
yeah.
Where's the camera?
It's over here. Tell me what happens.
All right. Who's got a phone to watch what is happening
right there.
right now?
Yeah.
Should I hit play on their video?
Yeah, definitely. It'll fuck it up.
Now
Fuck
this
this
is
shit.
chaos.
I
Chaos.
apologize in
Is
advance.
this in frame?
I mean, this is the Chaos Council.
Listen to
What
that
did you think
feedback.
you're getting?
There's a delay, so we're not quite there yet.
No, on my phone.
Oh, this is at the beginning.
Maybe if you hit the refresh button, or that fuck it up.
That might fuck it up.
What's up, y'all?
There we go.
What's cracking?
Does it do anything cool?
No, it's just
Your
us.
arms are very white.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a sensitive subject for me as a female voter for sure.
But wait, was us, wait. We're getting to that us in real time moment. It's slowly starting to line up. You see the phone inside the phone, inside the phone,
There's a hell of a
inside the phone.
Yeah,
It's slowly.
yeah, it's like a minute
All right.
too delay.
Yep.
Give some of that Willie Boy shake.
Inside the phone.
That was a bummer.
All right.
That didn't work the way you planned
Fuck
it.
you, Chaos.
No, fuck yeah.
It
fuck
might actually
chaos.
be canceling the noise. I can't tell.
Let's do boring cast.
Let's do order cast.
Yeah. So how about that weather?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mowed the yard today.
So
Wow,
I put
that's
20
cool.
bucks into
Yeah.
NKN on crypto, and let
Yeah?
me tell you guys,
Uh,
it's blowing up
Oh,
right now.
no
If
way.
you aren't putting in, let me tell you, pal, you're making a
Big
mistake.
yeah.
This is financial advice. Go put all your money.
Yeah, put your money into this. I am a
downloaded this new
financial
crypto
advisor.
app.
I'm gonna invest all my money in ham. That's what I'm doing.
Dude, that is.
I hear the stonk of ham is going
It's
way
a
up.
ham
Or is it
stonks.
stoink? Is it pronounced stoink or
I think it's stonks.
stonks.
If you're
Ham
trying to
stonks,
kind of
dude.
have your pinky up.
Ah, okay, that's right. Okay.
Stonks, ham
Big
stonks.
starts.
Big stonks.
Big ham bringing us down, brother.
Big ham.
Man.
I will say. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Whenever people talk about crypto, I always space out. But the one time I decided to listen, and I put $600
You lose a bunch of
into
money.
Oh,
What'd you put
dude.
it into?
Dogecoin.
Bitcoin. Oh, I
I
lost
think it
a
was
lot of money
Bitcoin.
there.
$600
Was
bucks.
Tom
If I
Brady?
withdrew right
Tom
now,
Brady
it'd be
one?
like 230, and I'm just like,
You remember when Tom Brady did that rental car commercial?
No.
Chase gets it. Chance gets it. Why do I always say Chase? Chance gets it.
I saw
yeah,
you gambling too.
yeah. I rented a car because Tom Brady was in the commercial.
Ah, just
Oh, yeah.
because of that?
I'm great at poker.
Exclusive.
Listen,
Did you see the roast of Tom Brady?
Oh, I did, dude. That's great.
The
That's
Tony
pretty fucking
Hinchcliffe.
hilarious.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta play poker.
we do.
Yeah.
You're pretty good. I won't deal this time, so you can win.
We could.
You showed up and I was like, I got this.
No, we should at the very least we got it planned for the music video, and that's like incentive right there.
Yeah.
you know?
Wait. Oh, you doing poker for the music video?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. You know the dick
Can I play?
hand. Yeah, absolutely. The dick hand is gonna have some cheat cards.
Jesus
on
Christ!
plan.
Yeah, Josh described. Do you want to give people a sneak peek of the concept for this fucking video?
So,
So it starts with you get fired from your job for a photo shoot, and you're gonna double down.
True poker player.
There's some lewd and lascivious shit in this video. Dude, I'm telling you.
sometimes I wonder if it's too much or not.
No, hell no.
But I don't know.
Nobody else is doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a weird day and age. Like, you know, do you want to be known as the dick hand guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
At least you'll be known.
100%.
I think that's pretty sick, yeah.
I had.
Sure, dude, just dick hand guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Oh, so dude, you guys are here too?
It's our friend Dick Hand.
Hey, oh, yeah, my name's Dick
Yeah.
Hand, dude.
Oh, like I love dicks and hands.
Dick,
So,
dick
like,
hands. dude.
What you doing over there? You can't
He's-
say. You
He's
can't
not
say.
rolling weed.
I
Is
was
what
yelled
he's.
Hey,
Oh,
dude,
thank you.
he's like,
Yeah.
dude, we're like not doing any illegal drugs tonight.
No, like, dude, I've never done an illegal
Dude, I've
drug.
never
I
even-
tried it once, but then I got addicted, so I had to quit.
Bro, I like never even seen a weed, dude.
Hey, what a weed?
Yeah,
What the
dude.
fuck? That's the shit that grows in your garden.
I
You
like
gotta,
tried a
pick
beer
up.
one time. I'm like, dude, I accidentally got addicted, so I like had to stop.
Yeah, dude, I got addicted to
Yeah,
beers
dude.
too. Yeah, but then I learned how to drink them
was like
responsibly with a
kinda like-
Karma Vulture koozie.
Chaos, let's go.
Yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
give a shit about anything.
Fuck you.
Fuck all of the people.
Yeah.
So anyway, you're naked in this
Yeah.
video.
Dick hands.
Thank you.
Fucking people with your dick hand.
I'm a mad scientist.
All right.
When can
And-
Dick Hand existing?
I'm a mad
That's the full name,
scientist.
right? That's the full.
God, after this, who knows? It's like one of those like terrible blues, like old blues
Oh yeah,
musicians.
dude.
Witten-
Witten
Dick
Hand. Honestly,
my
Dick Hand would be an awesome blues.
Dick
That
hand.
is a good blues.
Dick
title.
hand.
Dick Hand.
Dick hand Johnson.
Oh, God, that's great, dude.
Nice.
That's great.
So yeah, the premise of the music video. I'm a mad scientist. I make some vials. I get this crazy gelatin thing. And I get the wise idea because I'm a crazy scientist. I'm like, what if I fuck this thing? So I
I'm not
fuck
a
it,
scientist, and I
and
think
then-
that.
and then I look down and my dick turns into an arm and a hand, and it's got a mind of its own.
Very David Cronenberg.
And
yeah,
yes,
Very Cronenberg.
Very
Cronenberg,
Cronenberg.
yes.
and
yeah.
it gets me into like various trouble. Like there's one scene. we go-
Mischief.
yes.
Chaos.
There's one scene where I go to the gas station. I say we like for two separate. We go to the gas station and there's a cop in the gas station.
You and your
like-
dick hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, we. You know.
cop in the gas station getting donuts. I walk by. Dick hand comes out and grabs like a sticky bun. And the cop like sees it and sees I'm shoplifting and like chases me out and arrests me. And then the dick hand comes out with a bobbing pin and
Nice.
cuffs me.
So Dick Hand's pretty clutch, man.
Dick hand
And
comes
she's
in
like,
handy.
that's
So it's like
Yeah,
kind of like
dickhead
a
for the
coming
win.
of age,
Yeah.
learning to live with it kind of thing.
Your dick hand?
Because at first I'm just like disgusted by it. Everybody's disgusted by
Pretty cool
it.
party trick.
Yeah.
At the end, everybody's still disgusted by it, but I'm like okay with it. Like it's just part of me now.
What song is this for?
And that I am.
Nice.
You mean it's not called Dick Hand?
Dick hand.
I think you
No,
gotta change that
change it.
title.
Dick hand
man.
syndrome.
Retroactively change the title.
Dr. Dick hand. Dude, you know what you should
Dick
do?
Johnson is
Wait,
awesome.
are you showing your cock in this video?
What, like actually?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay, okay. I don't know. You
know
got
what you-
fired
you know
from
what you
your
should
town
do?
for doing it. I didn't know where the line was drawn.
YouTube might have some censor laws against that.
Yeah, no, I was. You should
Honestly,
just wear
YouTube,
like
they're kind
a
of bitches
grotesque
about what you
prosthetic.
can put up there and what you can't advertise for. They
YouTube
suck, dude.
sucks.
They suck. They're
Yeah.
fucking
YouTube
terrible.
does suck.
Fuck
Yo,
you, YouTube.
Yeah,
Our vampire
we're
music
literally-
video.
Do you live stream on Rumble?
I'm on Rumble. I don't live stream on
Yeah.
Rumble.
Well, as a female voter for Trump, that's where I get my news.
Hey,
This was the only shirt I had in my car.
this is the segment of the show where you update it. What's going on in the news right now?
Oh yeah, so well,
Yeah.
everything's good. Everything's
Everything's really good.
everything's going
just
great.
fine.
People are getting wealthy, and
Oh my God.
gas is cheap.
It can't happen.
I'm telling you, darling. Bum, bum, bum,
I haven't
bum,
kept up with
bum.
the news.
Are you a
It
Zappa
can't
fan?
happen
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm hardcore, but I'm a
Not
huge
yet.
Checked it out. a couple of
appreciator
times.
of what he's done for his community and what he's brought into
Yeah.
the music world. I also enjoy the fact that he like
DIY would
I'm
not.
like one of the few people I know that like I can only play like sober, like I can't drink or smoke because then I'll just play less good.
Nerd.
And he's kind of like that with his musicians.
Thank you, Chance.
He was sober.
Dude, I've tried it, man. I've tried to be sober and
Yeah, me too.
I've tried.
It's
hard.
fucking impossible.
There's just one show I smoked a blunt before I went on stage and I was drinking all night. And I get on stage, I got cotton mouth, I'm standing in a puddle and the mic is shocking me. Like, this is not fun.
Well, that just
I'm not having fun right
sucks.
now.
Yeah.
You know,
So
but
that's
I would if I was
Have you
sober.
always played sober?
After that, yes.
I mean, did you like come up playing sober? Because I came up playing fucked up. You know,
You mean
so
like-
now,
Like starting off.
Nothing's
yeah,
changed.
yeah, like so now sober is weird.
Yeah.
So,
I've
but, like,
never
did you
seen
like?
you play a show sober.
I got used to
I have never
You
played
guys
a
are
show
like night
sober.
and day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
For me, it's like, I don't know. I'm up there to have the time of my life.
Me
And
too.
I don't need to be like distracted by other
Oh, I do.
ailments
I
to
need.
like,
I need it.
you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with either way. Everyone's got their
There's
thing.
something dramatically wrong with my way.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
No,
There
it's
is-
not
Like,
good.
I'm telling you, it's a
There is-
problem.
It's a fucking problem.
there is something to like, you know, some people get anxiety and it helps them kind of be a little more laid back. on
See,
stage
mine's
and
mine's
be
not
careless.
about anxiety. I think what I like is
Yo, shout out Cody Parson on the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Cody Parson,
Cody
my
Parson.
boy.
You said shit.
He said, "Oh, Winton."
Oh,
He probably heard all the dick stuff. He's like,
you got
of course.
fucking adorers
course.
everywhere, bro. But what I'm saying is like what I kind of like is for lack of a better term, the chaos. Like I kind of like the idea of man, shit could go sideways. And then that'll force me. I think I got this from I think I heard Jack White say this in an interview. So I've
It's a
nuts.
battle. The performance.
well, yeah, and it's like,
He was
but it
saying.
forces me into weird situations, you know, where I'm all of a sudden dealing with something. Like now, because I know I can't sing because I'm hammered, I have to like compensate in a different way.
But you have a great voice.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, come on, you too. And I mean that, man. I was listening to your shit with Jess when we were coming on the way to we went to Omenbringer first, but on the way to the Underdog. I'll put your shit on. She's got great speakers. Sounds great, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Tom song. One of the first I can't remember if I told you. I told someone in your circle. Like, yo, that song is stuck in my head. The first time I heard it live, I was just like, all I've ever known.
Yeah, yeah.
All I've ever
I
known.
also love that the title is
Tom
Tom
song.
It's a great title.
Sad ass.
I don't know why. It just
Because
It's
it,
so
works
literal.
fucking.
it's got
cool.
Tom-toms in it.
Yeah,
It
there's
does.
two
Yes.
times.
It
Yeah,
does.
it
Two
turns
times.
out it's
Yeah.
got two.
There's
It's
No,
a
but
song,
it's
it's a top.
Yeah.
straight to the point. Hey,
But man, like I kind of like I've reeled it back in recent years because I've seen videos of myself and they're some of them just suck. And I'm just like, well, you know, maybe I'm going too far. But I like a little looseness, you know.
What sucks with that?
I suck.
In what way?
Well, I'm hammered. So it's kind of fun.
So you're hammered like you sound pitchy or you're missing.
No,
notes?
pitchy would be a compliment. Just not. There's not even. I'm not like. There's no repeatable pattern by which I'm fucking up. It's just all over the place.
Your voice is just jazz.
It's super jazz, dude. Like I don't know anyone who's into that genre of jazz. Like, and like the guitar playing is just like, bro,
It's very John Coltrane of you.
very. Yeah, it's pretty experimental.
Yeah.
Or
maybe
avant-garde.
maybe more
yeah,
Burnett.
very avant-garde, a little acid jazz,
Or
improv.
Nat Coleman, probably.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
Nat Coleman.
Like Herbie Hancock, but on a bad day,
Yeah.
like the worst day. But now, like I like a little stuff going on just because it. I don't know. To me, I'm not like a super emotional guy. In a way, certain substances in the right cocktail, and this is the problem with it, because the right cocktail is achieved 10% of the time. It helps me like emotionally kind of connect, and otherwise I'm like just a blunted human being.
Yeah.
Like, but it kind of helps, like, all of a sudden it's synergistic. It's not about me performing on the stage. It's about the performance plus the crowd kind of coming together and having a moment,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you can get that sober. That must be cool. Yeah, I can't really do that,
Yeah.
or I have trouble.
I don't know, it's funny. Like I don't ever want to tell people what to do. Like we're all here to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
No, I feel the lecture coming.
even like when I play like acoustic, like there's times where I play an acoustic song and people will be talking and someone will go, shh. I'm like, no, dude,
No,
like
yeah.
talk.
No, when I play
Have
solo,
fun.
I don't do that shit either.
We're here to have a good time. Like
Yeah.
I want you to enjoy yourself.
This is why I fucking
and I'm up here
respect
to
the
push
shit out of
myself.
your performances.
Yeah.
Live
Because
cast
you're one of the only guys I've seen recently
Little
who
bit.
doesn't do
Little bit.
that shit.
Oh, okay.
I never do that shit either, because you know what? If you're having fun and you're hanging out,
That's why we're here.
cool. Yeah,
It's a successful night.
it's part of a moment. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm not yet all eyes on me, please.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
You know, well,
It's-
who am I to demand that?
Exactly.
If and you know what, a lot of those people will come up at shows like months later, and they'll be like, "Man, I wasn't really paying attention, but I remember liking it, and like now that I focused, it was really cool." It's like, dude, I won you with that. I wouldn't have won you if I called you out from the fucking mic as the douchebag on stage, being like, "Hey, you shut up. It's my mic.
Right.
Thank you. It's actually my time. So if you could just respect that." Like,
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it. I don't know. It sounds like you feel similar.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
I like the Karen voice you just did. That was
If you could just respect that I'm
There's a woman
That's a
female-
female trumper right there.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, chaos.
And
Chaos
I-
ensues.
I tried.
Let's go.
Is
I
that your
tried.
trigger to say chaos
Yeah.
every time I say female trumper?
Come on.
Chaos!
this way.
No, he
That was-
knocked the
that was
camera
my
over.
bad.
Oh hell yeah, chaos! No, but I dig it, man. I don't know. You seem like you're on your way up. I fucking hope that's true.
Right. You really do.
Yeah.
You got a lot.
The
going
music's
on for
fucking
you.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really is, man. I love it. Like, I love that you have. I just heard. I don't know if I've ever heard you play it live.
I think that's probably pretty good, Alex.
I don't think. I didn't even know you were
Think
coming
that'll
over.
catch your way?
And
Maybe a
I
little
also
bit.
don't mean to just
You got, yeah, absolutely.
fucking be like, hey,
That
who
mouth-
can
Who over
I
here is
ask you
hungover
20
right now?
questions about? I'm very hungover.
That
I was
mouth-
hungover until I started
Yeah.
drinking.
I'm
again.
back
Right,
to
well, now,
drunk.
now.
Yeah.
Little hair of the dog got you back on track.
Yeah.
Dude, my liver was hurting all day. I feel fine now. I feel fucking great.
If you never stop being drunk, you never get hungover.
Hey,
Yeah.
turns out 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brewskis
Hair of the dog that bit
make
you
you feel
go.
pretty goddamn good.
Whatever you pussies drink, I fucking had a 30-pack before.
Shit.
Dude, but
Brother, I've
there's
been
this song
drinking
you
since I
have
was
that's
born.
like, it's like an acoustic.
Oh, Scoundrel in Disguise.
Yeah,
It's a
man,
great
that one
song,
came
by the
on
way.
when I was rolling to the fucking show, and I was like, man, I don't think I've ever heard. You have played that live,
It's
probably,
great.
A few times.
but
yeah.
the recording is so like raw and stripped down.
Ashtray.
I was just like, oh fuck yeah, like, yeah, that's cool. So you can do that shit, and then you do a 10-minute Tom Tom song, that has a breakdown of just
Noise rock.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That's cool. I just don't like. There's a lot of, I don't know. To me, there's a lot of like musicians who are into experimental or psychedelic shit who forget that like melody is cool sometimes.
Right.
Like I like
Yeah.
remembering what you do.
Yes.
I like remember, and because especially if you're a songwriter who like wants to communicate something, the most effective way to do it is to get it stuck in a motherfucker's head.
Yeah.
And that's why That's why for me, the first I'm gonna stop sucking your dick soon.
This has turned into a massive jerk off.
Who
session
cares,
here.
man? I don't fucking care. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a player in a video game. You guys all care.
We're all NPCs.
You're
NPCs.
NPCs.
And Ben, you are a beautiful woman. I'm
Welcome
not
to
gonna
the
lie.
I am. I do. I make a good
You are a
one.
lovely lady.
I can't figure out how to put on glasses.
Let her speak, okay?
Thank you.
You don't need.
This is actually
My
my
bad.
time.
My bad.
But so anyway, what I was saying is I can't take myself seriously. No, but seriously, like what I noticed about Tom Tom song, I'm like, all right, hooked right off the bat. Fucking melodies there, all I've ever known. Fuck yeah, keep repeating that. And then when we get to the breakdown, I'm fucking sold, bro, because like it's already you've already got me on 3 minutes of like hooks and fun groove, and now we're doing psychedelic. Both things I fucking love, and it's cool to see somebody combining that. I'm done, dude. Yeah, I can't do any more. If it's
Thank
a
you.
private conversation, I ask you more.
That was definitely like the song that I was just like if I could fantasize what I could do live, like that would be like it. Like
Did that
what
change
would
your?
be the
Was that
most-
a breakthrough song for you?
Yes.
Was it really?
it was.
Yeah.
That was when Gavin and I were just like, what's the vision of this project? What are we trying to do?
Yeah.
And I just like have the most fun,
It
As
sounds
humanly
like it, dude,
possible.
and it looks like it when you
It
play it
does.
live,
It
dude.
does.
Yeah.
you know? Like
The
let's just
performance is
And everyone hands me that fucking drum whenever you're playing because they're like, "You're a drummer." I'm like, "Yes." Let the other. I'm not the reason that drum is out here. Like,
Yeah.
That was too cool when you brought that out. The crowd at the vinyl.
fucking
Yeah,
that's a good
sick.
touch.
Yeah,
Very
By
good
the way,
touch.
what a good show that was.
yeah, it was.
That was like genuinely fun.
Putting
Top to
Connor
bottom,
on the
man.
horn too. Connor on the horn is awesome.
Oh
Yeah,
my
oh,
god,
dude,
dude.
yeah.
Whether
Okay.
it's the
And when you bring
trombone and
Dusty out,
fucking
Special
saxophone.
shout out to
Yeah,
Connor
sax is
Spillane
so
for
sick.
losing my fucking trombone. Find it.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I don't know.
He
It's
still
lost.
hasn't found it?
That was your
No.
trombone? and you
Yes,
lost
that's
it?
my childhood trombone.
Oh,
Thank
after
you.
that show?
He's gonna feel terrible.
I think
Jas-
he's-
did Jasmine not
I don't
take-
actually
Did
care.
she take it whenever she moved out? Like
I don't think
It's
you can fit that
possible,
much
'cause-
up there.
He said he couldn't find it and he left it at the house. And he could no longer find it at the house, but he put it back in the house.
It was definitely at the house, but then from the house, missing it went. I don't actually give that much of a shit,
Yeah.
and he feels bad about it. But hey, fuck you, give me my trombone back,
I always thought a great name for a ska band would be the Horny Tromboners.
dude. I came up with a good one for
Tromboners.
a doom band, Bong Retard.
That's not bad. The one that me and Eve came up with
Bong-tard.
was
Bong Tard is
Bong
even
Tard
better.
is even better. That's
Yeah,
great.
there goes any YouTube chances.
I think it was Nate that came up with.
I mean, that was a
Bang
pretty
on
good
the Sun.
run. We had a pretty good
Nice.
run.
Yeah, we did.
Before
Yeah.
we shot
Only
ourselves
took 30
before.
minutes to
Yeah.
get there.
Alright.
Does anybody else have a list of just really bad band names
Yes.
or song titles?
Oh,
Is that
yeah,
you?
are you kidding?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've been
one
in
of the
bands
current
with bad
songs that
names.
Karma Vulture's writing right now, the working title, is Butt Delivery.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Hell
delivery
yeah,
is pretty
dude.
good. Yeah.
It actually is. It's honestly, the song deserves so much better
Is it
of a
two
working
Ts?
title
Yeah.
than Butt Delivery.
Yeah,
Two
no, that
butts,
song is
two
pretty good.
T's. in the
Two
butt?
T's. Yes.
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 Yeah,
Yes.
I still think you should do the Twitch again.
Honestly,
Do the Twitch
that-
on
Yeah,
again.
yeah, so
Oh
that
my
was actually
God.
that's hilarious because like
I
so
love that.
we were talking about how back in the day the dude who recorded "Do the Twist"
Mhm.
was a huge hit for him. The next summer
So was Do the Twitch for us.
he released "Do the Twist" again.
Hmm.
That
But
was
like a
his
different
follow-up.
version?
Don't think it's that
Did he
much
actually call
different.
it Do the Twist again?
Yeah. That's what it's
Uh,
fucking
So you guys
called.
have to do.
So we have
So
to
we
do
have to
Twitch
do. I was
again.
like, we should
Yeah.
totally.
No,
do
we're
the
gonna-
Twist
we're gonna do
again.
it.
Yeah,
I think Blind
Make
Melon
sure the
did that
comment
with No
is in
Rain.
there. Do the Twitch comment.
Did you know Rain again?
Yeah, they did a couple different versions.
Oh well, they did different, but like
After
he wrote a
Dude
different
Died,
song,
or-
right?
Like
No,
after Dude Died.
after the album was dropped, they had like
Oh.
other albums where they
It's
put
like the
on,
lyrics
like
are
what will
slightly
make
different.
this album successful? Putting that
'Cause
song
they're
on
gonna
again with
twist
different,
again.
you know,
Yeah, they're
twists.
doing it.
I
Second
remember when
time.
he died, like he died, Kurt died. It was so fucking weird, man. Like I can remember that shit so clearly. I was in
Lane's already not
seventh
even
grade.
here, basically.
Oh my god.
Lane
I was in
State,
seventh grade. It was so weird. The fucking principal of my school. I went to a tiny 3A school in Abilene, Texas, and the day after his body was found, the principal of our
Who's-
fucking school, Kurtz, came over the PA right before the first period started. I swear to God, this happened. And he announced that Kurt Cobain had been found dead in his home.
Wow.
And there were girls in the hallway like bawling, dude. Like
Oh my
it was
God.
so insane. And I mean,
I didn't
it
even
was-
think about
Sorry,
that.
it's called
So wild.
"Let's Twist" and "Let's Twist Again."
Thank you.
Check there.
Comedic relief.
Yeah,
I didn't
Jesus
think about
Christ,
the
with
fact
this
that,
Kurt
like-
Cobain.
Yeah.
guy.
It was wild.
Because, you know, I was
Hey,
born
you
in
guys remember that time
92.
that
Right.
dude killed
I
himself?
discovered the cultural.
I am a
impact
cartoon
after
character.
Yeah.
Just for the record. None of this
I'm
is
10
like,
years old.
Who is this guy? I've
But
never
to
heard of
me,
him.
like
He
that
was,
seems
I
like
think Creed.
that
Nirvana.
was
Nickelback.
Nirvana?
Nickelback. Yep.
that was
You remember that
the
song
world
Photograph?
at
Yeah.
that
Kurt
point
Cobain.
in
Who's the
time.
singer for
And
Nirvana?
MTV was how you
For
got
who?
That was,
music.
Nirvana.
Like,
Right.
You know,
and I mean,
Nirvana.
and it was a big
Nirvana?
deal. Like, they
Nirvana.
played good shit.
Son,
They
what
played
singers,
shit that was
man?
like,
Son, what the fuck?
That was,
Nirvana. That's
Nirvana. Yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Hunger.
or
That's
Pantera,
Jack
like the
Cro-
first
yeah.
time I saw
Actually,
it,
sure?
like, so
Nir-
weird, man. Like,
Nirvana
Nine Inch
would be a
Nails,
good
Nine Inch Nails in the middle of the night, sneaking MTV. Like,
Yeah.
Pretty close, but
like,
not
watching
quite.
my parents and,
Yeah,
like,
AR
AR.
and Nirvana.
No, when I was a kid, like, I mean, in '92, I was 10 years
Yeah,
old.
I mean,
So, or
So
I
you're
stand
in
by
elementary
Tony and
school,
the Butt
The
Jokes.
principal announced that.
right, well, no,
Chaos.
when he was
I don't
dead,
give
it
a
was in
shit.
seventh grade.
I
It was
stand by a
94,
butt in the
I
fox.
guess. It was like the spring or eighth
Fart
grade,
in the
I
butts?
guess.
I mean, so
But,
actually, so apparently
but,
one of the
yeah,
first
no,
names
it was-
that
I was
um,
older at that time.
or one of
Because
the
95
options
was my
for a
freshman
band
high
name
school.
that
I
Nirvana
graduated in
had
99.
in the beginning was Poop Box.
But it was just wild. Like
Poop
music was
Box.
different.
Poop
It
Box.
was like
Before they settled on
Manson,
Nirvana.
when fucking Antichrist Superstar came
I don't
out,
actually
that
know which
shit
one's a better name.
fucking
You know, I feel
insane.
like the
People
label probably
freaked the
heard
fuck
Poop
out.
Box
My
and was
mom
like, you got
found
some
that
good
album in my
songs,
fucking
kids, but,
sock drawer and
I
broke,
don't think Poop
physically
Box is gonna
broke
sell.
like 20 of my CDs in front of me.
Hear me
Like,
out.
Filter.
Yeah.
What if-
my mom did that.
What if-
Really?
What
if-
And they're not
You
easy to
changed
break.
it.
And then I
wasn't
bought it
Poop
at
Box.
A&M
Yeah,
or F.
What if it was
whatever
literally
the fucking
anything
CD
else?
store
You
them
just
all
call
in
it
for $2.
Hell
Like
yeah.
who
Call it
cares?
Fox.
That's
A
a
week
good one.
later.
And that would be
You
better.
could just call
4th
your
of
band
July.
Ground,
4th of July.
and that would
that
be
album. That's a good fucking
better
song.
than
Dirt.
Poop
That's
Box.
great.
Be good.
Sidewalk.
You know the
Yeah,
album art
yeah,
for
whatever.
Child of Record?
Point to
Yeah.
something.
You know, the
Word.
lyrics
Name
are
it
like
that.
this way,
Yeah, they're all
then they're
pretty
this
weird.
way,
By the way,
they're
no,
over
no
on
words
top.
are real.
So my mom,
Fuck,
she's
birds
looking
are
at
real
it
now.
It's
because
so
she already got
funny.
rid of
I
the
was
mom
just thinking about how hard
She's
it's
like,
gotta be to
"Alright,
listen
here's
to
another band.
with like Sue conversations
Sure.
going on.
Oh, I was just thinking about that
Hey,
too.
I mean,
It's gonna be so.
This is
fucking,
the
like,
chaos
I did
portion.
something.
This is like
I'm like,
objectively
Mom,
bad.
All right, I'm gonna tune in over here. I'm gonna see what these guys are talking
Have
about.
I think we should
anything
put
to
Jim
give
on
a
the
fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Make it cold.
Hard
It's
butt.
so cool that you're into that
Shit.
band. Like, to me, I don't know,
Fart
that gives me a
ass.
Should the
personal
Chaos
connection
Council
to that
convene?
That's gonna go on the internet forever.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
I did
man.
that.
One of the first
Yep.
CDs I bought was Child of the Record.
Hey, Winton, did you know his mom's hot?
Your mom's hot.
That's
Yeah,
what they
no,
say.
she's
That's
like
what they
really
say.
hot, apparently.
That's what
I
they-
have yet
That's
to
what
see
they've
her.
always told me my whole life, dude. I'm not even gonna lie.
And
Nobody's ever met his mom. or
Anyone in my
seen her.
family?
I guess Alex has.
I
Yeah,
came in
Alex-
and it was
Alex
the first
doesn't
thing they
even
talked
know.
about.
He
No, no,
even
no, no.
has.
Even
Secret was
better.
telling me this today, and I'm like, I'm gonna fuck with Chance as soon as he gets here.
Chance, I hope you know I love you.
I do know.
I just
It
love your
just
mom more.
seems. It
I
just.
also love this love
Chance,
I
let me
just-
know that
I just love your mom
I
a
accept
lot
that, man.
more.
I accept
Your
that.
mother and
man. Thank
I,
you.
we've been discussing a few things, and she's gonna move in.
Hey, dude,
Yeah.
she's single now,
She's gonna
so I mean,
Don't tell me that.
no, she got divorced from my dad.
Well,
when he was,
here
like,
we
70.
go
You
again.
hear that?
Sorry, I gotta
She's
put
a
the
great. She's a great
ball
woman.
and chain back
My
on
mom's
finger.
amazing. I can't even lie.
Comedy.
She's
You're
amazing.
here,
County.
moms.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
Good
just
mothers,
watching Mark
good
Wahlberg.
Wouldn't be here
mothers.
without you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. No, that's literally true.
That is true.
That's
Yeah.
impossible
You're,
to
you're getting
deny.
scientific
Yeah.
facts.
Well,
This
they
is
got,
why
like,
we in
in
biological
shit,
breeding,
man.
y'all, we need men and women. Like, there have to be men and women. What the fuck?
What about dog
Chance,
people?
Nah.
Chance, that is so
I-
toxic of you.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Is
tough.
it?
That's like
As
so-
a- Actually,
so
as a
fucking
female
toxic.
voter for Trump, I very much agree.
Toxic. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
There
I'm
are
glad we're
two
on the same
genders,
page.
and that's it.
Because fuck Trump, but we're on the same page on that.
Dude,
one.
go on ahead
All
and
right,
get out of
dude.
here.
Thanks for coming, man.
Of course.
Well,
Thank you for inviting me. Will,
absolutely.
great to see
He
you.
wasn't
Good to see you,
lying. He
brother.
said
Hey,
he,
show the-
he said he was a 30-minute guest. and he
Show
was.
the viewers your butt.
Do I give you the ass or the crotch? Dude,
Great to
nice.
see
Yeah,
you.
but love you, buddy.
Love you too.
He's
Yeah,
like-
when you guys
he's
hit in the
like-
studio?
I have no idea.
Tomorrow. I was
Tomorrow.
mentioning you got some new shit. to
We
learn.
are. Yeah, we are writing.
We're doing it tomorrow. I haven't told them yet.
Keep that going.
I think
Oh,
we're,
yeah.
we're
Keep that
still gonna
going.
take some time to write. a little
Took a
bit.
while to lie.
We're like far enough along where it's like we have one song to write.
Yeah.
We've like, and she's like, we'll just vibe together. right?
That's yeah.
We-
Fuck yeah.
So
we
we
should.
honestly we've got about 7 or 8 ideas that came together very quickly. But I'd like to take a little bit more more time and just kind of see what else we can hash out.
Well, tomorrow we'll figure it out.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to the studio.
We're gonna.
right?
I already
Yeah.
have everything mic'd up.
We're gonna
That's
play
so
butt
cool.
Goodbye,
delivery.
internet.
That's so cool, dude.
And then
We're gonna
Snot
do
Goblins.
more of these in the future. I'll keep you on the lookout.
LLC, please.
LLC.
There you go.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Please.
Peace out, Winton.
See you,
Peace
Win.
out, guys.
Take it easy, man.
Okay, so Witten has a question about band names.
And it's just
right?
easy.
What
Take
is the
advice.
weirdest band name that you've ever played in? The weirdest that you can
That
think
I've
of?
played in.
Yeah, the weirdest band that you've ever been in.
Oh,
Band name.
dude, Outlawed Expression. It was hardcore, man.
That is great. Outlawed Expression.
It's a lame fucking high school name. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Tony
Will,
and the Butt Chunks.
You played in a band called Tony and the Butt Chunks.
I am Tony. And
That's
I
right.
had my butt chunks.
It's
That's
actually
right.
we're all this band.
That's
So
right.
You just started it.
Actually, when you think about it,
Those are
we're
good
all
answers, Ben.
we're all Tony and the Butt Chunks.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a little
Yeah.
Tony and the Butt
Kinda like
Chunks
how
in
we
every
are
one of
Group.
us.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we are group. I got you.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I never had a.
So those are the good ones. Those are the
Yeah,
good ones.
Yeah.
Okay, Will,
We do. I've only been in
weirdest band name you can think of that you've been
that I've been in.
that you've been in.
I haven't been in that many bands.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Okay.
Karma Vulture kind of sucks, you know. as
That
a name.
surprises me
Yeah,
because you guys are fucking
By the way, you
amazing.
can buy the
and it's
koozie
great
here.
that this is like one of your singularly the first band experiences, and you guys are that fucking good. Like it's insane.
No, I was in
I mean, that
bands
first
and shit,
band-
but
yeah.
like they all had just stupid names.
Okay, and that yeah, and I mean specifically a band that like play shows and recorded stuff and like actually was legit or whatever. The hell.
Outlawed Expression.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, well,
I mean,
the Butt Chunks was the best one. Okay,
Tony and the
so
Butt
my
Chunks.
first band was-
Remember it.
It was called Mother. And then
That's not bad.
I was in a band called Panic in Eden, and then
See, those are not
Bad
Bad band.
Vulture. I was in Ancient Ravens.
Panic in
well,
Eden is
sometimes-
good.
Panic in Eden's
I
great.
think.
Sometimes I,
I don't know what it means, but I
Yes,
think
sir.
it's good.
Panic in Eden. Yes.
Is it referring to the
moment after the apple.
woman eating an apple?
It's, it's a woman for Trump.
As a female Trump voter who reads the Bible religiously, obviously, I
It's
can
symbolic,
tell you.
Do you have a favorite verse?
Yeah, it's in the beginning, God. It's the only one I know, but I've read it several times.
Mine. I think mine's Jesus wept.
Jesus.
Well played.
Yeah,
Well played.
that might be from a movie.
No, impossible.
Okay, well, I just don't remember that.
As a
No,
woman
it's in
for
there. It's the
Trump,
shortest verse in the
you
Bible.
think women are stupid?
Huh?
That actually
As
is
a woman
that
for
is the
Trump,
shortest
you
verse
think
in the
women are
Bible.
dumb?
Yeah.
As a woman for Trump, I
Yeah.
can say women are stupid, and that's why they should be submissive to their husbands.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what should happen, and everybody should live the exact same cookie cutter fucking life.
That's why God made their feet smaller,
You're right,
so they could fit under the stone.
and took a rib.
Yeah,
He did it. He
Yeah.
made the world,
That's-
the whole
yeah.
world,
It's
out of whole cloth.
it's very.
But he
look,
needed a woman to make a man,
It's laid out.
or a man
pretty
to make
clearly,
a woman.
Pretty
Yeah.
clearly
How
laid
does
out.
that
in the
story
Bible, you know?
Maybe there was a woman before her though. Supposedly Lilith
Nope,
was the woman
nope,
before.
that's not what the Bible says.
I don't-
That is
that
not
is
what the Bible
explained
says.
pretty
That
clearly.
is true that that's not what the
The
Bible
order of
says.
operations.
That's like some.
Yeah.
I know, I know.
It goes
I know.
planet, man,
I'm just
woman.
saying.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
don't make the rules.
Didn't
God
Adam
does.
name all the animals
Yes.
before he had a wife?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
he'd
technically
been
it's like-
around. He'd been
She
around
was-
a while.
She was.
And
the
then
final-
God looked down and went, "Dude, this is getting a little pathetic. Like, it's just Jesus Christ. All right, excuse me."
I hope God said that. I hope God
It's like
said
Jesus
that.
fucking Christ.
God was the first one
All
to
right,
say that.
okay.
It's like, you know what I'll
He's
name
like,
my
"That's a
son?
good idea."
You know what I'll name my son?
And he's just like, Jesus Christ, Adam, I'm getting really tired of
Yeah.
hearing you complain.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, you're fucking
Yeah.
lonely.
Yeah.
All right. Dude.
Would you stop fucking the pigs, Adam?
Yeah, come on.
Please stop
I mean,
sticking your
the
dick in the
goats are
pigs.
not for fellatio.
Thank God, Adam. How did I
Great.
fucking have this oversight when I made you?
What are you doing with that serpent?
What's going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was up in the tree, like eat the serpent.
Dude.
So yeah, anyway, it's explained pretty clearly in the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, woman
You know.
comes from man, man comes from nothing, and so does the world.
Bible's a trip, man. I
The
grew up.
Bible
with
is-
it
It
banged
is,
into
it
my
is.
fucking head.
What
Are we
denomination?
talking the Bible now?
Southern
Okay.
Baptist.
Southern Baptist.
Yeah, dude.
What did you
Yeah,
come up
dude.
in? Southern
Yeah,
Was
Baptist.
that you?
Yeah, man. That's,
Yeah,
You were
that's
what?
some.
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's. That's
Which is
fucking-
hardcore.
That's
Honestly,
really
I think
hardcore.
Southern
That's a
Baptist is
cult.
probably crazy.
So wait, so okay, so
Then
three of us-
Jehovah's Witness.
none of us are
No.
still in the church, right?
Well,
I guess
hold on,
anybody
hold on.
who's watching, it's just like,
Hold on, as the resident Catholic.
Oh.
Catholicism is
The
a
old-
crazy.
No,
That's
hold
what
on.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Alcoholic.
It flies under the
Alcoholic.
radar, but it's pretty nuts. Yeah.
Catholicism is it's like we're gonna just make up shit and
Look,
like
you guys
canonize
can-
it.
no,
It's the
no,
Chad
no.
religion.
We're gonna
It's
make
Chad
up shit and
Christianity.
then take over the world.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
welcome.
They have
Yeah.
been at it for 1,000 years.
You know the
dude.
iPhone? Not possible without Catholics.
Dude, seriously. Okay, so we all have equally as weird and traumatic denominations.
I
right?
don't. No,
You-
Jehovah's Witness are
You
freaks.
are cults.
I think
You are
Catholicism is
cults. I'm
Did you
sorry.
guys
I
drink?
love you.
they're just like
You like-
it's
It's
You
because
know,
we're
whatever
the
the fuck
biggest.
Yeah,
It's because we're the
Same.
biggest.
negative.
But they're also the
Like,
weirdest.
and
Like,
they
with
are
their
I mean,
weird
it
weddings.
was the
as
thing where it's
fuck,
like
dude.
the
Yeah.
women are like you're subservient to your husband at all
And that's
times.
why my
like-
mom stayed married to my dad for 40
Yeah,
fucking
man.
years.
Southern
even though he was an
Baptist?
alcoholic
You
asshole.
guys are like pretty close to Seventh Day Adventists.
Dude, it's
If-
and there's
if they're
also like
fundamentalist, then yes.
Pretty
There-
fucking
and my family was
fundamentalist.
fundamentalist.
there's also
You guys have all the
degrees
churches
of-
that say like fags go to hell. Jesus Christ.
No,
Gays
no,
go to
no,
hell.
no, listen, like mine was
That
not
isn't that
that,
Southern
but
Baptist?
The Westboro Baptist
Yeah.
Church.
That's
I
Southern
think they are.
Baptist.
I think
Yeah.
they are.
No,
And
I'm
they
not
are-
saying
they're-
you guys
no,
went
no,
to
no,
those
no,
churches.
you're not wrong. Fuck
I'm
those
just saying
guys.
that's the denomination that came
So I
from.
was
Yeah,
just saying,
it
I
is.
mean,
My Pope the other day was
I
like,
think-
gays are cool.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
and then
my
the whole
Pope.
Catholic, yeah, my Pope.
So
you
you
go to
don't.
mass?
Do you? I was gonna.
Oh,
God,
I
come
thought you were
on,
serious.
man. I have a functioning brain.
I thought you were serious.
And then
What
God
do we got?
created
What do we
a
got?
woman from the rib.
We
All right.
decided to fucking take over the world. Like that is the whole thing. Is like religion?
It's
denomination.
literally like
It's
Anna Nana
wild.
Boo Boo, stick your head in
It's
doo doo. You can't do anything about it.
Dude, the Catholics are wild.
And yet, if you insult Catholics, I will get irrationally angry.
you guys can drink.
I don't
though.
blame you.
Oh,
That
we
is-
can
that is-
fucking
see,
do
that's
that.
like-
they
They
can.
can do anything and then just
Yeah.
go repent.
Dude, for the
Weddings,
longest time,
drink, funeral, drink.
Yo,
Confession,
growing
absolution.
up,
Tuesday, drink.
so I didn't realize that weddings until I was an adult were actually like a fun event. Because my entire life
Mm,
They
growing up,
sucked.
dude,
They sucked.
there's
Really?
no alcohol. It's not a
They're
party,
so
dude. It's
lame.
just a stodgy fucking service.
Man, that's
And
so-
when
and
you're-
when
That's
you're a
how our
kid-
weddings
when
And
you're
then
like
you go
teenagers.
eat lunch at a banquet.
Right.
All the
Like
weddings
in a
I went
banquet
to.
Club or
hall,
some
dude.
shit. Yeah.
There's no booze. So, like, honestly, I don't think it was until I met Ann and we went to someone in
She's
her
got to be
family's wedding.
Catholic. What is
No,
she?
their family's not religious.
Well, but what tradition do they come from?
I mean,
gotta
so,
be Catholic.
traditionally Catholic.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So,
I'm talking culturally,
So-
not like, you know.
so yeah. So I mean, it was like I was like, wait a minute. So weddings are basically just parties that people
Yeah.
throw. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like we've been doing it wrong.
Little known
Dude,
fact.
it's like
dance,
horrible memories of having to attend weddings growing up and just being like, yo, this fucking sucks.
Little known fact, I'm actually not an alcoholic. I'm a Catholic.
Big difference.
Woo!
Chaos, baby!
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
The Catholic.
Yeah. I got the
Catholic.
pee, so that's my sign off.
Good
I'll be right
Well,
back.
see you later.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot to unpack. there.
Catholicism is like, we're making up shit. If you don't like it, we're gonna fucking kill you.
Fuck off, Jehovah's Witness.
Dude, seriously, your
That
guy
is
found
like
no
historic,
way-
like
you-
historically Catholics.
So how
like,
old were you when you left?
Old
The church
world
was just
Catholics?
18?
I was 18. I moved out when I was 18,
Wow.
and so I was also
Was it by
homeschooled.
choice?
Yeah, yes.
Damn.
I was also homeschooled, so I knew nobody except who was in my church. And when I moved out, I was 18. I knew nobody. I had no plan. I just had to get away from that. And I started going to shows here, man. Like I went to Eastrom and the End and Springwater, and I'm like, this is church. Like this is spiritual.
This is your revival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like like the thing about religion that people are actually there for is the community. Like the having a sense of belonging to a community. And that's what the music scene is too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's just as spiritual as like
Well, dude, the feeling
Singing
you
in
get
church.
when
Alex,
you
what was-
see a good show or hear good music, it's like that feeling is like no fucking other. Like, and I mean, once you feel it, you can't unfeel it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that just I'm so glad to know.
What?
and I wouldn't be here without live music. I'd be dead.
I'd probably be
Like,
live music is pretty.
Just so you know,
dude.
what you guys do is very important.
Thanks, man.
Like
Appreciate it.
I know you're just like up there having a good time, chill, but you have no idea how you could be saving
I
somebody.
mean, I feel like
thinks
music
so.
definitely saved my life at one point.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I think.
It's why we all know each other.
Yeah,
No.
that is it is the reason, like literally, that I met you guys, that I met you.
Mhm.
That's fucking amazing. In
Alex,
Nashville,
what
of all
was-
places.
What was what made you decide to leave the church?
So I started.
Well,
I
Like, what
started.
was your exit
yeah.
story or how did you come to
I started having questions when I was like 13, 14 years old.
It's okay to be gay.
Well,
It
okay,
is.
so trauma was involved also. Like,
Damn.
yeah, but I had questions that were not getting answered. I'm like, what does this mean? And they're like, well, it means this. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't add up. Yeah.
And no one can give me adequate answers. And I'm like, I understand that y'all are right, that this is the
Right.
most important thing there
Right.
is the Bible. but y'all don't fucking understand it.
Right.
And that's what ultimately like so I was raised like my parents are like really in it.
Yeah.
And they're serious about it. So like I grew up with the Bible. Like I've read the Bible.
Yep.
And
Parents are Sunday school teachers.
School,
Yeah.
fucking,
and something I don't regret my upbringing because like it's big part of who I am. Where it's like I have that Christian guilt where it's like Jesus talks about if you are aware of something and you don't do anything about it, then you're blood guilty for that. It's like you did it. It's like you're guilty because you could have done something. It's like what they call now like silence is violence. Except in Christianity, it's like if you can do something, do it.
You should. Yeah.
And I'm aware of a lot of like evil in the world, and I can't not do something about it.
There's a lot of it.
Like,
But you also know you can't save everybody. You know what I mean?
but I have like Jesus, I
Right.
have to die trying. Like I have to throw myself at it.
as you get older, you might feel differently, and that might mean that we don't ultimately become Christ-like, honestly. But at the same time, dude, like Will's not wrong. Like he can't save everybody.
I know. I really
Like
like.
we're here to help you as much as you're here to help
I would
us. Like,
honestly, I would have done some like Ted Kaczynski shit if I thought I could do it, but
Don't do that.
so that guy was not wrong about some stuff he wrote about.
No, he was right about most of it except for the killing people.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's my biggest gripe with
You
him
are
is
not wrong.
he didn't go after the right targets. That's my biggest gripe with Ted.
And he went after targets.
He
But he
after
went
it.
like he like
killing people is
he
not
killed
the
innocent
answer, dude.
people.
That's also
he killed people that didn't
Christ-like
deserve it.
No, but like you shouldn't play God.
Exactly. That's
See,
a Christ thing too, man.
I'm not
Christ
no,
is
I'm not
want
about
us
like
to
throw
kill
your
people.
hands up, God's gonna take care of it. Like I'm
not
about
saying that, but like there's shit. Fuck, I gotta come back into the frame. No one's gonna be able to hear it. But there's shit higher than you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
that's true.
Exactly.
But here's the thing, right?
Call it God if you want.
No,
Don't.
here's what I'm saying.
There's a higher authority in taking life.
No,
It's
hold
your
on,
hands, man.
hold on.
Don't kill people.
Hold on a second.
Explain yourself, Alex.
Explain yourself.
God has a plan. This is all according to plan.
I agree.
This is all everything's happening the way it's supposed to. But a big part of that is people being used as instruments to make those things happen.
Uh-huh.
Like we are all playing a role in this. We're not observant and
I agree with
we're
all
active
that.
in
I
this.
agree with all that. But God never, whatever the fuck God is, the consciousness that exists outside of all time and space would never want you to take another human life. Like that would only happen if you were defending
Are you
yourself
telling me
against-
wait, hold on, are you telling me murder is never okay?
No, that's not what I'm saying, dude. I'm saying that if you think that you hear the voice of God saying that it's okay to kill somebody, that's not okay.
I don't hear a voice.
No, I did not. That's
But
not.
I
I,
have-
wasn't saying you did. I'm just saying that you're.
But I think there's
essentially saying that,
absolutely
like,
people that should be dead.
Yes, I agree with that. But like, you can't take that shit into your own hands. Like,
All right. As a female Trump voter, I would like to talk God.
indeed.
All right, so what I'm saying
keep going.
what I'm saying is so like where I split with my parents is they're like my mom's like God has a plan. He's going to figure this out. And I'm like, yes, mom.
fellas, and I will retire.
I'm like, yes,
I'm with
mom,
you.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But we're
Going
part
around
of
this
that
way.
plan.
The cross this time.
Like,
yeah. Well,
we're all
also
instrumental.
this the same people who say
We're not like
there's a plan
we're not
also say
spectating what's
God
going
gave
on.
you free will. And so it's like, well, if God gave me free will, then I have agency and I need to make decisions. To me, I'm so sorry if I cut off your point.
What I'm saying is we're not spectating what's going on. We're active
No.
participants in it.
Well, because
And a lot of people feel like they're spectating because they see stuff on TV. They
No.
don't realize that they can actually make a change.
you know why? You know why I think people think they're spectating or people feel like they're spectating? Because it's easier to
Yeah.
spectate than it is to participate.
Yeah.
You bear no responsibility for spectating.
That's like the opposite of Christianity, though.
I don't know. What I've learned, so I started reading the Bible like seriously a couple months ago. And what I've learned, like my complaint with it was always that it's like full of fucking contradictions and there's just no way to make heads or tails. Hold on. No one can take me seriously like this. I can't take I just looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, what the fuck? People
This
been
is
looking-
Chaos Council, baby.
Chaos Council. But so it's full of the Bible's full of contradictions. It's incredibly hard to make sense of. But it flows almost like music, the way it's organized and the way it's written. And so the thought I had when I got probably past Numbers and like a little further in, but Numbers like right at the beginning, but damn, that book is boring, by the way.
Yes.
Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
it is.
And the family of Judea was fucking.
I have a lot to say about that, but go ahead.
Anyway, what I noticed is, yeah, this is like reflective of my experience with life. It's full of contradictions, impossible to understand, can't make heads or tails of it, but it feels right. You know, like that. That's kind of, this is like a layman's interpretation of the Bible, but it kind of, if something was to accurately reflect my experience as a live being, it would be that. If something was that, like it, so I think Christians give Christianity a bad name.
Mhm.
And I think Christianity should it would be better understood taking the contradictions into account. Like my thing was when I went to Christian camp as a kid for like 7 years, every time I went, it was 2 weeks every summer. Great camp, by the way. Biggest water slide in Michigan, 2 paintball courses, 2 skate parks, you know, biggest zip line in Michigan. Awesome. Chicks. That's where I learned how to fucking handle chicks, you know? You know what I'm saying?
As a woman for Trump.
As a woman for Trump, this is where I became a lesbian.
Yeah.
Which is against
That's-
Jesus's
yeah.
and Trump's plan.
Yeah, so I don't know what kind of woman.
I
For
just
sure,
still
right.
feel like Trump is the right guy. But I like, so my problem was always like, okay, this thing contradicts this other thing. And the thing is, they were teaching the Bible to us in segments. They were highlighting like, you know, well-known segments or stuff that they think teaches a certain lesson or whatever. When I got older, I was still going to the same camp and they would do like deeper dives. Whatever, I'm still highlighting these. Now that I'm reading it front to back, the way it reads to me, like
You're
first,
reading as an adult, like.
yes,
Okay.
yeah, I just a couple months ago I started
Yeah.
reading it cover to cover. To me though, like there's something, I don't know, it's musical. The first thing I noticed when I started reading it,
I think it's the most important thing ever written.
but
My problem
potentially,
is people don't understand it.
but that's
And-
the thing.
But here's the thing: the Bible's a lot easier to understand once you understand Hebrew, which I don't not claiming to understand
I
Hebrew.
definitely don't understand.
But what I do know about Hebrew is it's like alphanumeric. It's like this letter correspond. They don't have numbers like we do.
Right.
They have letters that symbolize letters and numbers. They're the same thing. Yeah. But what that means is if you're an Israelite reading a fucking scroll,
Yeah.
you're seeing number patterns at the same time
Yeah.
that you're seeing letters. And a lot of that is codexed information that you simply will not get when you translate it.
Interesting.
So not only that, man,
Weren't like
you got me on a rabbit hole now.
I know, but like a lot of the original Bible verses were written in Latin
So
or
with
Greek.
the Dead Sea Scrolls, we found stuff that tells us that it is.
Yeah, no,
Hebrew
and there's the Book
origin.
of Enoch and all that shit. But what I'm back to, just to try to square it away, or I don't know, bookend my point. What I kind of know is like if you're taking it literally, I think you're doing it wrong. You know, like the people I was arguing with when I was a kid were like, "Now the world's 6,000 years old," and I'm just like,
Dude, what? But the Bible's not trying to tell you that the Earth is 6,000 years old
No,
because
there's
it's not a
always-
literal. You're not supposed to interpret it literally.
well, it's not. I don't know how you're supposed to interpret it, but I know that like every piece of evidence we have is that that's not the case.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I would say even from a biblical point of view, if you study it, it doesn't make sense that these authors are trying to tell you this is history.
Right.
It's written as if it's an allegory. There's all these repeating numbers like
Exactly.
44 days, 44 nights.
Yeah.
It's all allegorical.
Yeah.
They were not trying to tell you something real.
No, well, they were. What I think they were. I can't say what I think they were trying to do because I don't know. But what it reads like to me
I have
is
a lot to
people
say
were
about that.
trying to give you a story that reflects reality in such a profound way that you are moved by
I
it.
think that's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
There's another Hebrew book called the Talmud.
Yeah, I know
and-
you tell me.
Okay. In there's a story about this guy who makes a golem out of mud to protect his village.
Oh yeah.
and he makes a man out of clay, and he puts the tetragrammaton, the name of God, on its tongue, and it comes to life. So regardless
I
how
should clarify. I know the Talmud. I don't know it in depth.
regardless of how you feel about this next thing, they were very serious about so the word Torah is the Hebrew word for binding. And these dudes were very serious
Well, you
about
need that for a book.
you can you can bind a spirit to a text the same way they're describing with the golem.
Right.
So I mean, you can say that you can feel however you want about that. They were very serious about this. As a way, you can tell a story a specific way. It's called we call it chiastic literature, but it goes in a circle.
Chiastic?
Chiastic literature it's circular.
Chiastic.
Mhm.
I don't know that word.
So that's what the Bible is. It's told in this very specific formula. And Israelites were like, if you're not telling a story this way, you're not telling it right. There's a formula.
Are
for
you
telling
shitting
a
on the
story.
Jews? Are we getting to the shitting on the Jews part of the
We're getting there.
podcast?
We're getting there. What I'm saying is these guys were very serious about, they thought the Bible, like Jesus in the New Testament calls it the living word of God.
Right.
Christians don't stop to think about what that means. What he's telling you is there is a spirit inside of this
It's alive in
text.
the text. Yeah.
And so it's less about drawing meaning from it and more about being possessed by the Holy Spirit.
Well, so when I say it was, musical when I was reading through it, that's more or less probably what I was saying was like, there's something gripping about
It
the
touches
way
your
it's
spirit.
written.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have, when I was a kid, I used to have a problem with saying like God and spirit and all that shit. Now I don't. I believe in God because I think God is the thing you die for. Like I probably have a different definition, but
Yeah,
like
I
there's
think everyone does.
Yeah.
No one has the same definition.
yeah, but it's like it's the principle that supersedes all other principles. Okay, so I'm fine starting there, and I was an atheist for like 15 years.
When I left being a Jehovah's Witness, I was like obnoxiously atheist.
Well, of course, I was too. I was like Christopher Hitchens is my guy.
Yeah.
Richard Dawkins, Daniel Dennett, Sam Harris. There we go. The Four
Yeah.
Horsemen.
Four Horsemen.
Boom.
Let's go.
And
That was
now,
my shit too.
now I'm just like, it seems like a pretty like shallow interpretation. I don't know. Since the beginning of like human thought and written history, anyway, there's always been this argument about like spirit versus body or dualism. There's a soul, there's a body. Are they different? Are they intertwined? Whatever. And not until like the age of materialism did people start being like, it's bullshit. Everybody before that seemed to argue like how they intertwine. And then materialism comes along and is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not the case. And it's compelling when you look into it because like, yeah, why the fuck are we trying to identify these forces that are like way beyond our control that we can't possibly identify? But you have certain experiences, you think about it. For instance, for me, when I was in college, I wrote a paper on moral absolutism. Man, we're getting fuck it. Whatever.
Let's go.
Chaos. Chaos should end up here.
Yeah.
I wrote a paper on
It should go wherever it goes, like uncontrolled. And this is where it went.
I wrote a paper called In Defense of Moral Absolutism. And what I tried to do was defend the fact that moral absolutism exists without invoking God. I got like a 4.2 on the paper. It's like higher than a perfect grade. Sweet. But I bet you if I read that paper now, I'd be like, fuck is this? And this is a 60-year-old man grading the paper.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because like I've always had a pretty strong moral sense. I didn't know where it came from. Now I think you can't do it without God. There's got to be something above everything else. And whatever you want to call it, I don't give a shit. This
Well,
is
it's
just
more
the
like
word that I've
even
been
even if there's not a person in the clouds, everyone lives by a set of morals that you can call God.
Yes, I have a spoiler for you. There is not a person in the clouds,
Yeah.
and I
I've
can't
looked up
say
there.
that with certainty.
I've been in a plane. I didn't see anybody.
No,
Yeah.
I've been above the clouds. Ain't no firmament, bro. The world's round. But like, that's what I'm saying. It's like I wouldn't go with the conventional definition, but I'd go with this one, and I'm not uncomfortable with the term, whereas I used to be, because like now I understand what people mean.
Yeah.
It's just the thing that supersedes all other things.
Right. Like your ideal that you look up to.
Yeah,
For me,
and-
that's I only mean this so literally and more poetically, but I worship Prometheus, which is like the handing down of knowledge.
Progenitor.
Yeah,
Chaos.
like
Chaos.
yeah, we're talking about Prometheus now. So
wait,
went
the
from
film,
God to
No,
Prometheus.
the guy,
the
yes.
legend.
the Titan, as
which
you told
he's
me.
to me like, and I know this is not true for everyone, but it doesn't matter because God is personal, right?
Exactly.
But like to me, he's interchangeable with Lucifer, which is this concept of
I think
And
God
us.
is objective.
handing down knowledge.
Chaos.
Okay, wait, you think God is objective?
Objective.
What do you
God,
mean?
God
does that
definitely
mean? I gotta grab
exists
my beer.
in a state that, yeah, is undeniable no matter who we are. I agree.
Welcome to the serious chaos.
This
Your
Jared's very
relationship,
comfortable.
your personal relationship. with
Your
God is
personal
subjective.
relationship is subjective,
Yeah,
but
I
I
agree.
think I was
agree.
telling him like, so I was a, like new atheist for like 15 years.
Really?
Yeah, I was Daniel Dennett and Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens and Sam.
It's like when you
Harrison.
leave the church, I feel like everyone
You got it.
when you leave the church, if you've grown up in that, like you go through the angry
You got a
atheist
backlash.
phase,
See, I
None
never-
of this
I never
makes sense.
lost
It's
my
bullshit.
I definitely
I
went through
never
that.
lost my faith. I thought it was bullshit. I
Did you really
Yeah,
not?
I never did.
Really?
Not in
Well, yeah,
God.
we were talking about this.
Not in like a being that was outside of myself that like definitely existed kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And I do question all the time, even in my adult life, whether that is still like programming from my
Well,
earliest childhood.
So let me clarify
yeah.
really quick. Sorry. What I was telling him is the way I came around to saying like I believe in God.
Yeah.
Is it's just the thing. It's the principle that supersedes all the other principles.
Okay.
It's truth.
Absolutely.
Essentially, and
Yes.
and I don't have any information as to whether it's a guy in the clouds or just a vague principle out there.
But you can't be a guy in the clouds. You know what I
But-
mean?
But the reason I said
Just like
God's
it's an
objective
energy or some shit like that. I think.
is because I think without God, you cannot make a concrete
Oh.
argument for moral absolutism. Like there's got to be a right.
Dude.
There is a right and
Yes.
wrong. I feel that in my
Yes.
heart.
Yes.
So I am interpolating from there, extrapolating. I don't give a fuck.
Chaos.
I'm
Those are applicable.
I'm going from there.
Hitler.
And now I'm just like the
Man,
reason
what-
the reason I said I don't believe in God is because I was like, I don't like the term, and everyone I knew growing up used that term in the stupidest possible way. Like, yep, God's the guy who
God's
was sitting up there and
Yeah.
created the
Yeah.
world in 6,000 years.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
telling
Fuck
him,
you, that's
Exactly.
stupid.
I was telling
Yeah.
Does
him
not make sense.
outside. I was like, you
Doesn't
know,
make
like as a betting man, I would not put my money in the corner of like there is a judgmental being
No, not
who's
at all.
determining you go to A or B. You know, like
And he looks just like us because
Yeah.
we were made in his image.
like you know, I'm not going that route. But there is this idea of like God could be sort of like you said, just something universal. Like I don't know, it's energy. I was telling him like maybe it is another race of people that
Like a Jason Momoa type.
evolved. Yeah, like Aquaman. Like you know, maybe,
exactly like
you know,
Aquaman.
maybe-
What a
maybe
marvelous
they-
human specimen that man is.
No shit.
God
maybe,
bless
maybe
him.
they evolved
It's getting
thousands
gay
or
in here
hundreds of
since I
thousands of
left.
years before us, you know what I mean? And they basically engineered life here. Like I feel like that's more probable than the idea of like an all-knowing guy up there somewhere.
Here's my
But,
thing
you know,
with that
who knows?
is,
We'll all
that
find out.
whatever the universe is that's like expanding and it's
Or
like
just
you know, so
Yeah.
whatever
and that's it.
whatever they say the Big Bang was, like the moment of creation, okay, like whatever God is, the being that exists outside of time and space, like the consciousness that existed in the void before all of whatever the fuck we are doing now, for all these billions of years the universe has existed, started it at one point and like exists still outside of it. And what is happening now in the universe is not out of whatever God is control, but like it is also chaos. It exists in an imperfect state that like will always be both perfect and imperfect. I don't know how to describe
Well,
it better
that's
than
so I was telling Alex, like I started reading the Bible cover to cover a couple months ago.
that. Yeah.
I have slacked off on my duties as of the last couple months.
Did you get to the part where it's just like so and so begat
That's
so and so
numbers.
begat
That's
so and
numbers.
so
Yeah,
begat?
And
It's
that
just
is
like-
that's
and
like
it's just
the,
like
the second or third book.
chapters.
It is the
upon
most
chapters
boring
of just like
It
think
is
Leviticus
all
has
the
the
way
chrono-
through Deuteronomy, dude. All the way
No,
through Deuteronomy.
numbers has the
that's also
and a nation of Judea was born. and a
Yeah.
nation
Oh,
of
yeah, 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 yeah.
Ishmael, and
that's,
blah,
that's
blah, blah.
how
So
that's
bad.
how Bible literalists
Yeah.
like in like
And
the
so,
Baptist Bible
so
culture,
by all this
that's how
information,
they-
the world
that's
is
how they
that's how
6,000
they
years.
exactly that's how they're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is yeah.
So that is some fucking sketchy match.
So we both
Bad match.
That is
we both
sketchy,
grew
like
up in,
at best.
in households that they were Bible literate.
Yeah.
So the world was
Absolutely.
created in 7 days.
My family
You
was
know,
totally.
Yeah, it's 6, and then God took a nap.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Sunday.
Had a
Which honestly,
beer.
I'm not mad at it.
Which is actually supposed to be
Hey,
Saturday.
not mad
really.
about it.
Like,
Dude, if
the
I
Sabbath
worked
is supposed to be
round the
Saturday.
clock for 6 days on the 7th
And I
day,
just-
I would take a
literally-
nap.
Right.
I created an entire universe that fuck you guys.
Bam,
Yeah.
sorry,
Get some
that
sleep.
shit.
I want to talk about objective truth.
Okay.
So there are we
Hell
all
yeah.
all in agreement
It's
that there
chaotic.
are things
I mean,
that are
let's be
true.
honest,
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely.
What's
we're all in agreement that there are things that are objectively true.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
physics.
Yeah.
Even if we don't understand it, even if we have physics wrong, it works. It does work a specific way.
We just
2
don't
plus 2
understand it
equals
fully.
4.
Yes.
Just-
Whether
Yeah.
people ever discover that or not, that's true of the universe.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
We discovered it though. We didn't
Yeah,
invent it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get this. I think morality is objective, and it was a discovery, not an invention. The
This is-
same way that
This was the
physics
paper
is.
that I made the fucking
Really?
Yeah, it was called In Defense of Moral Absolutism.
And you majored
Okay.
in what? Tell me again. Like you studied what?
Psychology, like neuroscience, psychology, and minor in philosophy.
That's fucking wild.
Really useful.
Yeah.
So-
That's so cool.
Yeah, really useful. Dude.
So morality
I'm just
exists.
applying my
You are a
skills all
brain.
over.
You're a
Pretty
brilliant
smart,
woman.
fella.
You're a brilliant woman.
Yeah, I'm a
Hey, we're
brave
smart
one.
over here, man. Come on, big brain biz.
Smart. All
Or
right,
even
sorry.
brave.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah,
But okay, that's all. So
chaos.
we
Yeah.
discovered morality. We didn't invent it.
Yeah, I mean, I also like I studied a lot of like and I've read about a lot of like evolutionary shit, and I've had the kind of fleeting thought that maybe morality is just like the best way to maximize your interests based on evolutionary
Sure.
conditioning, but at the same time, like that does not negate that there's a moral absolute.
So
you
I
know?
think, and this is kind of almost a religious argument, but I think
I've thought about that a lot.
People-
before I said it.
also like
That's well said.
people have a compass of what is good and bad,
Sure.
and people get it wrong sometimes.
Can I get a toothpick, bro?
But like this is a thing that exists outside of people. Like killing is bad.
Right.
Like sometimes it's justified, right?
Right.
But it's never a good thing
Right.
to lose life.
Right.
And that's true whether people accept it or not.
Unless you're killing Hitler.
But
As a
there's
baby,
exceptions to
as a
this.
baby,
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
There's-
I don't know.
If well,
I'm not saying
would
that's not
fuck
the
time up.
case. I'm saying it can be justified sometimes, but like it is true that life is preferable to death.
on the basis that I have a life that I like to live, I seriously mourn for the people who lose their lives prematurely.
So you think?
Indeed.
Do you think that's subjective, or do you think life is objectively?
I'm not saying I derive that moral principle from my subjective experience. I'm just saying that's my reaction to it. But like on the basis of morality, yeah, you're right. of
Life is
course.
good. That's
Yes,
so
life
that's
is good.
That's objective
Yeah.
truth, same as 1 + 1.
So you're saying life is good, death is bad.
yes.
That's a major philosophical argument that's been made.
Well, I guess that is a deeper question than whether life is good.
This is
Is
by Descartes. You know that guy?
Descartes.
Yeah. It was,
yeah, I know Descartes.
Ryan Descartes. It wasn't Descartes. I don't know who it was, but somebody did. Man, it might have been one of the early Catholic philosophers. Basically, like starting from the principle of living is good, dying is bad, and so kind of justifying everything from there. There's
Like,
also
like Pascal, or maybe
Pascaler.
Pascal, or
Pascal.
Pascal.
Pascaler.
Hey,
Hardly know her.
Scalar, bub.
Pascal
I
was
just
Catholic,
didn't hear
right?
what you said.
Pascal.
Pascal,
I think he was
I
Catholic.
don't
the sailor.
think so.
The moral philosopher.
Did he sail too?
Or he was a mathematician. I could be way off on that.
Mathematician.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like Pascal's wager.
I think. I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's
man.
better. You might as well
I'm
believe
not,
in God
I'm
because
not gonna.
chances-
I'm not gonna go in
if
on
I think
this.
that guy was
exists.
Catholic.
I'm not gonna
That
go in on
sounds
this.
pretty
I know the
Catholic.
name, but I know I should know more about it. But I.
Pascal's
Yeah.
wager is pretty famous. It's like if you're on your deathbed,
Uh-huh.
you might as well profess your life to Jesus because
Oh,
on, the,
shit.
on the
Oh,
chance
yeah,
that
yeah.
it's true,
Okay.
Got it.
then
Got
you're
it.
accepted
Yeah.
in
Have you
the
heard-
kingdom of heaven. You
Yeah.
know.
Deathbed confession. Okay, but
And
like,
if it's false, you
but
lose.
that,
nothing.
would
Right.
that absolve
Right.
you of like all of your?
Have you
life's
heard-
sins
According to
if you-
Catholics,
if you-
yes.
Right, because
But-
of absolution.
Have
That's
you,
the concept.
Eh, we just like taking in new people.
have you guys heard of the Richard Dawkins anti-Pascal's wager?
No.
He talks about this in God
Probably.
Delusion.
Does he
Yeah.
make an argument
Oh, yeah,
against
yeah, yeah.
Pascal's wager?
Yeah, what he's
But-
saying, yes, what he's
What-
saying is,
Oh.
if you choose one God, you've pissed off the other million. That
Oh
can
yeah,
exist.
yeah, okay, yeah.
So he's like,
It's fucking interesting, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking interesting.
That's fucking interesting.
Can't find no J.
I can get you a toe.
With nail polish. too.
You don't want to know their ways.
You don't want to know
wanna
their ways.
Chance, I knew I liked you, but now I love you.
I'm glad. 'Cause I really have loved
I
you guys
did
since I met
before.
you.
Yeah.
I've loved you since I met you guys.
what do you think? Will, do you think morality is objective, or is that something people made up?
That's a pretty solid answer.
Chaos.
Chaos.
I'm here for the chaos, brother.
Truth bomb. Boom.
No, I mean, I think it's something that we probably, I think it was learned.
Morality.
Yeah, like
But did it
But,
exist
yeah.
like outside of
Did we
the human
discover it or invent
experience?
it?
Like,
Like-
is it innate to the natural world, or was it here before humans were here?
no, I don't think morality is innate to the
Okay. Obviously, it's not. That's why I amended it.
Well,
Yeah.
What
Like-
was it? Was it something that we discovered, or did we?
it's kind of a religious argument
Did
because
we
religious
invent
people would
it?
say
Yes.
morality comes from God, right?
psychological?
I would
Right.
say morality comes from God.
Absolutely.
I'm not religious.
But that means that it's true. That
Yes,
means-
because I believe in objective morality.
okay, so it is okay. It is
So
Yeah,
I
objective
actually
truth
I
by
I get to
association.
God by the feeling, and it's a feelings based argument, brother.
Exactly, man.
I think there's an objective right and wrong. So like if you just go kill a guy who's not doing anything, just like buying a sandwich,
That's
at Subway,
objectively wrong.
yeah, that's what I would say. And from there I get to God.
But yeah, I think like people have like realize like, yeah, you shouldn't or you can't just go kill someone whenever you feel the urge if you're fucking pissed at him, whatever. Like way back, whether it's caveman days or whatever, or like, you probably shouldn't just lie all of the time because then
Right.
communication
There you go.
fucking breaks down.
Right,
Right. Like
right.
there's
And so then,
no
then it
reason to
starts
trust.
as,
So I don't
like,
know. I feel like there's things that like, yeah, were developed.
But is there an objective right and wrong?
I do think ultimately, yes. So
So-
from our perspective, yeah.
So my issue, and perhaps what he's trying to address, I hope I'm addressing it correctly, is I can't. I told him this is what I was getting
Yeah.
at. But when you guys were out there,
Yeah.
we pretty much solved the problems of the world. Actually, nothing else to talk
Awesome.
about. Guess I'll go to sleep.
Israel Palestine done.
We did it.
Yeah, it's
We
done.
did it.
Jesus Christ, I don't want to fucking talk about
Sorry,
that
I
shit.
didn't mean to even do
Oh,
that.
well.
No. I
Cat's
think
out of
it's-
the bag now.
I mean, I
Yeah,
dropped the worst
let
words
me-
we could.
No,
Hell yeah.
But what I was saying was there I wrote this is where I was going. I wrote a paper in college. You brought this up. Called In Defense of Moral Ethics.
We've
Basically,
talked about this.
yes, we went over it, we went over
Yeah.
So what I was saying to him was if I read that now, well, I got graded on it by like a 60-year-old professor from fucking Brown University, Ivy League guy. Gave me a 4.2.
wow.
Yeah, above perfect.
Wow, dude.
I think if I read it now, I would just be like, what the fuck? What is this person trying to talk about? I don't remember how I made the argument. I know I did it in a slick verbal or linguistic way. I
Okay.
made it sound good.
Okay.
But what I'm struggling with is I don't know how there can be an objective morality without God.
Yeah.
Right.
And what I mean by that is I don't define God in the, we've
Yeah.
But for the viewers, God's kind of like a box of Ritz crackers,
Kind of like a box
he's
of chocolates.
a
You
little
never know what you're
stale,
gonna get.
but full of nourishment. That was the best I could do. Yeah. I was spitballing.
I'm glad you landed there.
Yeah.
That was good.
Riffing. We're just riffing over here.
I'm just full of chaos.
Chaos!
Uh,
And
but-
that is existence. Chaos is existence.
So
But
because
like,
there is
I
an
can't
ultimate truth.
get there without there being like what I mean by God is like superseding principle. I can't get to objective morality without there being something at the top that's like a limiting principle. You know what I mean?
and you know what else too is like
I do know what you-
because
I've
it
always
is
done what you
true.
meant.
Like the same way physics is true. That means we can chart it and like have you could have definitive. This is what is right. This is what is wrong. Like the Ten Commandments. Like
Certain things
religion.
are
That alone wouldn't
empirically
prove
true,
God,
you
though.
know,
I was going to say just because it's
Yeah.
empirical doesn't
Sure.
mean it's
Because really what we
But that's
understand
what
about
religion
physics
is
only
like it's
cause and
telling you
effect.
like this is what's right.
right. It's a
This is
bunch of
what's wrong.
moral lessons.
It's almost like the science of morality. is like that's how you would approach it. Is like
Are you trying to talk to me about the science of morality with fucking cloverleaf?
Yeah,
That's
This is-
exactly what's happening.
And
This
a hat
isn't-
that says hunting
This
on
is
it.
chaos
Yeah,
times
this is
10.
what the Chaos Council
Dude, this is
sending
chaos
down.
This isn't-
raised to the 10th.
this
Yeah.
isn't people in their right mind council.
Dude, have you ever heard the
This
song
isn't
"Dear Mr.
normie
Fantasy"? Have
council.
This is not the
you
order.
ever heard the song
Council.
"Dear Mr. Fantasy" by Traffic?
I don't think so.
Mr.
Fantasy.
I do know that song. Kind of like God, if you think about it, which is like a box of Ritz crackers. As a female Trump voter, you're gonna go through all the tropes.
There's a line in that song where he says, "Please don't be sad. If it was a straight mind you had, we wouldn't have come along with your vision." And I mean, that song was written like in the '60s, and they already understood
That's
what was
a-
happening
wait, say
with
that-
people.
say that
who were,
again?
Please don't be sad. If it was a straight mind you had, we wouldn't have come along with your vision.
That's a really good line.
Yeah,
Or 2 lines. or
Yeah.
whatever,
and
That was really good.
I have a live version of that song too.
Couplet.
It's fucking amazing.
He-
Like, oh,
He has a lot of flaws, but
Jesus.
yeah.
Damn.
No, the other Lord and Savior, John Lennon.
Ah.
There's a lot of reasons to not like him.
Did
but
you ever imagine a
Yeah.
world
when
with
he says
no possessions? No, we're talking about John Lennon.
But when he
Can you
says,
imagine?
"I am he, as
Imagine.
you are he, and you are me, and we are all together."
I have
Dude,
always
he
been
was
the
high as
walrus.
balls when he wrote that. Man, come on.
But that's true though.
They had to scrape Ringo off the ceiling.
He also, I think, like, isn't there an interview with John Lennon where like critics were like interpreting "I Am the Walrus" lyrics, and they're
He was
all
just
saying
fucking
like
with them.
it's so and he
Yeah.
gives interviews like I was just kind of fucking around.
But
Dude, he was so
regardless,
great in
that's
interviews.
true. Like what he said.
Like
Like
I am me and you
I
are
am he,
I am he.
as you are he, as you are me, and we are all together. Which this is like
Yeah, sure, that's true.
here's the like
He also said,
I'm
"Cuckoo
such a
Cuckoo" in
fucking
that
like
song.
I'm an elitist about the Bible because I'm like I've got it figured out, y'all don't.
You Jehovah's Witness
Yeah,
elitist over
It's
here.
my background.
as a
Wait,
Catholic.
you said you had the Bible figured
I
out.
have it figured out that 95% of people do. Yeah, like
Wait, hold on. You have the Bible figured out, or you have
more
95%?
than most Christians. Yes.
Okay, I wouldn't dispute that.
Why did God choose to put the book of Numbers in this fucking book? It's
To fuck-
so boring.
To challenge
To
you.
make you stop and not get to Jesus' word,
It's-
which is the good shit.
Right off the bat, you get through Genesis, and then you do like the Noah's, or is Noah after?
Noah's before that.
Where
Noah's,
it's
Noah's
before.
in Genesis.
And then you get to Numbers, and you're
Yeah.
just like, this sucks, dude.
Yeah,
like,
it's
because
awful. It's
Genesis
fucking
is
awful.
awesome.
Yeah, and it goes quick. It's well paced. Genesis is
Would
You
you
know,
say-
the beats are in the right place.
Yeah.
It keeps turning the page, and
Yeah.
then you get to
And you
Numbers.
get to Exodus, and Exodus is good too, man. The shit was the shit was
Revelation-
Yo,
awesome.
Revelation go
Revelation
hard
is
though.
That's a good story.
Exodus is great too, man. The whole story
Exodus
with
is
Moses
good.
and
Yeah,
like
the Moses story is great.
I mean, he doesn't get to go into the promised land. It's fucked
Yeah,
up,
dude,
dude. Like,
there's so many
because
good
he fucked up
stories.
and like.
So now we
Joshua-
got to hear about how this motherfucker from the desert
Beget
lived to be
so-and-so, and
900 and
so-and-so
beget.
beget
Yeah, and
so-and-so.
then they beget, and then the rest of the Bible is assuming you digested that information. Oh yeah, now we're
and
talking about
counted out the
this guy.
generations and extrapolated the
And
entire age of the
And
universe.
so
to
was
6,000
born
years.
the
And you
nation
can't-
of Noah.
You can't
Okay, very
possibly
good.
do that in English because it's the way it's written is
Hebrew.
number patterns.
in Hebrew.
Like
yeah.
you can sit there and decipher the code, but like if you're Israelites are reading numbers and letters
What?
at the same time.
Hebrew tattooed on my arm.
What does that mean?
This is actually the Tetragrammaton. This is the unspeakable name of God.
Tetragrammaton?
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's the unspeakable name of God. It's the name of whatever God is that no one can say because you can't
Yahweh.
know it.
Oh,
It's not really.
It's not
It honestly
it's not
sounds
really
like the
Yahweh.
name of
But
the King Gizzard album.
yeah, the
that's
way
just what I was thinking.
Yeah.
the way that it's written this way. Tetragrammaton.
That does
Oh,
sound
man.
like a King Gizzard.
It represents a human body. It's the head, the
Yeah.
arms, the body, and the legs.
His arms are a little gimpy.
Yeah, it is. Well, this guy did it.
How do you pronounce that?
That was a friend of mine.
The closest
You
interpretation
kinda
is
can't.
Yahweh or Yahweh.
Is that the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is it's a shape of a man.
Yeah.
The letters that compose it are earth, water, air, fire separately.
Captain Planet?
Well,
It's the building blocks of
no.
reality. The Jews are
two
telling
of these
you,
letters are the same letter. Dude.
but okay, maybe it's in sequence then when you say it like that.
These are both the same letter. It's Yod, He, Vav, He.
You said you couldn't pronounce it.
No, well, those are the letters. Those are the
Oh.
sounds of the letter.
Oh, I
It-
see, I see.
It might be when they're together, but it does spell out earth, water, air, fire. I understand what you're saying that it's the same symbol. but a
I
lot of
honestly have
symbols have
no idea.
multiple
I'm not
meanings.
I know I'm not tracking this one,
Anyway. But anyway, it's also like an inhale and an exhale.
yes, it is very
So
much a
it's
breath thing,
Like Dhammapada.
which God spoke
It's everything.
everything into existence, and if God spoke it into existence, there had to be breath involved, which is the pneuma thing. Okay, pneuma is a different word for breath.
Right.
Like, and yeah, that's a whole Clive Barker thing too. Like that's the way they use magic.
Yo, you know what? Going on a more superficial level here.
Sure, yeah.
Hellraiser 1 is fucking awesome.
We were talking
It
about
is
that
so
before you
good.
got here.
And you know what sucks? All the other fucking
We
Hellraisers.
were talking about that as well.
There's a Hellraiser sequel book that has nothing to do with the movies at all.
By Clive Barker.
Yes,
So it's probably good.
it's
probably
great.
good.
I've read it. It's
That
fucking
dude
great.
apparently was it
His
Connor
books
who
are
was
so
saying he
good.
went over to Clive Barker's, or was it you?
What?
What?
Yeah, so
Will
real
coming in
thing.
hot with a story.
Dude, we
Holy
lived in
shit.
LA for a while. We met some psychos.
So
He's an
Yeah.
amazing author. I have so many of his books.
a dude, the dude that I was in my first band with, befriended some LA fellow who would procure certain goods for people,
Sure.
and
It's called cocaine.
one of those
It's a
people
hell of a drug.
may have been Clive Barker.
Allegedly.
Clive Clarker.
I would believe that.
Clive Clarker. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
his books are this
Yeah.
fucking
Old
big. You
Bible.
gotta have
Oh.
fuel to write that shit. Like his books are fucking doorstops.
You
man.
gotta be
And-
fucked to write that shit.
They're good though.
Those-
The stories are really good.
Basically,
I agree.
You should see his paintings. I have a book of his paintings too.
Oh, no.
every
They're good.
in-person encounter that I heard about
They're not sick. They're
does
actually
not
really good.
disappoint in terms of how you think Clive Clarker would be.
Dude, Bive is such a weird guy, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He'd have to be really, really fucking strange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
He also a
there's-
genius though, like
Yeah.
a mad genius.
it was him, and there's one other director that's kind of fucking awesome that also he frequented. Made trips to.
You can say their names. It's just Alice here. She's not gonna tell anybody.
Bive Clarker.
Clive Clarker.
Crazy director. Writer, whatever.
He actually he directed Hellraiser.
And it's
He's
dude, honestly,
really
this,
primarily
this,
an author.
this
Like,
guy
he
was
got fucked
this
over,
guy was
yeah.
a fucking wild LA character, dude.
The guy who was his delivery man.
Yeah,
as
liaison.
it were. Liaison. There you go.
AKA drug dealer. I think
Yeah,
we can,
yeah.
yeah.
Liaison.
Yeah, liaison. Yeah, please.
You don't have
know.
to drop the truth on him that hard. Though.
I mean,
Come
you
on.
know, figure we just go in for it. It's chaos.
Drop the
council, right?
euphemisms,
Chaos
man.
council.
Yeah.
We're fucking done
Full
with
chaos,
we're done with
yeah.
euphemisms at this point.
Yeah.
I
But yeah, it's-
I don't by the way, I don't think the art has to like I remember okay, so when I was like 16, my grandpa, who is a musician and a really
That's so
like
cool.
good composer, and nobody else in my family is musical. My grandpa was really good. Apparently I got something,
Yeah.
like a little morsel.
You got a lot of it, man.
He thanks. But he was talking to me at one like I think it was a Christmas dinner. We're at the table.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of in their side conversations. Dinner's over. Everybody's having coffee, whatever. And he's like, artists have a responsibility. And I was like, no, they don't. And he's like, no, don't you think they do? It's like, nope, I don't.
Mhm.
And now I would probably have my mind a little changed, but I think one of the things is to me, like, one of the things that kind of bothers me with, like, I don't know, I don't even mean to get too into this, but like Daily Wire and like conservatives starting
Sure.
to fucking comment on art and shit.
Right.
It's like, bro, you think you have to be the perfect person living the ideal life so you can make art that communicates a strong American Jesus related message. That's fucking
Bullshit.
not what life is.
I agree. I
If
agree.
you're going to make an artistic comment on life, it's probably going to be kind of fucked up.
Right.
So that's why I like Clive Barker, because he like went deep into that
Yeah,
shit. He's having
He's a
BDSM
wild
sex
dude.
parties
Yeah,
full of
he is.
cocaine.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I probably wouldn't get along with the dude, or I would at a bar maybe,
Right.
and then be like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not coming back to your house, dude. Yeah.
Stop asking me. But the stuff he
was
makes,
Never go to a
somehow
secondary
it
location. with
hits,
Clive
it
Barker,
hits fucking viscerally, man. It's like
Yeah.
I've never really read him.
It's
Jess
great.
likes
Read
him,
a
but,
lot of
it's so
Barker,
good.
yeah.
but I know the original Hellraiser, like the whole movie, I'm fucking in. And then
Uh-huh.
when they get to Jesus wept,
Dude.
I'm just like,
The first
Dude.
Hellraiser.
What the hell did I just
is
watch?
The
That
hell,
kind of
the
shit-
hell priest is so brilliant.
Yeah.
in
That kind of shit is a portal to the dark, and you can take
It's
that
very dark.
metaphorically or literally.
it's very dark.
It's like when I was a kid, it's like you can't absorb certain.
But there is no
media
darkness
because that's the
without light
devil.
also.
And I'm like, you know
Exactly.
what? Actually, there's some truth to that. Like
That
the
is true.
where like the Satanic Panic, like that rock and roll music is.
Dude, I lived through that hard.
There's some truth to that. It's kind of you flirt with the dark.
That's
until
why
you
I-
get to.
For as much as
Doing
I
it.
fucking hate what's his name, like Sam Smith. You know
God,
that?
dude,
Yeah,
what the
I
fuck
really-
is going on
I
with that
can't,
shit?
I
Who's
can't
Sam
stand.
I mean,
I
he
yeah,
did,
can't, dude.
you know,
I'm
feel like
sorry,
it's like,
I
yo,
can't. I can't do it.
He
I
did.
fucking can't do it.
he
did
can
that one.
present
that-
whatever imagery.
He's a
you
British
want to,
entertainer
but,
that
like,
just
he
is-
looks
Marvin Gaye.
he looked
sued him.
awful though, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Marvin
It's-
Gaye's estate.
It's
So
bad.
now he's gone in a direction that's admittedly kind of gay
Better.
porn, sort
Oh,
of.
fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But at the same time, conservatives are all out there just like, this is not. It's like, dude, he's fucking trolling you.
Right.
Yeah,
This is
right.
the easiest
He's just
fucking
fucking with
thing.
you.
And they're
He's
Why
making
do you
fucking
keep
with you.
reacting to
They're
this?
making it
And
more
that's what they
popular
do.
by
Yeah.
reacting.
Yes, it's a marketing tactic.
That's like
It's
Dave-
101.
Yo,
It's like
Dave-
try this in a small town.
Yes.
And
the
again, that's
geniuses
his
that
art. That's his
handle-
art. I'm totally cool with
The
that.
guys
man,
that
you know?
handle
I just
Jason
don't like
Aldean
it.
are geniuses.
Well, dude,
Well,
David,
like I said,
David
his art.
Bowie was playing the role of a androgynous bisexual alien.
Oh, God, how great was Bowie?
And the
fucking
fucking
great
like
was Bowie?
70s,
Fucking
dude.
incredible.
Like, you know what I
Fucking
mean?
incredible.
One of the
I
greatest
saw a
of all
video,
Yes.
live video, him doing a duet with Nico, right?
Oh, from the Velvet.
Yeah. And
time. Oh,
and
for
like
Velvet
just the
Underground?
whole
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
the
The Andy
whole
Warhol, but yeah. Velvet.
his whole
You like
get up, and
bananas.
it was just like this is hilarious, dude. This
Put
is
one of
50
Elm
fucking
Company.
years ago that my man was doing this. Like, can you imagine how crazy it would have been like pulling that shtick off
Yeah.
during that time?
But-
You
and
know
the
what
art
I
and
mean?
the music
Like,
had to
when
evolve.
it was
That stuff had to
so
happen
much
for us to get to
touchier,
where we are
dude,
now.
like,
Like the things that were
post-World War
edgy
II
then
era.
aren't edgy now.
Well, that's-
but they
that's
had
kind
to
of-
happen to get to where we are now.
That's kind of what I love about modern times. It's like, dude, almost every other
Just
day I
repeats
hear
so
like
much,
we'll
seems.
reference an old movie or an old song or whatever, and people be like, "Can you imagine if they tried that now?" It's like, bro, I'm seeing tits in my Instagram feed
Right.
every day.
Right, there's porn on your fucking phone.
Yeah.
It's
like
just
that.
what it is. It's now it's pornographic, whereas then it was like edgy and sorry.
this is gonna
I
be
like
I'm
tits.
so with, I'm
This-
so with you on that.
this
Zach.
this is gonna be a little
As a
bit
woman for sure.
There's so much
uh,
information.
a little
It's
segue
just
into
fucking
those-
extreme.
It's an overload.
It's insane.
Did you guys hear about the fucking Amazon tribe
What?
that got fucking internet access and they all got addicted to porn?
Oh, dude.
within
yes.
by
Yes.
like
Are you
day
fucking
2
serious?
or
That's
I'm
a
not,
thing that
I'm,
happened.
no, I'm
That's a
not
thing that
fucking yeah.
happened.
Yep.
Because
I
of
believe it.
Starlink,
I fucking
right?
believe it.
Right?
I fucking
Oh my
believe
God.
it, dude.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
God.
By like day
That's
3,
awesome.
And
It's
Elon
not
Musk,
awesome.
all-
It's fucking terrifying.
Elon
and
Musk
horrible.
just allowed like porn back on X or Twitter or whatever.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Who gives a shit?
It
I've
won't be long
never-
before
I've
they're
never
ordering
used that.
research chemicals.
dude, it's
Dude,
we're
we're gonna be
yo,
fucking sex
it's-
bots in like 3 years.
Oh my
it's so
God.
crazy
Will
when you
that
think
make
about like
women
yo, these,
obsolete?
That's fucking wild.
Not
dude.
this woman.
I-
they got access to it and probably at first, like the first day.
It's
What
not
about when
wild.
you
It
can
makes
get a
me
You know,
sex
the
box
first day they're
pregnant?
probably looking up useful things or something. I don't know, like
Like that's a
and a
game
then
fucking
changer.
ass
eventually-
pops up or whatever, like, or just, I mean,
At this
oh,
point, doesn't it kind of seem like, isn't it like, it's
we're
kind of like
fucked with AI.
probably, but like it's also one of the coolest times to be alive because the future's so fucking unknown.
Yeah.
But what the
It
weird
is,
thing
yeah.
is to me, like
and
trying
things
to
are changing so fast.
Yeah,
Just
trying to-
It is the
It's
craziest
so
time to
fast.
be alive.
trying to
right now.
judge anything now is just like, dude, I don't know. Maybe we landed on the moon, maybe not. Maybe the Earth's flat. I don't fucking know.
Right. How the fuck can I
anything.
know?
We've just learned so much in such a short amount of
This
time,
guy
and most of
believes
it
in
was
the moon.
bullshit. Did you think the moon's
Yeah.
bro?
Oh my
Earlier
God,
today,
dude,
you were like, "Look at that
bro.
bird! Isn't that such a sweet bird?" And I was like, "Birds aren't
No
real." You
birds,
cunt."
no moons.
You said birds are real. It's pretty cringy.
No.
Birds aren't
It
real.
was the craziest thing I've
Yeah.
heard in years, dude. He's
Fucking
looking at a bird
drones,
trying
dude.
to pet it. Sweet, give your fingerprint to the government. Yeah, why not?
Fucking
What if-
full on sheeple over here, dude.
One of my favorite things.
Chaos, man.
Oh
One of my favorite things.
What
are
about the
also
moon
like
being hollow though?
That,
The moon
that's
is
a real
hollow,
thing.
bro.
It rings.
I watched- I watched Wi-Fi.
What if the moon was made of spare ribs?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Would you eat barbecue
Would you
sauce
eat
and
it?
eat it?
Would you
I
eat
would.
God, dude, that's
Hey,
one
hey,
of the
Noah.
best.
Hey,
Noah.
he's got
If
the
the moon
shake
was
going
made
the
of
whole
cheese.
time.
And
Oh,
I was
dude.
hanging out with someone the other day who referenced the SNL skit where he's the devil with Garth
Ferrell,
Brooks.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, he
I don't
plays the
think I've ever
devil and
seen
he's
that
trying
one.
to write a song with Garth Brooks.
I've never seen that one.
And the guitar like just keeps going out of tune. Like all the songs he's
What?
trying to write are just like fucking awful, dude.
Kind of like Garth Brooks.
and Garth
Garth
Brooks is
Brooks
just
wrote
like
some
Garth
amazing
Brooks is like
songs,
going
dude.
through
Yeah, he did.
Amazing songs.
like writer's block, you know, so the devil appears. You've never seen this?
Oh, so he made a deal.
I
with the devil?
don't think
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
And the
might
devil
have
comes in and
actually.
he just writes like
I may have.
fucking horrible songs. It's just like Mondays, I hate Mondays. You know, like just like
You know what's great about that? Somebody came along on the internet and made a song about Fridays.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
feel like
someone
that
else
was
added
on-
cowbell too.
It's the
I feel like that was on his best of SNL.
Okay.
really.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I don't know how I don't know
I've
this.
I've
Yeah.
probably seen it once or twice.
It's fucking
It's
hilarious,
just not one
dude.
of his that's stuck in my
Can we-
mind. The old Panhandler. You ever seen that one? Where they're in like an Afghanistan like troop war meeting and they're about to go into like a hot zone, and they're like, "Yeah, man, that plan sounds really great." I think it's like Bill Hader. He's like, "That plan sounds really great,
That guy's
but do we have
Bill
to go
Hader
in
is fucking
with the old
awesome,
prospector? He gives us away every time." And then it's Will Ferrell. And he's like an old time like Panhandler. He's like, "Well, I don't know, y'all." I mean, he's got like his hands jangling and shit.
Can
and they're
we-
just like,
can
can
we
we
have-
leave him behind?
Can we
It's
have a
fucking
collective drink
hilarious.
for SNL?
Yeah, dude. Old SNL was
I don't
fucking
know.
great.
Old
I don't know
SNL,
about
dude.
No,
Old SNL was fucking
Oh,
great.
oldest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Old
what, yeah.
SNL.
So I'm
SNL
saying
fucking
like
Like Andy
sucks,
Kaufman?
dude.
rip SNL.
Yeah, yeah,
Andy
yeah.
Kaufman
Well,
was
I mean,
fucking
even up
genius.
through
He's my
Andy
favorite,
Samberg, even up through Andy Samberg, like all that Lonely
Oh, dude,
Island
when
shit
Bill
was so
Hader-
fucking
when
great.
Bill
I
Hader-
cut out
Bill
before
Hader's
that,
great.
so I don't know much of it. But the
I
shit
didn't
I've seen
watch
was
it, but
great.
I've seen all the stuff.
When Bill
now,
Hader
and
was
like,
on
yeah,
SNL,
it's
they had
great.
some
I didn't
crazy-
watch it.
Lonely
Great.
Island.
Yeah, Lonely Island.
Have you
So
seen
good.
Hot Rod?
It's so
Oh, yeah,
funny.
dude.
You know,
My
like,
Rod's funny. as
Oh,
shit.
it's
that
awesome.
character that Bill Hader plays, he did an interview where he's talking about
He's
like
from Oklahoma.
that was a real person
Bill Hader?
that he knew
Really?
who like
Yep.
did acid and like used the grinder. So he made
I
he
could be
made
way
that
wrong on
character
that, but I'm
based
pretty
off
sure
a
that's
real
true.
person.
Dude,
He's from like Washington.
Someone's gonna hit on the piss on the chat and be like, "That's fucking wrong."
That scene, that scene
Hey,
where
you got
he's just
some
like,
chats.
Yeah. Oh, the new ones?
I don't know. I can't fucking tell.
oh, I think they're kind of old.
Well, read me some of them. I want to. Did anyone say I'm sexy? No.
Cody was talking about Winton. Y'all were both stuck at this day.
Oh well, yeah. I'll suck Winton's dick.
Dude, Winton's awesome. I'm so glad he came through.
Yeah, that was a massive.
He's so fucking
Winton's
talented.
dick
the
sucking.
shit.
Yeah,
Let's all
that's
suck
very
Winton's
good.
dick again.
You know what the problem is? I haven't had like a solid hour with him to get that out of the way in private, so I had to do it publicly.
Yeah,
I'm so glad
Alright.
we're doing this. We should do this
It just
like
had to be
semi-often.
done. Yeah, like every Tuesday.
Not that
Perfect. Right in the middle of the
Semi-often.
week.
Now I'm gonna give him the ass.
Give him the ass.
Ayo. Chaos.
So where's this Garth Brooks?
Garth
Brooks devil? What about Gath Brooks?
Yeah.
The river.
What was
Garth
his
Brooks.
what was his alternate personality?
Chris Gaines?
Oh yeah, dude, Chris Gaines.
Garth
What the
Brooks.
fuck was that?
Fucking
man?
horrible.
Yeah, that was weird.
Did he try to? Did Garth Brooks try to
He
do a
was-
Ziggy
Yes,
Stardust?
yes,
he
he
released
did.
an
He
album.
absolutely did.
Yeah, man. It's
He
Chris.
did.
This
That is
It was
awful.
a thing that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, guess-
growing up in Texas and Oklahoma, dude. It
to
was,
your
yeah, it was a
surprise,
thing.
probably people fucking hate.
Dude, he
Really?
wore a
Yeah.
toupee.
It sounds
with,
like
an
such a
emo
good
haircut.
idea.
It was like it's
He
like
wore a
Chris
toupee with an emo
Cornell's
haircut.
Scream status,
Yeah,
where
that's
like it was just like, yo,
God, that
what
album was
the
bad.
fuck are you
God,
doing,
that album was
dude?
What? Okay, so what happened to Garth Brooks? Because like in his early days, he actually has some killer songs
He does.
and like killer albums.
He
To be
does.
honest, like
I don't know. Like I wasn't a
It
fan. I
sounds
just
like
grew up
OG
in the
Nashville
fucking
shit.
zeitgeist of like my consciousness culturally that like
that
Garth-
explains
Garth
a
Brooks
lot.
was someone that I grew up on.
Does it?
for sure? That pops.
That-
No,
Is
it
it
explains
track on many
basically
levels?
nothing.
Is it- I mean, I don't know.
no,
But no, it was a thing that like you just couldn't escape. Like he was from a town like right outside Oklahoma City, it's
Right.
called Yukon, and like
Right.
I mean, you just couldn't escape.
That's
it.
Alaska.
And as I got older, I did come to appreciate. Like I didn't like it when I was a kid. I didn't like country music at all, really.
What did you come up on
Like okay, so my
when
dad,
you were like
my-
a teenager and shit?
well, not even a teenager. My dad, even though like my mom was super fundamentalist, my dad had married her, and he was not before he married her. So he had basically converted when he married her, and so he still
To-
listened
to marry her, or-
yes, to marry her
Oh.
specifically. And he
It's always so
absolutely
wild to
listened
me.
to really good
Yeah.
music. My dad always had really good
That's like
taste. So
moving
like
across
I
the
heard the
country
Beatles
for your
from the
long-distance
first time I can
girlfriend.
remember. My dad loved the Eagles. He listened to all like the Eagles had a group of musicians.
Been a
with
long
Graham
day, and I
Parsons,
hate
you
the
had a lot
fucking
of
Eagles,
brothers.
man.
I noticed you had a lot of Eagle shit in your
Yeah,
apartment.
yeah.
Actually, it's
That's
not
what-
the
like,
Eagles.
my
it's
pops
the
loved the
that
Eagles.
group of musicians, like with Graham Parsons, like and Emmylou Harris and fucking like just they all the Flying Burrito Brothers, like they all played with each other and shit. and,
Flying
like,
Burrito Brothers?
yeah, it's a real band.
What?
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I want to be in that.
I have it on vinyl. My dad's.
Holy shit. Eagles are
Yeah,
kind of really
it's Graham
good.
Parsons, right? That was
Yeah,
his first.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Timothy B. Schmidt, the guy who took over on bass in the Eagles
Yeah.
after
The Eagles get exponentially
Randy
better
Moss.
after Cokehead comes in.
Joe Walsh.
Yeah.
Dude, Joe Walsh is the fucking shit.
Dude,
He's
he
awesome.
is
Yes,
just
I agree.
the living
I agree.
embodiment of cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
A wild card.
He
Fucking
fucking
wild
really
card.
is.
And he's got great
You
feeling.
know,
rhythm.
when you watch interviews
Yeah,
of him
Rocky
like
Mountain High is
explaining
awesome.
guitar, like he's so
And then
fucking
you
You know, he
Kinda-
basically
he's
invented the top
hilarious
box.
because he's my
Yeah.
man is like permanent permagat, dude.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you just
Just-
kind of listen to the guitar a little bit.
When he
and
talks to
you
you, it's so great,
bend
yeah.
it,
I was
you
like-
bend the
yeah.
truss,
I was like, I
right?
don't
And
think
on
he's
his
doing good
guitar setup video, it's
fucking show.
hilarious.
He has
Yeah.
the dudes that are currently the Eagles now, like fucking well, Glenn Fry died, but I mean even Don Henley, like I didn't really like those guys. The guys who left the Eagles were the cool guys, like Don Felder, the original guitarist
He
that
wrote
left the
Cal-
Eagles.
Hotel California.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
The
his song.
bass player,
Who-
the
who?
original
Don Felder.
Don Felder was the original Eagles guitarist.
Man, the
And
story
then
of that is
Bernie,
pretty interesting. 'cause
Bernie,
it's-
whatever his name is, that left also.
Tobin.
That was on.
No,
Bernie-
no. I'm sorry.
That's,
No. That was
Elton
Elton
John.
John's.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That's Elton John. Sorry.
Bernie. He was
Not
the
yet.
original
It's gonna
guitar
bug me.
player.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
so
forget
he was
the
the guy
song.
with the afro and shit, and then
Yeah.
and then the bass player Randy Meisner, the guy who sang fucking
Yeah.
"Take It to the Limit" originally, I think. He left, and like they got replacement members. or
I didn't
whatever.
know they went through that many.
Timothy-
times.
Dude, they
Timothy
had a
Schmidt
fucking
replaced him, right?
revolving
Was that
door,
the
huge revolving door.
replacement bass player?
Timothy B.
But
Schmidt,
Don
yeah.
Henley was always a constant.
Yes, he was on.
And
And Glenn
Fry.
Fry were
Yeah,
always
him
Him and
and
Glenn
Fry,
Fry, they're
yeah.
the constant.
They're
And
the-
then
they're
once
the
Joe
original
Walsh came
OGs.
in, like,
Yes.
he was.
Made him better.
He replaced all those guitarists that left.
I
Basically,
mean,
that guy's
I mean,
got
the
some
riff-
fucking stank.
Yeah,
the
he's
riff
amazing.
to
He's
Life in
amazing.
the Fast Lane is pretty fucking sick.
dude, yeah.
Like it's
Like
oh, man.
that whole album, dude. The Last Resort, the last song on Hotel California, the album, it's called The
Last Resort,
Oh
that's a
my
good song.
God, that song is so fucking
Man,
good.
they have my thing with the Eagles is like, dude, they honestly they're a great band.
Sure.
There's no argument against
Sure.
that. It's just been a long day and I hate
It's the
Like,
Eagles, man.
I don't
You don't
know.
like my music? Get your own fucking
Yeah,
music.
he throws him out of the
fucking fascist.
black Muslim cab
Just
driver
playing
and
the
throws him out for
I pull up
insulting
side,
the
kick your
Eagles.
ass out.
That's such a
motherfucker.
good joke. But I don't know what it is, man. I maybe because they have too many hits.
Shomer Shabbos.
Show me fucking jokes. Like
I told that.
I told that crowd down there, I don't fucking roll
Hey.
on Shabbos.
You know what's
No,
is it Seven Bridges Road? Is that the name of the Eagles song where it's like it's the 5-part harmony of it. And it's the only recording I think is them
Tequila
doing
Sunrise.
live.
Okay, I don't.
You guys have never
I mean, I've heard it. I'm sure, but like,
I
yeah.
am the walrus.
I
know.
Shut the fuck up. V.I. Lennon. Vladimir
Ilyich
Ilyich
Ulyanov.
I think it is called Seven Bridges Road. Let me see.
Jesus.
Donnie, you're out of your lane,
You're
dude.
out of your element.
By the way, Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature. Asian American, please.
It's
Okay.
Oriental.
We're not talking about a guy who built the railroads here. We're talking about a guy. He peed on the dude's
Walter,
rug.
what the fucking railroads is?
So dude, it's an acapella, right? And it's just their 5-part harmony.
I've
and
heard it.
is-
I don't know
Eagles
what it's called.
acapella?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
No,
It's
it is
so good.
But like
I
it's
don't
flawless.
know.
It's
It's
flawless.
one of those things you hear the harmony, it's like, yo, that is fucking insane.
Did you
The
grow up with
talent-
this?
And my dad
Yes,
exposed
this
me to
was
Pink
one of
Floyd.
the songs
My dad
that,
exposed
yeah.
me to Pink Floyd.
Did you
and
grow
Peter
up with this
Gabriel.
song too?
What? That
This song, Eagles.
specifically not in my consciousness. Like for me, it was specifically like Hotel California and
I got it. I got to hear this.
My dad was
It's
a big
really I've heard it in my
Eagles
adult life.
and
Acapella
Skinner
anything
guy.
is tough for me.
They're amazing.
But it's
Yeah.
Like Winton
it
did
is
with
right. Like I think I
Winton and
don't
Connor
like
did with their
acapella
harmonies.
music. That's not something I
Last
ever
night.
seek out. But you
I like
hear
chamber
them
music.
sing it, and it's just like, yo, they're all so
Played in an
fucking on
actual
point.
chamber.
They're all such good singers, right? And
No,
like,
they're fucking crazy good
It's,
musicians. There's no debate about that.
and they
it's
honed
cool.
their craft. Like
yeah.
fucking-
They did. They
like
fucking
Jackson
sculpted
Brown
it.
lived
Yeah.
below them, and like that's how they got.
'Cause they're easy
man,
to
I like-
clown on.
That's how they
like
got
Jackson
Jackson
Brown.
Easy. Yeah,
The Eagles are a
he
band
gave them
that's
"Take It
very
Easy"
easy to
the
clown.
song. He had the first verse of that song, and he would play it over and over
Boy,
and
that
over
was
again.
a fucking
And he
mistake.
couldn't write like the second verse.
Yeah, right.
And
Listen
they
to
lived
"Running on
above him,
Empty."
And
It's
they're-
the
dude,
same thing over and
Okay,
over.
that album has a song at the end of it called "The Loadout."
Yeah,
where
that album
he's-
rocks.
dude. It's so good. He's
Jackson
describing
Browne?
like the crew loading out his gear, and then it
Yeah.
goes into "Stay." You've heard "Stay,"
Yeah.
like, "Stay," but the song before it that leads into it on that live take is fucking awesome.
I'm just saying, down on the boulevard, they take it hard. That's all I'm saying. Jackson Brown fans out there,
I love me some
So-
Jackson Brown.
maybe
My dad listened
one
to that kind of
will
music.
get
To answer your question, that was the kind of music my dad listened to.
That's actually
like,
a
and he
very
played it all the
solid
time
reference.
in the car, all the
Well,
time.
dude, I mean, so
And
maybe
my mom listened to Don McLean. And
now
she
with
loved
the, now
Simon
with the
and Garfunkel.
comparison,
My
with the
mom was
comparison,
really into Simon.
My
Garfunkel.
mom loves Simon and Garfunkel. Okay, so tell me.
with the comparison to Jackson Brown,
Yeah.
maybe my thing about the Eagles is like I just never hear like they're so fucking well sculpted, and
Mhm.
I would never disrespect like
Sure.
you know. But Jackson Brown did like he got some soul into his voice.
Yeah.
He fucking pushed it well beyond where he should have. Like, and I always feel like the Eagles. I'm just like, dude, just turn it up another two.
Right.
Kick it up a
Just
notch, Zach Miles. Come
a
on.
little bit, man. Just
So
like
maybe that's why they
So
like have a couple hits.
That's why they
It's
brought Joe
successful.
Walsh in. They needed.
So
they needed
honestly,
to
they
keep
did
it
it
like-
why
to
they
give
had
it
several hits.
to give them a little
So
more.
did Jackson Brown.
They wanted to take it in a more rock edge and not be like country because that's sort of like what they
Because
started.
they started out as
And who did they open up? They were the backing band for
Eagles?
It was Emmylou Harris.
So
Oh
we're
no,
talking
it was,
about-
it was Linda Ronstadt. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
Linda
yeah.
Ronstadt.
That's
Really?
what it was.
Are we talking about Eagles?
Yeah, the
the
Eagles
Eagles.
were her back.
That was their
Yeah.
start.
That's how they
Yes.
started out.
Yes.
And they
So
were,
it was
they,
Don Henley and Glenn Fry.
Yes.
Yep.
Really?
and the Bernie.
That's
I
kinda
forget what
dope.
his last name
Yeah.
is, but he was also
She's
a big.
Linda Ronstadt's the shit too.
She's
by the way.
awesome.
So Walsh
Yeah.
comes in, they take it in a more like obviously rock direction. But with Jackson Brown, you know, Glenn Fry lived
Jimson.
Jimson chaos.
Absolutely.
Take two. Here we go.
Speaking of which, I
We're
need some
focused.
water. I'm listening to you. No, I got water. Wow.
So-
What the?
Whoa.
when did I get up and do that?
That's like Elijah's
It's like an
fucking
out-of-body
oil.
experience.
No, for real. When did I get up and do that?
I don't know.
I think
What
the
is
last
water?
Okay, maybe okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
what is water?
So Glenn Fry lived.
H2O, man.
Let's talk
It's
about
just hydrogen
that.
and oxygen.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Will,
two
go ahead.
hydrogens
You're
and
good.
an
I totally
oxygen.
watched the intro to this to begin with. Glenn Fry was neighbors.
We're still talking about the
with
fucking
Jackson
Eagles.
Brown. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
just
So like,
fucking with
so there's an interview with Glenn Fry talking about how he basically learned how to be a professional songwriter
To be a man.
when he lived. I think it was like
Remember that
above
Milan
Jackson
song?
Brown,
Yes.
he would hear him play like every morning, like
Repeatedly.
establish the
Yes.
routine of
Yeah.
like how he would write. Like,
That's exactly right.
sorry, I missed it.
No.
Did you? No, I just
Hello.
I railroaded your fucking.
Tail.
Jim-
I didn't do it on purpose. I can't help it, bro.
Your anecdote. You got
Brother.
you got some music.
Brother.
I'm not in
Forgiveness.
control. Okay, I was actually interested in Mulan.
That's how.
To be a man.
When you
Have
said,
you heard that song? It's fucking incredible.
Ben, when you said you respected the Eagles crap,
I hope we hear the end of this at some point.
I hope I never
can't
have
keep
to hear
track of
this
this
fucking
conversation.
podcast.
This is gonna be
I'm gonna lose
hilarious,
it,
dude. And you wanted the Chaos Council. This is what it was.
absolutely.
This is exactly what I
We
wanted.
it on the fucking Eagles.
We were selling Jasmine on the idea of what this was going to be last night, and I was like, "Oh, Jasmine, you've gotten this."
I don't remember that at
Well,
all.
she-
no,
she
you
did.
weren't there. It was
Oh,
Alex
okay,
and I.
good.
I stood there.
And I was like, "Oh, basically, you've gotten this multiple times already." And
she goes,
Oh,
yes.
just not on a
I've seen
podcast.
this on
just-
some
just
other
in
videos.
real life.
Yeah, you just
No, this is just how we behave.
Yeah,
This is,
that's why I thought you guys would be perfect.
It's a
Because every
fitting-
time I've gotten drunk and had a conversation with one of you guys, this is exactly what happened.
No, we're fun. We just make no sense.
yeah, we're Muppets,
Dude, we had.
I think it's
I
actually
love the
great
Muppets.
to talk
I fucking
about
love
like
the
really
Muppets.
serious shit
Yeah.
when you're fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's like,
God's real.
yeah.
That is real.
I don't care. Because whether it's like flat Earth, I think Kurt Metzger had the joke. He's like, "Flat Earth is my favorite conspiracy because whether it's true or not, it changes nothing." It's like you can still get to Asia in the same time in a plane. That shit.
That's pretty
Even
good.
though
I
it
was
flies in a
dying
whacked out
laughing when I
fly
heard
route,
that,
That's
man.
good.
Even though it flies in a whacked out fly route, yeah.
Yeah,
Fly route,
yeah. Well, it goes all the way up to the north.
Yeah.
It turns out that's where the sphere has the smallest radius. It's gonna blow flat earthers' minds. But
That's fucking interesting, man.
well, that's you
No,
mind if
go.
I do it, Jay?
Dude, the flat Earth conspiracy is one of those. I'm just like,
What a-
how do
I hear
how the fuck?
I hear
love it.
people say all the
Well,
time.
dude, we
I-
just don't know.
I genuinely
It's
love it.
hilarious, dude.
I'm just
Like,
asking
I've,
the
flat
dude,
earth.
I have had conversations with real flat earthers, and the argument that other people give.
What are you
to
saying
flat-
about my people? As a female voter for Trump, seems
There
a
it
little
is.
bit like an attack.
I should have assumed
Bring it
you were a
full
flat
circle.
earther. I'm
Love it.
sorry.
And the world is 6,000 years old.
But
Flat.
Yeah.
the argument that the rounders give is
Rounders?
like
Is
the
that what we're
round,
called?
the
Is that
round
what-
earthers.
is that what
That's
people who
wasn't that
believe
the
the
that's
moon
what
globe
it's
floats
rounders-
through space?
Sounds like a
That's what
derogatory.
flat earthers call it. They call them rounders.
They call us rounders.
He put the hard ER on it too, man.
Wow.
That was
Rounder. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Did you say they call them or they call us?
No. Flat
Well, I'm a
earthers
rounder.
call us.
Are you a rounder?
People call
Are you a
rounders.
flat earther?
I'm a rounder.
You're a rounder.
You're
So
a
we're in
flat
good. No, yeah, I am a flat earther.
I know.
That's
This
true.
is
Yeah.
common knowledge.
Yeah. If
Uh,
you go to the edge of the earth, you'll just. I'm not sure what happens, but it's not good.
but
Ohio isn't real.
It's
No,
either a
well,
wall
yeah,
of
we all
ice-
know that.
Fuck Ohio.
Yeah, it's not real.
The edge of the earth, if it's flat, is either a wall of ice or it's a fucking cliff.
I
But-
love asking flat earthers what's under it.
but they,
Turtles. It's turtles all the way down, dude.
Turtles all the way down.
the argument that people always give the flat earthers is like
Sturgle.
it's like you can get in a plane and see the curve of the earth. And I'm like, nah, you don't even have to do that. There's a shadow on the moon
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
that's round.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's making that shadow?
You know what's weird is the moon
God.
revolves around the earth
It's like you
in
can
such
go
a way
outside and have
that
proof.
one side of the moon
This is why
always
ancient
faces
people
the
knew
earth.
that the earth was round.
That shit is fucking weird. Like, why does the moon do that? Only one side of it faces the earth. It revolves. The moon rotates, but it's so perfectly close to us,
Oh.
and it's so perfectly positioned.
That's
that
because
only
it's
one
hollow
side
and there's
ever-
aliens on the dark side of the
There
moon.
probably
Exactly.
is.
And they're also in the
fucking
oceans.
That's what I was
They are definitely in the oceans, dude. The Abyss is a great movie.
Dude,
Have you
the
seen
alien
Abyss?
militia is not one that
They're
I wanna
here.
go up against. Oh, they are? Oh, the Paladin.
They've been here for a while.
Yeah, I've done my
The
research.
scouts.
Dude, I didn't know that flat earth was so steeped in Christianity.
Oh, really?
No.
I didn't know this either.
Huh.
Yeah,
That
so
tracks, though.
I was talking to a guy who's a
many
flat
levels?
earther. And I don't, man, I mean,
They exist. They're real people.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, there's like,
Oh, yeah.
I know more of them than I ever thought I would. And also, like, I'm friends with pretty much everybody, so maybe that's it. But like, when they start talking about it, I'm like, tell me more.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to know.
Just
Yeah.
elaborate.
Why do you?
That's me
yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's sort of like a popcorn eating.
Please
but
tell
like-
me your crazy shit that you believe.
But
Yeah.
also, like, I want to know why
Why do
you
you
believe
this?
that, and
Exactly.
how do you justify it? You know,
Exactly. Yeah. How do you fucking tell yourself this?
When
and
the
make
evidence-
it makes sense.
seems to very clearly, at least in my view, point the other way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and he
Because
was
you're fucking chill, that's why. It's that
government shill. Ohio is real. Birds are fuzzy, lovely creatures,
No way.
You should definitely
No
pet
way.
and the world is round.
No way.
Yeah.
You
No
should
way.
definitely pet birds.
I don't think that's any way to talk to a female Trump supporter.
That was well done.
This thing's
You're
got
correct.
shelf
Yeah.
life, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, this is
Nowhere.
going and going.
That is the best
energizing
shit
us.
ever.
But I was talking to him, and he's like, you know, the thing is my religious beliefs, and I'm like, what does this have to? And I ended up going and looking at like flat Earth videos on YouTube and
Okay.
shit,
Okay.
and like a bunch of them, like there's this thing called the Nephilim.
Well,
And-
the Nephilim are
Right.
real.
Well, okay,
Okay,
That
we'll
is-
table
that's
that.
a bold way
We'll
to
table that.
introduce
Come back to
it.
that.
Just saying.
let me profess my ignorance as to what the Nephilim
Okay,
are.
cool.
So I
Okay.
couldn't even tell you one way or the other.
Okay.
But what I'll say too, there's like what they I guess relate to or cite in a lot of these videos is the firmament.
Yes.
And
Yes,
they
which
say,
I
see,
know.
the firmament
Yeah.
isn't defined. And it's funny because when I went back a few months
That's
ago,
one of the
started
first
reading
things
it,
that God separated.
I got to firmament and I was like, what the fuck is firmament? And I like went to define it. And it's like, I don't know, maybe earth or water or
Well,
something.
it's in the first part of Genesis when God
Exactly.
creates the 6 days. On the first
And-
day, God separates the firmament
before
from the waters,
before the earth,
before the sky.
before anything.
Exactly.
It's the firmament.
It's water and firmament.
Yeah, and so that's where a lot of the flat earthers are taking this shit from.
Yeah.
But for me, I will admit that it wasn't convincing because it's ass in the
It's
dude.
not fucking
I'm
convincing.
because
It's
it's
dumb.
fucking
The
ass.
term
You're
is so,
convinced?
and the term is English
It's
that's
like one of those
translated
things
from
where it's
Hebrew.
like-
That's like or Greek from Hebrew. Like the term firmament is
Firmament
literally
sounds like a haircut.
it's
to
a
me,
placeholder.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
It's to me, it seems like the way, like when you see the videos on it, the way they describe it, how they talk about it, it's like,
But then
oh, this seems like
No.
this would be smart. This would sound smart
to a stupid
someone
person.
who's dumb.
to a stupid person, yeah.
Like I could,
Yeah.
if you're dumb, you're listening to this person explain
On the
a
internet,
Eating it up
yeah.
like
And
fucking
just
ice
like-
cream. Yeah.
Shit, dude,
That's-
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but here's the thing. There's a fucking Mount Everest of other information that you could also listen to that'd be like, yeah.
I don't
probably
know,
not the
man.
case.
It's kind of propaganda.
We're definitely going around the sun in
Dude,
space. If you
like-
think about it.
my, you know what my
But I
thing
love
is?
it. I'm here, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
NBA player,
yeah,
apparently,
100%.
flat
Eddie
earther.
Bravo, fucking a lot of.
I know,
a
dude.
lot of
Eddie
Bravo,
Bravo
yeah.
cracks me the
And
fuck up.
here's my thing. I know you're. My thing is like I don't give a shit if you think the world is flat. It does not affect my worldview
No, not at all.
at all.
Right.
why are you obsessing about it? Like, why are you spending
Why you preach
hours
about
a day and talking to me about it when I'm just like, what do you want for lunch?
Right.
Hey, I don't know. The world is flat. Like,
Dude, can I just get a
What are you
sub?
gonna walk?
I
to
just
the
wanna
edge of the
keep
fucking
on.
earth
I'm
for a
trying to get
sandwich?
over 13 Italian right
Come
now,
on,
man.
man.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're gonna walk to the edge of the earth. Like,
Why are
yeah,
you so
I agree.
obsessed with this
I
fucking
agree.
topic?
I agree.
Like, what
Yeah.
does it change?
So are you
Nothing.
on the edge
Yeah,
of the
you're right.
earth? Who fucking cares, dude? We're
It's like,
here.
I'm
You're in
like,
a sandwich
hey,
shop.
is the
Piece of fucking
FBI
food.
spying on us all the time or not? That affects my life.
Right.
Is the world flat or not? I don't know. When I walk from here
Right.
to my car, it's the same fucking thing.
And it
Round or
feels
not?
flat,
Yeah.
but yeah, it might be round. I don't know. It feels flat, but it might be round.
Yeah.
These people also think that they're like
The
they're
FBI is
the
definitely
underground, like they're the.
I think that's what it is.
But here's the thing, right? Is like
That's why I'm voting for
Galileo was almost
You got
executed
the worst
for
choices
saying
in
that
this
it was
fucking
round.
election. They're the worst choices. What the fuck is going on in this country, guys?
Dude,
I'm sorry. This is the best shit we
Oh.
can come up with. I'm sorry to
I'll
yell
tell you,
about this.
It's
like-
one puppet
Fuck my
master
life,
and
man.
2 puppets.
Yeah.
It's hell no,
playing a
brother.
game with people.
Trump ain't no puppet. Nah, he's a real deal. That's
God,
why
he's
there's
gonna
all
drain
them
the swamp.
I'm
pictures
sorry,
of
man.
him with
Oh,
Jesus.
these fucking morons.
Those
dude.
are
Those
They are doorknobs.
great.
that
Both
shit
of them.
cracks me up,
There's-
dude. Like he actually
Trump.
here's
the
why I
Renaissance
kind of like
paintings
Trump.
of Trump.
He sold a fucking Bible with his signature in it.
Yeah,
The least Christian man on
Did he
planet Earth.
really?
it's-
Yes.
it's so
That's-
fucking
that's-
And they sold out in like a
Perfect.
day.
It's fucking
base
perfect.
base behavior.
Yeah.
To
But
help fund
exactly.
his fucking trial.
Dude,
like,
he's Giga Chad
God.
times 10,
Yeah.
based as fuck. Like,
fucking
What a legend.
doorknob.
dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
A
hey, as
21st
long as
century
none of it
legend, man.
matters, I'll vote for the guy who's gonna crack me up the whole time, whether he means to or not.
That's-
And at least seems like
Chaos.
he's there.
That's
Well,
chaos.
fucking
Chaos
Biden,
counts.
He's not shitting his
What
pants
the
at the
fuck?
D-Day celebration.
falling downstairs and like just
There's your news.
trailing off
Yeah.
and fucking
White
like what
boys.
planet
Dude,
was that?
I think
Dude,
Biden.
I don't know how we've ended up.
I don't.
those two again,
It's
man.
so unbelievable.
It just-
It's a slap in our face to show you. It's like we can put anyone here.
I agree with that.
It's like look at this.
I agree.
Everyone look at.
It's
we can
gotta
put
be a
anyone.
setup.
we
It's
fucking-
gotta be a
The
fucking
best, the
setup.
best reaction is Republicans who are like, now that they indicted him 34 times, Trump's gonna win. It's like, do you think there's gonna be an election? You're cute.
It's gonna go nuts. dude.
I have a very similar
Well,
point of view,
I mean,
which incidentally is a song I just put out.
Wait,
Hey,
what is
it's
it?
actually very good.
Wait,
Yeah, did we put the koozie up there?
it's your solo stuff?
Carnival.
Yeah, no,
Carnival.
keep talking about it.
No, what song is it? What song is
It's
it?
called Cynical Point of View
Cynical Point
by
of View.
Ben Ford on Spotify
Right.
or any streaming platform of your choice.
Excellent.
Uh,
Your solo
like
stuff's great
Cyborg.
too.
Yeah, if you don't know how to spell my last name, fuck you. It's hard to spell.
Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pronounce it right.
Is it just?
You know how to
Is
spell
it Forge?
No, it's
Ford
Ford.
F-150.
Forge.
It's hard to spell. That's what I'm saying. It's not right.
It's how do you spell it?
How do you spell it?
I just said it. Forge.
I'm a postmodernist. I believe
You
that
got the
things
letters
can be
correct,
spelled.
wrong order.
That's true. It's
Well, letters
correct, wrong order.
F-O-E-R-G.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what word is possibly spelled like that? It's dumb.
What's German?
It's German, and I'm not German.
My last name's
The
Dutch,
fuck?
but it's Ruster. and
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
like,
I know about
that's wild though, dude.
Yeah.
there's none,
Ford.
but you,
Ford.
No, I'm not German.
at all.
No.
What is
That's
the
No, my
vocabulary?
whole family just has a bunch of German shit hanging around, thinking like it's cool, but I'm not German.
you're not
Thinking
even
like,
like
it's cool.
you're not even like 8%.
No, I'm like really Irish and Polish. And Jewish, apparently.
Interesting. Did you do a DNA test thing
My mom did.
on her? And
Yeah,
then
so
she got a lot
Because
of
I got the
information
gene from her, I'm honorarily. That's how it works.
That is how it
I don't make the
works.
rules.
from it.
They're
Bernie,
weird
you married
rules.
Cynthia, dude. You know this.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm
You're
a
fucking
queer.
Polish Catholic, Ben.
I'm a queer for Palestine.
yeah,
Yeah, there we go. All right, bomb dropped. I gotta pee.
Fucking
council.
Dude, fucking guys, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what? I don't know what I'm thinking or doing either. But man, do you people understand? And by you people, what do you mean, you people? I mean people who don't fucking think about what they're doing. That's you people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think there's
Not any one group. It's like stop and think what you're actually doing and who you're actually representing, like the ideals that you are representing.
I think there's a lot of people who ironically
Not
like
queer
they
ideology
don't do it ironically, but they take a stance
and
for
identity.
certain things where it's just like, yo, these would not be like Western or considered liberal values.
Right,
You're,
at
like,
all,
you're standing
at
for
all.
things that it's like,
They're just insane.
are incredibly back
On both sides. Again, on both sides.
One
Oh
of my-
yeah, I mean, it's because again, we grew up in like the idea of like very conservative Southern Baptist,
Yeah.
so it is like an extreme on
All
right side of
Republicans,
things, right?
dude. I grew up in a
Like,
Ronald Reagan fucking family. Like, and I mean,
yeah.
Ronald Reagan was the devil. 9/11. They're lying to you about 9/11, and Jesus was a black man.
That was the first episode.
Fucking Boondocks, yeah.
Yeah.
I told you not to be dreaming about speaking truth to white people. Fucking Boondocks is great. If anyone's
Nice.
never seen
Boondocks is my
Boondocks,
favorite
fucking
show.
watch Boondocks. It's so great. Except for the last season. The last season's not good.
Talking about things you
The
couldn't
creator
make
left.
today.
Is anyone even still
They've
watching
tried.
this? Do we?
Boondocks.
No,
is-
no one- no one
this,
is
the
watching
stream.
No, yeah, no.
No, the stream. I was like,
People are
Boondocks,
definitely
it
still
ended,
watching Boondocks,
unfortunately.
yes.
Yeah.
What about this? How
Is anyone
also, how
watching
long have
this?
we been going?
Is anybody out there?
You getting tired?
No, I'm just like
How
Just
long
curious,
have we
just
gone?
curious.
How
Yeah.
long have we gone? Yeah.
2.5 hours.
nice.
Wow.
Hold on, I got some more things to say.
Nice.
No, totally,
Yeah.
totally.
Let's fucking go. I'm strapped in. Let's fucking do it.
I want to
2.5
meet
hours.
a pimp named Slick.
Hey,
Pat. That's who I want. to
You know what's a ridiculous claim? Is that Joe Biden won this last election? You know what? You know what's an even more ridiculous claim? Is that he had more votes than any president in history,
Yeah,
that's
including
fucking
Obama.
stupid.
including Obama.
That's just like who
That's
fucking-
bullshit.
Who believes that?
That's
Dude?
fucking bullshit.
Fucking sheep
And
believe that shit.
They don't care that we know this.
Right.
That's how fucking smug they
They're
are.
putting the lies in your face now, dude.
They're
Like,
just
and by
like-
they, we mean the powers.
they're
that be.
telling
We don't
you-
mean one side or the other. We
It's
mean
the same thing
people
they
above
did-
Those people.
It's the same thing they did with JFK. They didn't kill him silently.
Oh,
they
God,
killed
don't
him
get
in a
me started on
fucking
that.
parade.
Exactly. Publicly,
tell
as
you-
publicly as possible, dude.
And they're like, as long
in
as
Dallas, dude.
As long as they have
remind me to tell you
plausible
about my mom. My
deniability.
mom remembers like that whole day. She was in like race.
The same people trying to convince you that the world is round.
they,
That one guy
People
shot
are
JFK.
idiots.
Same
The
fucking
moon is real.
It's made
And
cream.
birds.
one fucking guy like hanging out a window.
We all know birds
That's
are
bullshit.
Fucking that guy's such
Birds,
bullshit.
birds are drones.
Ah, don't even get me started on
the,
this.
the CIA killed Kennedy.
Birds.
Well,
They killed RFK
them and a
Senior.
a whole. It was just. It wasn't
You know,
just
it's
them.
an acronym.
It
There's
wasn't.
mafia shit,
it,
too.
I cannot
dude,
take
it was.
that
There was
back.
a lot
It's
going
a-
on.
Yeah, you
There
know
was
what
like
birds
UFO
stand
disclosure
for?
shit that was
Big
going on in there that they didn't want to come
Iridescent.
public. Like,
Yep.
dude, he was
Radiant.
gonna pull out of Vietnam.
Real,
like, that whole
but
thing
then
is
not.
fucking insane. Like he was gonna pull out of
drone.
Vietnam and absolutely in that war. And
System.
That's a
Yeah.
big part of the
Yeah,
reason.
that's
because the contractors.
I thought
needed
that tea
fucking
was
shit
nice,
to
so
keep
I'm
going.
glad you saved it.
Lyndon
Yes.
Johnson took
Some
over
birds
for
were
him.
good.
That
Birds.
motherfucker.
Birds.
Don't even get me started about this shit. Lyndon
That's-
Johnson was not a good man.
He killed JFK.
Apparently had a
Yeah.
huge
He
dick
had
though.
something in it.
So you like Roger Stone?
Guys, his head just
Roger
did that.
Stone? You mean Oliver Stone?
Kennedy's head just
no,
did
Roger,
that.
Roger Stone.
That's
Oh,
It just
oh,
blew
well,
up.
I mean, like,
Huh?
He published the book
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
LBJ did.
yeah,
Kennedy's head just did that. It just
like
exploded on itself.
Back into the
I
left.
haven't read that
Yeah.
book. I haven't. Yeah, but
Back
that,
into the left.
Sometimes
that
What
fucking.
is it?
I
that-
love
that
that
film.
Hicks around now.
What is it?
If Bill Hickson
is
lived,
like the most
the
famous
book-
example of like
A red
conspiracy
flag, a total
yeah,
red flag.
Right.
Like it was complete
Right.
bullshit. You know,
Hey.
Jim Morrison's father was there. In the
Well,
Gulf of
actually,
Tonkin.
dude,
Jim Morrison's
so there's
father
a
was
huge-
an admiral in the fucking
There's a
Navy.
huge conspiracy
was-
theory
There at the Gulf of Tonkin, like it didn't happen. It wasn't an actual
about
thing.
how the
The
Well,
Gulf
the
of
story-
Tonkin is like the most famous false flag ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, Jim Morrison's father was there.
Aside from the Trojan
So there's a whole
horse.
thing about how the
what?
CIA infiltrated the
Trojan
Laurel
horse.
Canyon scene, music scene of the.
I've heard that too,
yeah.
actually. I've totally
because
heard
of
that.
like the
Laurel
amount of
Canyon?
Yeah.
the amount of prominent
and cultural
um,
influence that it was going to have, and they
dude like
actively
so
tried
it,
to like
it,
poison
it even
babies and
includes
fuck them up.
Frank Zappa,
They did.
whose father
I've heard
worked
him.
at is it Ravenwood, the really
That
famous
one.
top secret base. I think it's in Maryland, where like they tested a lot of chemicals.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
crazy
about.
shit like
and I'm
that.
mad I can't think of the
Jim
name.
Morrison's dad was one of them.
Did they test him on him, or was he a tester?
No, he was just like
They
he
were
was a
just-
scientist for the military. But Ravenswood
What the
was famous for
fuck?
they
Yeah, what the
Little
they
Nazi
dosed,
shit.
they dosed.
dude? We brought Nazis
the
over here.
soldiers.
That's how we got to the fucking moon.
They
The
dosed
Nazis helped us.
Operation.
yeah.
Yeah,
But jokes on
Werner
you, we
von
never
Braun-
went to the moon.
Werner von Braun was
'Cause there
in
is no
Disney videos. Like there exists
Oh, yeah, no, for sure,
footage
dude.
of him
Yeah.
giving presentations that they showed on TV of a fucking Nazi war criminal. The guy who invented the V2 rocket is standing there talking
We
to fucking
took-
kids in a Disney fucking
You
film.
think he invented the V2
hold
rocket,
on.
but the moon is a
I wanna
hologram
get-
on a projector screen.
Oh, that's why it doesn't move. I got it.
I want to get
On
this.
top
I wanna
of a
get the
flat
name of
Earth.
this.
That's why sometimes it's a Bruce Almighty movie. You're like, how the fuck is that happening, dude?
Dude, I'm just wondering if the moon was made of spare ribs. Which I mean,
Would you eat it? I would. I know. I put some barbecue sauce.
You remember when I was serious like 30 minutes ago?
Yeah.
That was fun.
We were
That's
really
fun.
in a.
I like that we
deep
keep
place.
going in and out of it.
If you
11
could,
rows.
if you could bring back 3 people from the dead, this is a what was it? Cosmopolitan challenge. That magazine.
Seriously?
So
If you
okay,
could bring back 3 people from the dead,
so not only Von
think
Braun, right?
you would bring
Yeah.
back Werner von Braun. That's insane. That is the most insane
Well
I've
played.
ever heard.
That's
Well
suspect.
played. Oh my
That's
God,
suspect
good.
behavior.
Oh,
Edit that.
yeah,
You're
clip it.
so
That's perfect.
That's so good.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
That
so,
is nuts.
Not only
so,
him.
so you brought like okay, so Von Braun, right? Helped
Yeah.
us get to the moon.
Who you would bring back from the dead.
Apparently, that was kind of awesome.
And he was
That was like
That
perfectly
that was
timed.
luck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Elon Musk would have
that
a
was
battle
awesome.
for fucking space supremacy.
Oh,
Imagine that. Imagine Elon Musk versus Werner von Braun.
Von Braun would win.
I don't think so,
Absolutely.
dude.
Elon Musk is
They
pretty
gave him his
sharp.
own
He
island.
is.
They gave him his own island.
Who, Werner?
So is it Elon
Yeah.
Musk's resources
wife.
versus
Yeah.
Dude, that's like
brain,
the
or
fucking,
is it
that's like the
an
Jew
equal
hunter at the end of Inglorious
X
Bastards.
versus
I would like a
Werner
property on Nantucket Islands.
But not only did we take German scientists right
Yeah.
for the space program, we also took Japanese
Mhm.
scientists who
Yeah.
were in Unit 731.
Those guys were
And
fucked
if you
up.
know anything about the history of Unit 731,
They were even crazier than
They-
the
yeah,
Nazis.
I was gonna say, when you can
They
say
had no
when you
absolute
can
morality.
say the
The emperor
fucking
was their
words,
absolute morality.
even the Nazis didn't do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
The
was
Nazis drew the line
731.
before the
I'm not
Japanese.
even kidding.
And-
So we took
Because
because
kinda fucked up.
bomb
And
is
it's-
not
and
just
it's-
lives,
and
dude. That war would have gone on forever. They would have all died. Like they
It's-
believed that the emperor was God.
Bro, it
So
was-
they had no
did.
absolute morality. To circle back to the deepness of what we were talking about.
Yes, state control.
So another like random fact about that. So the town where Unit 731 was based in,
Uh-huh.
right? If I'm not mistaken, the building that they inhabited, like it used to be an old mill or like an old like log factory or something like that.
Mhm.
So there was this thing where they would refer to their specimens, like the test
Test
patients, right?
subjects, yeah.
The prisoners as logs.
Oh, that's fucked off.
As what?
Yeah, as
That's like a
logs.
Like a log, like
dehumanization
as a
thing.
log,
Totally.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
hello,
like you're
yeah,
just a fucking piece of wood.
Yeah, dude.
whatever, yeah.
Dude.
And that's like how they found out the pressure, the amount of pressure that a human body.
I love that.
Crack it,
We
like,
needed
dude,
science
it's-
to be
dude,
like, this is the temperature that a human
yo,
body boils.
Well,
at.
it had to do with
Crazy
airplanes.
as hell, dude.
Airplanes
Like,
weren't
we
vacuum
took
sealed
it.
at that point. Like those
'Cause we
bombers and
needed to
shit
research.
weren't vacuum sealed.
And
They didn't know how
admittedly,
high
like,
people could go. I mean, I'm not justifying it. I'm saying
No,
that
no,
was
no.
their thought
But you
process. That's what
can't
they were
deny
trying to figure out.
Disclaimer.
actual science. Like
The
There's
Chaos
a lot of
Council
great
does not
science
Dude, they had a
Sorry,
they had a
731.
contraption called Diglocka the Bell that like apparently was a fucking time travel machine and
Sounds
shit.
like a
Like
Christmas song.
yeah, Diglocka is German for the bell. It's what they called it.
Yeah.
And, like apparently it was some like might have been UFO. Like there was a UFO crash in fucking Italy in like the 30s before anything kicked off.
Yeah.
Are you a UFO guy? Are you a UFO
Oh, yeah.
guy?
I have seen 2
I have.
UFOs. I believe
I've never
UFOs
seen
are
one.
interdimensional, like
No.
probably demons. I don't know
Like
what the fuck they are.
Paladin
I do not
kinda
think they're
shit?
from outer space. No,
Okay. Like
I think
I personally
Tucker
don't.
Carlson kind of.
No,
I
no,
think
fuck
That's
off.
what it sounds like.
I don't wear a bow tie, dude. No.
I think he's given up the bow tie.
so you're
Bow
like
ties are cool
basically
according to
Hitler, right?
Doctor Who. And then the 11th Doctor was the shit. Anybody who's watching this,
Do
Matt Smith's
you
fucking
think
great.
that
I
like
believe in
I'm honestly
I don't believe in aliens from outer
I
space.
think
I'm
that-
honestly a
Maybe not.
total ignoramus on
Maybe
the
not.
subject.
they could
But
be
I've seen 2
interdimensional
UFOs
beings.
in person
But
that
if
were
space
big.
is truly
Like the
infinite,
Paladin.
then I think the chances that we are the only.
What's the paladin? I don't know what
Okay.
the
I
paladin
don't. Yeah,
is.
sorry.
Do you know the Paladin?
No, they.
I also want
I don't.
cigarettes.
What is that?
I need-
It's like
I need a
Patagonia.
cigarette.
It's like a kind of shoe.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Yeah, but they're little.
Patagonia is a country, right?
No, it's a boot company.
I
isn't
think
it?
it's both
Comes
of
from
those.
They
things.
make-
Patagonia was a country. It's not a country anymore.
like Banana Republic.
That's a country.
Well, they talk about it in the Princess
Is-
Bride,
was
but
it?
that's
It
not a
was like in
historical
South
movie,
America. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Dude, what a great fucking movie. Dude.
So,
I
well,
have no
awesome.
idea what I'm talking
I
about.
asked everyone who comes on that question, like, not do you believe in
DMT?
aliens? That too. But like not do you believe in aliens? Because everyone unanimously agrees that
There's
it's
something out there.
statistically
This,
impossible
you're right,
for there not to be
yeah.
life. But do
Oh,
you think
sure. I
they've
think
been
there's
here?
life out there in the universe.
What's up?
I
Do you
just
think
don't
they've
it's
been
coming
here though?
No,
I do.
I don't.
Okay.
I do.
I also
So
think
you
I
guys,
think,
so.
I think,
you guys
I think the universe is a
diverge,
dark forest.
and you think
honestly.
they're extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
You think they're not
No,
extraterrestrial.
you're saying they're interdimensional.
Yes.
What the fuck's the difference?
Well,
There's
one
a
is
big
from outer
difference. There's a huge
space.
difference.
One is from
One
another
physically
plane of
exists in this
existence.
Well, here's the
universe
thing,
and
they-
has technology that's sufficiently more advanced than ours that it would appear as magic. Okay,
Couldn't that be
that's his.
extraterrestrial too?
That's his.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
his.
Okay,
Is-
so the
is that
difference.
if there are beings that exist physically on another planet in another star system or whatever the
But
fuck,
in the
and their
physical
technology, their technology is advanced for thousands of years until the point where they are literally so advanced that they can do that. Okay, that's what he's saying.
I also
What
do
I-
think the idea of interdimensional beings,
too.
I think, is
I
not out of the question.
I'm with you,
Right.
Will. I think both of them are true.
You're an Alex Jones.
I
fan.
think both could be true, but I don't think they're coming here physically. And because, again, like the
What
Dark
about
Forest
all the
thing,
what
which I
actually-
can't articulate, but you guys
Oh,
should definitely
boy.
check that theory out. It's
I got
fucking wild.
we got some heat coming in here. What about like all the USOs, like the
That shit's crazy. They're
submerged
definitely
stuff?
underwater.
Where it's
Yeah.
like transmedian objects.
Sorry,
where
we're
it's
in
like
the
fucking
USO?
oceans.
USO, yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
what does that mean?
like
They're in
Underwater
caves
submer- or,
in the oceans.
unidentified
Oh, you're talking
submerged.
about that shit's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they move at speeds where they hit that water and they still just fucking go right in it. Like
And they
no
can go,
inertia,
like,
no
resistance.
inertia at all.
Bro,
Yeah.
Like to the deepest levels. and
Which means
fucking-
it's not propulsion. It's somehow moving without a propulsion
Yeah.
system. So
And-
it's doing
And,
something
and
and
like,
like
you know,
it's
they
magic.
some
to
of them
us.
could be drones. I don't fucking
you
know.
also did you have dudes
It's probably a lot of
who
dudes.
were
It's George
high
Bush.
who were high ranking
Those fuckers, dude.
colonels.
He ran the CIA.
Or like
He did,
high ranking
actually.
like pilots, right? Who
HW.
have flown
Yeah.
the fastest machines capable.
Yeah.
That we know of, whether it's like
That have seen these things and tracked them.
yeah,
They're
whether
we
it's like a
cannot
sort of
fucking
like
keep up
top
with this
secret program, or they're out there like
Isn't it weird that they're all pedophiles?
shit.
The
The pilots,
CIA always
Oh,
manages
yes.
to find shit on their computer.
no, yeah, yeah.
to
No, so
discredit
like
them.
so these dudes like they're
Exactly.
coming out with sightings where it's like, yo, I've flown the fastest thing known to man.
Right. That's
And I
physically
and I
possible.
witnessed something that just punked me out, and not only me, but 3 other people.
And
right?
making
Like we
sharp
had,
turns on a dime,
Shit's
doing
insane.
crazy, like,
losing no momentum.
Yeah,
well,
it-
It's so hard.
favor, right?
They put out
David
like all
Faber.
this
David
counter
Faber,
fucking
yeah.
Yo,
this
his-
propaganda.
that
bullshit.
too.
His
That's
story,
impossible.
Okay, so the things that I
Also-
saw were not
also-
physical
wait,
crap.
hold on.
Sorry.
Wait, 'cause I want to hear. I want to hear.
I don't know.
The other thing about the Fravor story, dude, is the Tic Tac thing, right?
Yeah.
He talks about how
Operation Tic Tac. Yeah, that was crazy.
like that's like the ship's like basically
That's
the
what they
shape
call
of
it. That's
a
what
Tic
they
Tac, right?
I pay more attention to Operation Mentos.
The
That's
fresh
the Foo
maker.
Fighters one, right?
Futos.
Yeah.
Futos.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
You
yes.
you told me about some of the shit.
Futos
Oh.
is great. That's such a good video.
Yes,
Well, I
absolutely.
talked about.
But he talks about how like so the water like so there's no propulsion coming out of this thing, right?
Yeah.
And how there's no wake on this day, like the water is very calm.
Yeah.
There were no waves coming in.
there was something underneath it.
no
too.
white caps. But he was like in this one area, you could see what looked to be something under the water.
Yeah.
That was sort of like causing white caps in like just this the only area, like
Concentrated
everything else
area.
is super calm, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it seemed like there was something underneath the water,
Yeah.
right? Whether that thing was like being launched out or who the fuck knows.
The
But,
abyss.
but there was some
It's
sort
the
of
abyss,
connection with this thing under the ocean. Tic Tac. Also, dude,
Mentos.
Mentos,
That's what we
Also,
got. That's what we're gonna call it for now.
Asian American.
Yeah.
Trying to
It
not
identifies
bring
as a
up
Mentos,
inflation.
okay? It identifies as a Mentos.
If any government has access to these things, they would have already taken over
There's-
the world
That's
because it's
I
more
agree.
powerful than a
I
nuke.
agree. I agree.
yo, dude.
We do not understand
We got
whatever
the
we
fucking
have.
nuke and we
Yeah.
dropped that very quickly.
Yeah.
After we got that, we're just like Japan. Check this out.
Well, but we had the motivation.
Yeah, we had to stop that.
Right,
It was almost. I bet you there were a bunch of warmongers at that time who were like, "We have to
Oh,
use
of course
it.
there
Dude,
were.
but here's
Of
the
course
thing.
there were. Of course there were.
The
I'm not.
things-
I'm not justifying. it.
The
I'm just-
things that have like
I'm not either. I'm
blown
just-
up
But
recently.
yeah, there definitely were.
Like,
warmongers that wanted to fucking do that.
The things that have blown up like in recent years that have sort of like taken this more mainstream. All of these types of accounts are also very well documented. 80 years, like happening 80 years ago
100 years
or
ago.
100 years ago, and it's like, yo,
500
dude,
years ago. There's.
I
fucking-
have a hard time believing
imagery.
if it was a government that had this technology.
I agree. agree.
and having it for 70 plus fucking years, that at some point
And I'm sure things
they
like
would
fiber
like
optics and
put
stuff-
that dick
okay.
on the table and
Let-
like,
Let me
check
back
this
up
out.
on like
Yeah.
the
You know,
whole
like,
physical
I
craft
just-
thing.
This
Like
is
there
the
have been
argument
physical
for
crafts that are
Jesus'
recovered.
existence.
Like I think there are probably physical craft that have
Enough
been
people
recovered. So
saw
they
it.
might be fucking from another plane. I don't know, man. But whatever their
Yeah.
technology is,
But it
like,
also
that's
could-
where fiber
they-
optics supposedly came from.
they
I don't
had
know.
a dimension, like,
Wait, so
I'm
how
not
is
close to
your
that.
view different?
Well, what I kick it around in my brain, and I don't fucking know if I'm right. I really don't.
More like Minecraft beings.
No, like I believe
You
again
can
in
tell me to
moral
shut the
absolutism.
fuck up
No,
anytime.
I want to like try to articulate this correctly.
He's talking
I
about
believe-
dimensional aliens.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
I just
but
yeah,
beings or whatever they are. I mean, alien. Yeah, sure, that we can use that word too. But like, so we were talking earlier about is something absolute? Is truth absolute?
Sure.
Like, is morality absolute or whatever? Like, so I do believe that, and by extension, I believe that there is light and dark in the universe, and they both exist in the universe because the universe is imperfect, and so they have to both exist. Like, you have to know your shadow self, that kind of thing. But like, also,
Can't have good without the bad.
yeah, exactly. And so, by extension, there are beings on both sides of that equation.
That embody
what I
these
believe.
concepts.
So it's more of like a spiritual thing.
Yes,
Is
that's
it-
what I believe.
Is that
Some of it, at least. The two things that I saw were not physical craft. They were luminous fucking objects that like behaved in a way that was completely fucking irrational. And
were
just-
you on acid?
No.
Okay.
No, I was completely sober.
The
both
last
times.
person-
Both times.
Was this in Oklahoma?
Yeah, one was in Oklahoma, one was here after I moved here.
Was
Sitting
it
on the balcony
like
2 in the
a-
morning smoking a cigarette.
Rural setting or like
In Oklahoma, it was in Edmond, which is like an extension of Oklahoma City, right? It's like a suburb of Oklahoma City.
Oh,
It's
when-
like a,
when
like a
was
Franklin.
this?
This would have been my senior year of high school, so 1998. It was like the
I was
winter of
helping my
senior year of high
dad
school.
set up our satellite dish that
Uh-huh.
day. You might have been able to see it.
How old were you in 1998?
8 years old. But I was really strong.
To help with the satellite dish?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, well, back
strong
then
and
those things were
competent
huge. They didn't
8-year-old.
have the little direct.
They
to
were
dishes.
unbelievable.
Yeah, they were massive. My
You
uncle
could
had
eat,
one in the backyard.
you
of
could
his
feed a
house.
whole
No, for
soup
real, he
kitchen
did, though.
off
It was
that
fucking
thing.
huge. He had one like an old school one. My
But
uncle
okay,
did.
so it's different in that you think
98. Well,
they're
let me finish the siding story, and then I'll
sorry.
sort of
Yeah.
explain to you why. When this happened, when I was 17, basically, like it fucking opened my mind in a way that like you can't really describe because it was fucking inexplicable. And like I grew up on the X-Files and shit, so like it wasn't like I wanted to believe. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm Tim Scully.
And for a long time, I was fucking. Oh, I love Scully. She's so beautiful. Gillian Anderson, great actors.
She's
Anyway,
pretty hot.
so and David Duchovny's great in that show. It's a good fucking show.
He's hot too.
He's got a weird nose, man. I'm not gonna lie. so
Chaos.
we're
Curveball,
man.
Yeah.
And the plot
you asked if I was
thickens.
on acid, which I wasn't. The funny thing about that is we were going to this dude's apartment to get a
I,
bag of
I
weed.
only asked just to justify it because the last person I talked to about this shit told me all about it. And then at the end of the story, I was like, were you on acid? She's like, yes, but I'm like,
Yeah,
Jeez,
can't.
okay, anyway, you were.
No,
you
that's
were-
yeah, fucking doorknobs.
I'm sorry.
Fucking guys. No, not you, but fucking doorknobs that are like, yeah, I saw a UFO on acid. And it's like, oh, did you? Or did you see a fucking satellite? Or a
Fucking
bird?
Right. Yeah,
Did you
dude,
try to pet
yeah.
the bird? Because
You're
seriously.
tripping balls.
Yeah.
Barely a door hinge.
So you were on
So-
your way to your friend's house to get acid.
no, we were in the parking lot. No, not acid. Weed. We were just
Weed.
going to buy a bag of
Okay.
weed. It was me and this kid that I drove around with. His name was Kyle. I'd never forget this. We drove in this little shitty fucking like Toyota Tercel or some shit. And like we could always park right by his apartment. His apartment was up the stairs and we opened the door. But that night, for whatever reason, I think there was like a football game going on that was right next to it. And like the parking lot was full of the apartment complex. And we had to park all the way down. His apartment's like here. We had to go all the way down in this single parking, and we had to park all the way at the end. We get out of the car. We start walking back to his apartment. And like somewhere in between, there was a long enough walk that took like a minute or two probably. And at some point, like both of us stop and we look up, and there's three luminous orbs that are fucking just doing this shit. I'm not like that's the
Just
best way
going
I can
every which
describe
way,
it.
like,
There was three of
there's
them.
no-
They were weaving in and out of each other, like, and they were not fucking spotlights.
Like,
Like
making
they were
turns that, like,
definitely
you should be able
all
to
over the
makes
fucking
sense.
sky, dude.
Yeah.
All over the fucking sky, all three of them, and they were doing it together. It wasn't like they were going in different directions. They were clearly like in some kind of
Synchronized
like
and so-
mermation. I don't know, fucking, it was crazy. And I don't know how long we stood there and stared at them, but we both stood there and stared at them. And then at some point, they came together as one. It got real bright for a second, and then it like it got smaller,
So
like it shot
that's-
up. Okay, but
It's
again,
a common thing that you see. with,
it
like,
was not a physical
different
craft. It
birds.
made no
Yeah.
fucking noise. Like it was that's what it was. That's what I fucking saw. And he saw it too. And we both are standing there. And like, I remember looking at
You
it.
guys were sober.
Yeah, we were completely sober. We were going to buy a bag
How
of weed.
old were you?
And the story ends, I was 17. I was-
17?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, so we're like, I was like, and I don't even think we said anything. Like in my head, when I remember it now, I feel like,
What do
dude,
you say?
dude. But I don't think we really even said anything. I think we just kept walking. And we had missing time. That's the fucking weird ass thing. Is like we had gotten out of his car, and I remember looking at his clock, and it was like 9:15-ish or whatever. And when we knocked on that fucking door, it was like 9:50 something. It was almost 10 o'clock. And I mean, either we stood there for 20 fucking minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, or I don't know what the fuck. But like,
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I left. I didn't feel like I went anywhere. We just watched it, and then it disappeared. So we knock on the door, we go in, and there's a bunch of people fucking sitting on the couch. It's loud. As soon as they open the door, there's music going, and like this dude that fucking said he was a Satanist and
And you're in
fucking
your
dealt us
head
weed.
like,
Do I tell them?
We're both, no, we did immediately, of course, because we're kids. We're like, dude, you're never gonna believe what we
Yeah,
fucking
you're
saw.
fucking
And we
17.
sit down, and
Yeah.
there's joints passing. So of course we're immediately hitting the joint, telling the story, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever, dude. And we're like, no, we were fucking sober. I swear to God, it happened, dude. It's fucking crazy. And it
I
did
don't
like
doubt it.
my mind.
So
a
what
little
about
bit.
that makes you think it's not extraterrestrial?
Not physical, not a physical
Yeah.
craft.
yeah.
Because like the amount of ability and energy that it would take to get here. First of all, why would they come here unless they're looking for resources, which is a dark
Or
forest thing?
They're just on the moon, like they're already here and in the oceans.
But what are okay?
Yeah, they already have potential.
And again, I'm not arguing against that.
And
You could be
also-
totally right. I could be totally fucking wrong. I don't know.
So the
Also, the
oldest,
idea is like, maybe it is,
I think it's a lot of things.
it's a civilization or it's a race of people, whatever, race of beings
Yeah,
that
People of color.
evolved or started like
way
maybe
earlier.
much earlier
Sure,
than us.
sure,
So, like,
absolutely.
so
And
it is
that could be true.
like we were talking about, like the idea of like after World War II, when the military left, we set up a lot of bases on the Pacific Islands, right?
Yeah.
There were a lot of uncontacted tribes there.
Yeah.
During the time.
Savages.
While we
No,
were there,
tell-
we
yeah,
like
tell them the
we
story.
clothed them and we would give them food and all these things, and then we left after.
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And there were all these religions that popped up amongst these tribes on these islands where the military had set up bases because we brought them things. So they viewed us
Those are gods.
as our gods, right? And so they would build these massive effigies of like jets or planes, right? And
Yeah, they
burn
wanted
it.
the planes to come back.
Right. And so like
bounty.
yeah, it's like the idea of like
Yeah.
having a technology that like we look at, we can't comprehend, we don't know how to
This is the quote.
And it-
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Arthur C. Clarke.
Yeah, I
wrote
mean,
that.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like if it's high, if it's advanced enough, like we wouldn't know the difference.
yeah,
between
and
we
that
can't
magic.
and we know what is necessary and conducive to have life on a planet somewhere, right? The elements, the things you need to sustain life. And so who's to say that there's not if space is truly infinite, there's not another planet out there.
Well, it's not
Can I-
infinite.
with
I don't
people
believe
who-
space is infinite.
Can I
And
ask,
even if there is a God, like, right, if you bring it back to this idea, like, oh, there is, God is some sort of
Infinity could be
individual,
God,
right? Like,
really. Like infinity
who's
is
to
what
say that
exists
he
outside
couldn't
of
also
existence.
have
That's
made
what our
that
religion
as well?
says.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Basically, yeah.
can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Do you think that the disagreement, not that you guys are arguing or not, but
no,
The differing
It-
viewpoints.
The
yeah, in
interdimensional
my
thing is-
head, I'm kind of trying to
it's
figure it out.
very interesting. I think, like,
What I'm saying is, do you think the difference could just come down to worldview? Like, you don't really believe in God, you do.
oh, it definitely could, dude.
Yeah,
Definitely could.
Like, do you think there's a paraphysical realm? What do they call
Metaphysical.
it?
I think
yeah,
both of those
yeah,
things
thank
are
you.
true.
Paraphysical.
I
might
think
work.
there's
But it's like you can't
alien
explain it
entities.
from a metaphysical point of view because you're not really a metaphysical believer.
And really, it could be both.
I think it's both.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No,
But it doesn't
If I
make a
ever-
material.
It's
difference.
Yeah.
Not really. Again, like it goes back to your flat earth thing. Like, and really, like,
there's definitely something to that.
because yeah, it's like it doesn't affect me, even though I've fucking seen shit that I'm
Right,
like,
but the
"Oh, I don't
world
know
is
what the fuck
flat."
that was."
Objectively. You guys know about the
According
What
to
about-
God.
What about the other one? So it's basically interdimensional,
Mhm.
right?
Right,
Extraterrestrial,
Mhm.
or time travel.
Yeah, I don't
What do
believe
you guys
that.
think about the
There's-
time travel?
There's no way.
You
Well,
can travel
you
forward
watch
in time.
Back to the Future and you're like, that's what it is.
Yeah,
That
I don't-
explains everything.
Yeah, I don't believe in time travel either.
Like, do
You can
people
travel
actually
forward
believe
in
that?
time because we're doing it right now.
No, I
You can't go
Oh.
back.
No,
Well,
that actually
The past
is like
exists as an imprint on
one
like,
of the
A
things.
subsect of
Yes.
quantum. Oh, Jesus.
I mean, I
the
think
past
the idea of
always
them
exists.
just
You can't
being
go
an
back.
extraterrestrial
I don't
race,
think so.
people
I don't
It's
think so.
in
somewhere else.
stone.
I don't
What's
think so.
the-
Or
Yeah,
there's
Well,
an
the
extra-
Akashic
I think that's much
record,
more.
like,
What's the
investigation.
law that's the simplest explanation is usually
Occam's
true?
razor.
Occam's razor.
Yeah.
And so to me, I'm like, I don't know, the interdimensional seems to be like an extra layer.
I don't disagree.
But I'm not-
I'm thinking way too hard.
I'm not
about it.
actually sure about that.
And it is influenced by my personal spiritual belief
That's what
in
I'm
a
saying.
metaphysical realm. It is.
And I'm not arguing.
That's a
And
really
I-
good argument.
Just for the record.
And all I would say to that is like sometimes that's not true. Like that's a general rule of thumb. Is like the simple
Yes.
Occam's
answer
razor, yeah. But
is
sometimes,
usually
Yeah.
the correct.
sometimes life's
answer.
strange, dude, and sometimes weird.
Reality
shit
is
happens,
fucking
and
stranger
sometimes
than
chaos.
fiction. Often.
100
rules.
yeah, 100
Chaos
Thompson
Council.
And
Hunter
that is
S.
my
Thompson
personal
said,
point about my view on reality as it is. It's like I do think that there is an order, but I also think that like it can't exist without the chaos of our existence because our existence is fucking physically
Well,
like
chaos
Right.
is the world. Order is people putting it in place, like creating civilization. Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Entropy's a weird concept.
until we go nuts.
Yeah, entropy's a weird concept because dude, our system right now is not really sustainable. Like how the fuck can we just keep like
I think we can just keep accruing debt until like time immemorial.
that's terrible advice for a child.
Yeah,
You guys
it's
know the
horrible
song,
advice for
Any
anybody.
children that are watching this, don't listen to us. We
No,
do not know what we're
don't
talking
listen
about.
to a single word I said.
You guys know the
Fucking-
David Bowie song, "The
fucking-
Width of a Circle"?
The length of a circle.
The width of a circle.
I don't.
Who's
and
that
I feel
by?
ashamed.
David Bowie.
What did I
On
miss?
what? On what album?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, I
But
don't know that.
he
book,
says-
so-
there's a
I feel like
line
I
in there.
probably know this.
If I hear
He's
it, I'll
like-
be like,
He's like, I saw a monster sitting beneath a tree, and I saw that monster
I know
was
this
me. And there was a
yes, I have
bird,
heard it.
and it chuckled Khalil Gibran, which is Khalil Gibran's one of these like universal consciousness
Mhm.
philosophers.
Mhm.
But also in that song, he says, "And I saw that God was a young man too." And I think that's the thing here is like God is trying to figure things out. The universe itself is trying to coexist with itself.
Do you
That
want to hear,
seems
you
to
want to
be-
hear a weird thought
Like
experiment?
it,
Yeah.
God does not have it figured out.
That seems to be
Based
the
on what he
lesson.
says.
Yeah.
Like this is the thought experiment. Okay, based on what you just said, if that were true, imagine a being that is infinite, right, and has nothing but time and space.
I
and
pulled a
just
lever, let
infinity
the
on it.
trolley run over.
That's what I'm. Well, okay.
He
What I'm
seems
saying
like
is,
he'd be a huge piece of shit, dude.
the
if
only
God was
accomplishment
an
that an
actual
infinite
person,
being
dude.
could
Look at
have
life.
before
Like,
all
dude,
of
you're
existence
all
began, the
powerful,
only
all
thing that you
good,
could
all
do with
knowing,
yourself would be to
and-
destroy yourself. Because if you
I
knew
guess.
everything and could do everything,
Yeah.
the only thing you wouldn't know is, can I destroy myself? If you could do and know everything,
You'd also be
your
alone.
only unknown would be what happens if I stop existing. So God destroys itself.
Yes.
And that is what the
That's what
universe is
creation
now.
is.
We are God's debris, slowly building ourselves back up to a state of perfection.
Huh. Bro, you know what?
I'm not
That's
against
actually
that. That seems
Bro.
accurate.
So we'll hit a singularity. where we
That's-
become
I don't know if
pure
it's accurate, but
consciousness
my
again.
brain is fucked.
And then we'll
that's
be like,
hilarious,
fuck
dude. That
this
is
and
at the
we'll split.
root of the canon for Mortal Kombat.
Really?
The one being, I
Jesus
swear to God.
Christ.
dude.
I actually
That's
had
the
a
most
bet
random
with
fucking
my
thing
wife.
How
I've
long
ever
it would
long
take
it
him to
was
bring up
gonna be.
Mortal
Yo, dude,
Kombat?
It was either
that's-
Dune or
Dune or
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
That's
Never
hilarious,
played.
dude.
Really?
Yeah,
And I've
I'm
never
not
played.
even
I've
Yeah,
never
how have we
played
not
the
talked
It's
game.
the
about Dune
most,
yet?
it's the most
I know nothing
convoluted
about the
fucking
story.
story,
I've
dude.
never
But like
played it.
that's exactly what it is.
That's wild.
It's just like
I do want to say.
that is amazing.
I
No,
don't wanna
respect it,
step-
Chance.
I don't wanna
like
step on
fighting
Mortal
games.
No,
Kombat.
please
I
step on
always-
it. All you want.
I
I
always
don't want
step
to.
on
I
it.
don't want to.
Even back
I'm
in
just
Mortal
letting you
Kombat
know I
2.
feel
I
bad
cannot
about it.
believe that actually there was a reference point to slide that in.
It
Well,
is.
That was smooth.
Well,
Will.
It was like,
played.
That was smooth.
really?
Well, it was topical. I mean,
No, it is.
was,
It's like,
it was
it's like,
totally,
it's like no,
yeah,
like, we are like
it was totally topical.
Yeah, I mean, like we are the.
You want to
Yeah,
hear something
that-
weird?
that's
just
I
like
played-
in
I
Mortal
played the
Kombat,
first
bro.
Mortal Kombat in a fucking video arcade when I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
dude,
know
yeah.
how.
We don't have to turn this into
I got a
gay
comment
podcast.
with
I'm
the
a
blood.
nerd. It's fine.
I got a
do
comment
it
on the
fastest.
omniscient, omnibenevolent,
or
omnipresent.
omnipresent,
yeah.
Because that was like very early era Christian, really Catholic philosophers. You know,
Uh-huh.
Well, that's what
that was originally
That is
what
belief,
made me
right? Like-
not believe in God.
that it was a being that was. Okay.
Yeah, who was just like perfect.
That's because they don't
'Cause it
understand.
doesn't
the
I don't
Bible.
think it-
And
I don't
you,
think it- I
you
don't
look
think it
around
can
the
be
world and you're
perfect.
like, oh, cool, a 6-year-old has leukemia.
Yeah.
What a perfect God.
What did you look
But
at
that's
like?
not God's fault.
No, I
Right.
know, and the argument is the ways are higher, and look, I actually
It's
am,
ineffable.
I am actually sympathetic to the whole like I can't understand it, so why would I get mad?
And yeah,
Okay, but not from a religious point of view, just
Yeah.
from a point of view of like there's just fucking the Serenity Prayer.
it seems wrong. Yeah, Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change
Yes.
the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Hi, my name's
That-
Chance, and I'm a fucking addict.
Exactly. It's one of the
High
fucking
on
most
Jesus, brother.
brilliant things ever written. Because the thing is, there are simply things that are out of our
I
control.
agree. I agree.
And it's really the last line is the best one, the wisdom to tell the difference.
Yeah.
It is the hardest fucking lesson. And so for me, when I was introduced to the concept of God, it was like, okay, yeah, oh, he's omnibenevolent. Well, that's bullshit right off the bat,
It
in
is.
my opinion.
I agree.
And by the way,
It
why
can be
would
benevolent.
why would God
Ultimately
be omnibenevolent? Who? That doesn't make sense. Omnipresent? The man, I tried talking to him last night. He didn't fucking answer. Dude
Yeah,
always lets me go
okay.
to voicemail.
Keever
I
said
have,
the
I
Chaos
have, I have
Council.
responses to
I'm-
this,
I'm-
but like
It's sort of a
I'm
comedic
listening.
point.
I'm
All
listening.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
it
is,
yeah.
Read that.
14-year-old me is just like, this is just not a concept of God
Sure.
that resonates. at all.
Absolutely,
You
it
know,
didn't with
now
me
I
either.
could make better arguments for all that shit, but like,
Hey, Keever, you.
what I'm saying is like once I kind of disabused myself of that
Those
notion of
notions.
God,
Yeah, yeah.
I actually was able to be like, it took 10 years. But after that, I was just kind of able to be like, okay, yeah, I do.
Come back
There's
around, though.
there's
There's
something.
a higher
There-
power.
There's
There's
something.
a higher
Because
power.
well,
that-
there's
We
something
agree on
beyond
that.
me.
Yes,
Yeah.
That,
exactly.
that
Yes,
specific notion
I'd die
of
for
God
something.
is
Yeah.
pretty fucking
Really?
absurd. If you think about
That's
it
my
long enough,
band.
yeah.
What do you
it
mean,
is.
like an old man in the sky? Like, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's also not what the Bible says.
I was actually gonna.
The Bible
Oh, I
never
was like,
says
oh,
there's a
okay.
man in the sky.
I will fist bump
I'm
you.
here.
Chaos Council, dude.
I'm right here.
Thanks, bandmate.
Yeah. By the way, check out Karma Bowls. We have koozies now for your beers.
yeah, keep it cold.
What was the comment you were talking about?
Oh,
Keever.
yeah. Keever said the
God
Chaos,
is dead.
Chaos Council should be part of the executive branch.
Oh, absolutely, man.
We're gonna be their brain.
I'm down.
If
I-
Sharon is president, Chaos
Yes.
Council is executive
Yes,
branch.
I think if you vote us into office, you'll be very pleased with the results.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
We will do literally
I
nothing.
mean we've solved
and it'll be
all of the world's
better.
problems. So.
Every single
Yeah,
fucking
Every
Yeah.
one.
single one.
We figured it all out already.
God's real
Yeah.
or not. The world is flat or maybe not. Aliens are also real or not.
Mhm.
And his mom's hot.
Yeah,
That's what they tell me.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's the third time I made the joke. Third time's a
That's-
charm. That's it.
Comedy comes in
That's-
threes, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Chaos.
Yep,
Exactly.
That's exactly what I was referencing.
And the ultimate question, the ultimate answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything is 42.
It's always 42.
Jackie Robinson's number.
I thought it was 45, hence why I'm voting for Trump.
Ah,
But 42 is a good number too.
I don't get that. What's the 45?
As a woman who
Because
voted
he's
for the
the-
45th president of
yeah.
the United
Oh,
States,
45th.
it's kind of offensive that you don't know that as a
I'm
resident of
so
the nation
sorry.
you're living in.
I'm so sorry, Karen. You should, next time.
Not- Yeah, well,
Got him!
You should have a wig. Look at
Not our
Karen.
Oh
current
my God,
president,
I
but
know-
the
I should
former
have-
president, who is now a felon, but I mean, we can't, yeah, fucking God.
I love it. I
The whole
fucking
thing is a
love
circus.
it.
It's
dude.
so insane.
Exactly.
It's
That's
so
why I'm
nuts.
voting for this guy. Fucking
It's
put him in
insane,
there.
dude.
I want the circus. on
Again, not
full
just his side. The
broadcast.
whole thing is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like both sides of these people are like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, this is not a sincere vote. This is an ironic vote. It's fun.
Which
It'll
is
be
just
the
as good.
funniest
Which
answer.
is
Put the
just as
crazy
good,
guy
but
in
your
there.
vote is
Funniest.
fucking bullshit too. Like, don't get me started on that.
Okay, so I
Uh,
paid off a porn star.
the memes
What's
would
the
be
big
like-
What's the
deal?
big
That's all I know is the memes would
Bill
be
Clinton
fantastic.
did it in the 90s.
He also had people killed or whatever. Or Hillary probably did. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Trump has to.
She destroyed 91,000 documents with a hammer.
With a hammer. Can you believe it? They were on a laptop, but still, I mean, you know,
Do you believe it?
it's like fucking Zoolander and the
shit.
monkey suit. They're trying to get it out of the
It's
computer. Like
literal-
the files are in the computer. How do we get them out?
The files are in the computer.
What
The
is
files
this,
are in the
facility
computer,
for
man.
ants? How are they supposed to read it? They can't even fit inside the building.
Dude, we are living in insane times.
Yeah.
And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm having a good time.
You are.
I am.
I'm starting.
I hope
to
you
now.
guys are too.
I'm
I
starting
have a
to.
hard-
I
I have a
really
hard
hope
time.
you are.
Better time
I hope
now.
you are.
have to-
Sometimes
I mean, you have to make the best of it.
fuck it. You
have
get one
to, like,
life, man. We're all gonna die. Let's have some fucking
That
fun.
is the fucking truth.
That's
I
the
mean,
absurd-
We
I
are
feel like you-
absolutely
I feel like
all gonna fucking
We're gonna die.
I'm having a
And
Unknown
when-
time, like having the fucking rug pulled out from underneath their feet the way it was.
Yeah.
Like in LA, it was like, yo, dude,
The earth might as well be flat.
this fucking
I don't care.
This is shit, dude. Like, what
Because
do we
it's
do?
flat right
Yes,
now.
What
I
do
mean,
we
the
do?
floor is
Like,
flat.
It's
you know, I mean,
Empirical proof.
I'm having a good time, but I
Exactly.
it's
don't
like, you know,
relax.
like
You know?
lost years,
You're not relaxed.
lost good friends,
fucking
or like
relaxed.
some
Shit.
sort of like abstract construct.
I lost.
joint
I
or
lost.
like,
You know, a lot of
dude,
friends during that time, man.
you know,
Wait, what did you say?
Can I say
I'm
that?
having a fun time, but I can't relax. Like I get
No?
overwhelmed with.
You gotta just chill.
but you have to,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
dude.
You
have
got
to-
clovers on your fucking eyes,
It's-
or whatever those are called.
It's the
They're
best
not
time to be
thinking
alive, but like there's stuff to be done. Like I was,
Well, you should want to do that. That should drive you,
But-
man.
but it is, but it's stressful.
Yeah, but
'cause I'm
stress
trying
is
to
not
do-
bad.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm not relaxed. I'm stressed out
Results.
No, that's
because the
okay.
world's fucked up.
That's okay.
But I'm having a good time.
But the world's
I'm
always
having a
been
great time.
fucked up.
That's
Then
the
we
thing,
got
dude.
this
Yeah,
always
and
the
it's-
social
and
media
it's probably
bullshit
the
to show
best
us
it's
all.
ever been right now, realistically, dude.
For
'Cause,
our
like,
lives, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
man.
dude,
We're
I
not
mean,
tilling
it's
in the
like,
field.
yo,
We're not fucking working from
there's-
dawn till dusk to feed ourselves for one fucking day. Like we're unbelievably
man.
blessed.
I'm
like
white.
first
That
world
was never in the
problems, yo.
cards.
Like,
you know, so you have
I'm
to.
a woman. I'm voting for Trump.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes you have to
you're
like
showing your privilege.
come up
man.
for air. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you're just
Exactly.
I don't actually
if,
think
if
it's a
you're
problem.
just constantly in panic porn or like the outrage Olympics, dude, or oppression Olympics, whatever, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
That's the thing is
Of
you can get
course
offended
you're not
about
gonna be
anything. What the
happy.
fuck? Yeah, exactly. Oh,
That's,
and if
that's
they're-
my problem, Will. Is I'm like,
Because
what
there's
can
no
I do
sense
about
of
this?
humor.
And I can't do anything.
No, you
about it.
can't.
I don't
Yes.
want.
You can't.
I don't want to be callous.
You could. You
But
know what
there's
you can do.
always going
You-
to be some fight that
This-
needs.
this
to
is not
be
helping
fought.
anybody.
Like,
We're helping
This is making it
nobody.
worse.
But
This
what
is
you can
making it
do,
much
And
worse.
what
have
you
to
can
pick
do.
the
I don't
fucking
think it's
battles.
making it worse.
No, but it's not making
But
it
it's
better.
yeah, no, we're not.
I think we're a
helping,
neutral
like-
element.
Okay, so
I'm
I
saying
don't have
you
like
can be a-
delusions
you
of
can be a
grandeur,
good
but I do
person.
think this is important because not everyone does this.
You can be a good
Not
person,
everyone does do this.
bro. That is
Well,
the difference. You can be a good person. That is the fucking difference.
It starts
You can
with you.
control you.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally,
Control you,
only
man,
you can
yeah.
control.
Yeah,
And I
The
understand
serenity
that,
prayer.
but
Exactly.
I still don't know
can't say nobody.
where
else.
my limits
No.
are of like what I'm capable of and what I can't control.
Well,
I haven't
keep,
figured that line
keep
out
testing the limits, man. But in the meantime, the best thing you could do is be a good fucking person. Follow your principles as long as you know they're good. Follow them and fucking, put them into
yet.
reality,
That
man.
realistically is all you can do.
Bro, that makes a fucking difference. It makes a
Yeah.
huge difference.
It's just never enough for me.
If I ran into you, where the fuck ever, as I
Alex,
run
you
into
made
you
a
often,
huge difference in my life, man. Since I fucking met you, dude.
Yeah.
So like,
How old
you
are you?
do.
I'm 28.
You're 28, dude. I mean,
dude, you're basically dead.
At any
no,
moment,
we're
at any
all
moment,
older than you. Like, yo,
fucking
dude, you.
you're right. Just out of nowhere.
I hold
Man,
myself to like a standard of like nothing I ever do is going to be good enough, but I'm going to do the best I can.
That's good. That's good.
That's also part of being in your 20s, dude. I don't know. Like you do. You.
Hey, you get into your 30s, you lower your standards.
It's like you realize. I
Start dating
I don't even know.
below
Dude,
you.
it's not even like. It's not even
Whatever.
like
Dating bias.
So she's got a gut.
No, I think
So
you.
she's had a few kids and a
Yeah.
C-section scar, fucking like.
No, I
She's got a
think,
cute
like,
face.
you
I don't
just-
give a shit.
Oh man.
I don't know how you say it, but I feel like you kind of you end up sort of appreciating different things. I think as you get older, or understanding that like,
That's
oh,
true.
this whole time that I thought I may have not been where I'm supposed to be, or I've never fit in. Like you actually sort of you have been exactly what you were supposed to.
Shit, Jason.
Like yeah, it's
Everything happens
You-
for a reason, kind of.
and you're fucking
Makes you
young.
who
dude.
you are.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you who you are,
Right.
and you live to fight another day. You
Yeah.
grow older, like you're more wise because of that, because you do stupid
Yeah.
shit in your 20s. Like it's
Any one of you fuckers in this room,
like that's
whenever,
that's part of life, dude. It's like all like feeling out of place or awkward, or like, oh shit,
I felt
maybe I
that way
should
my
do
whole
At
life.
the end
I
of the
wouldn't
day,
always
I want to
fucking
be able
awkward.
to say
because
I,
you are,
I did everything I
but you're
could.
fucking cool.
Yeah,
If I run
yeah,
into
man.
any of you fuckers in any situation, I'm happy, and I don't like people.
You guys smile like that's the thing is when I see you, and like
It's
you said, in a
not-
random city,
it's
you
not
guys
a
actually
lie.
smile. It hits
It's
your
not
eyes.
a lie.
I know, dude. I
No,
really
it's
love
it's
it. I
not
really
a-
appreciate
see
And that's
guys
what
just
you
like,
can
yeah,
do to
thank
fucking
you.
help the world,
Thank
dude.
you.
Like seriously.
That energy
Yeah.
is real.
That's
in
a
all of
fucking
us.
real thing,
And
dude.
I
That's all
totally
we
agree.
got.
Yes,
I
exactly.
just, it's never enough for me. I'm like never satisfied
Well,
with it.
and we are singular individuals,
Well, I have a
right?
few
But we
cents
also
you
have
could
an energy about not we, but the royal we. You know, the editorial. Like
Hi.
You know, I'm not
We.
driving
Look at the royal
the
we.
car and
Us.
and
In the
like,
back.
they're gonna kill that poor woman, man.
They're gonna kill that poor woman.
Dude's car got a little dinged up, but otherwise,
It's white.
we didn't
Dirty
pay them. They hit the
undies.
fucking handoff. They didn't get the fucking money, man.
was the ashtray.
Phone's ringing, dude.
Here you go.
Chance, I already loved you, but god damn it. That is a beautiful thing that you can quote the fuck out of that movie.
God, dude, yes, that film was very integral. Again, came out my senior year of high school, so I saw that movie on acid in '98.
Oh man, I wish that was.
I saw
first
The
one I
Matrix
saw.
on acid in '99.
Yeah.
Before the internet existed, so it was not spoiled.
Dude,
Like no
Matrix-
one knew what the fuck was going
The
to happen, and
Matrix-
it was like mind blowing. I came out of that fucking movie
Yo,
like
when the Matrix
there is
came
no
out, that-
spoon. Like what
yeah.
the fuck? Like I saw the code for the rest of that
That-
trip. That was
That is an amazing movie.
Yeah. It was mind blowing to see it
Yeah.
and not know like what the story was and like what the premise
Yeah.
was and everything and like
Dude,
it was so good.
Okay, so I
Also saw
actually
Sleepy
never
Hollow
watched.
later that year on acid, and I saw the Phantom Menace on acid the
Jesus
first time I saw
Christ.
it. Yeah, I was kind of
Darth Maul is badass.
I was dude. The
The
lightsaber
best
duel
part
at the
about
end of
the
that
prequels,
fucking
dude.
movie.
Yeah, it's
oh my
amazing.
God.
Darth Maul's fucking
They were
sick.
It was, but there were kids running up and down the island.
Jar
shit.
Jar Binks though. Can we talk about him?
Okay, I can-
what an integral
We just
character.
watched.
I actually have a very agreeable argument with that.
Yeah, me
I
so
agree.
sorry.
Dude, he's trash. We
No,
just
he's not.
watched that fucking. Dude, we
Do you
just
actually
watched
have
that
a pro
movie
Jar
at
Jar
theater,
Binks?
dude. 'Cause they
I've never
just
heard
they
pro Jar Jar Binks.
The Phantom Menace
I
back
do,
out,
yeah.
dude, in theater. Josh and I went and watched it. Alex, were you there? Did you?
I wish I would have gone to see it in the theater.
He's
again,
like a
but I-
Hawaiian
Yo.
Creole
He
lizard.
The execution's not great,
He
but the
does-
character, believe me, is sound.
He
And
does
really,
nothing, dude. Like he.
Does he ever come back? Like
He does. He gives fucking Palpatine his power. He's the one who gives Palpatine the power to start the fucking Clone Wars.
Bro,
in,
he's
in
He
later
is the
movies?
senator who nominates Chancellor Palpatine to get the power, the extra powers.
They
to
let
make
Jar
the
Jar
Clone
Binks
Wars.
be a
But he's an
senator?
You know,
idiot.
they didn't.
That's
He's
the thing,
the
dude.
junior
He's
senator,
such
and Padme.
idiot.
Padme is a
He's
senator.
such- just like a.
He's Darth, dude. He's
Are
Darth
we-
Jar
are-
Jar.
are we
Okay,
talking
okay,
about Darth
okay,
Vader
let's-
here?
Let's back up.
Is the
Let's
is
back up.
let me
Let's-
before you say it because I want to hear it. Is the
so
argument
bad.
that Jar Jar Binks is supposed to be like a
Alex, you watched.
I said
moronic,
You did the podcast
morally
with us,
good?
right?
No,
No,
that's
that was
not.
wrong.
That's
He's
not my
supposed to be
argument.
evil.
That's not my argument.
Okay.
No, that's not my argument either.
Okay.
Like it's just that the character is sound. I have a way to prove it.
I want to hear it.
Yeah. So okay.
Jar Jar Binks pisses me
Without
off.
Dude, he
Jar
was
Jar
so
Binks,
bad
without
this
the
last
character, he's annoying as fuck. The execution's bad. I'm not gonna lie. Although the actor who played him deserves credit because he was one of the first motion. He walked so Gollum could run. He
Bro,
walked so Andy
you know,
Serkis could run.
Homeboy-
Technologically wise. Anyway, let's,
Homeboy
let,
Oh,
let's
well, yeah, that's a tech thing.
no, but that's not the argument. That's not the argument.
Okay,
at all. The
okay.
argument for the character is this. Qui-Gon Jinn, as a Jedi Master, is a rebel. He could be, he's not a master, he's just, but he could be on the Jedi Council. He is a master. He could be on the Jedi Council, okay? And Obi-Wan says as much. Qui-Gon's understanding of the living force is different from every other Jedi Master at that time, okay? And what he does is he feels his way through every situation. And he does find and pick up strays because he feels like this person might be important later. And Jar Jar Binks is important specifically because they run into him at the beginning of the fucking movie when like they get down to the planet. And Qui-Gon saves him. And the only reason that the Gungan army is able to distract the droid army and allow Padme to get into the city to abduct the fucking Trade Federation guys is with the Gungan army's distraction. And the only reason they get the Gungan army's distraction is because Jar Jar has been with them the whole fucking time. They come back to Naboo, and he's the one who convinces the bosses.
There's a place
that-
called Naboo.
Here's
Yeah, that's the planet
Here-
I thought
that.
that was a rum.
here's the thing that's like more specifically
The character
what's
sound.
what's
Well, I got-
so
hold on,
bad
but-
about
but
Jar
later
Jar
on
really
he
Binks.
quick,
fucks up.
really quick to interject. I was not making the argument that Jar Jar Binks is not a good character. I want to hear your
Oh,
opinion
okay.
too.
He's
I
not
was
on his
I was
spot.
saying I
I
think,
think
in
he's
the
awful.
in the movie
I think he's
the
awful.
depiction of him, or I don't know the written story, the
Yeah.
depiction of him is just retarded.
Yeah, it's
So
not
that's
great.
so
It's
that's
not
the thing.
great.
So first of all,
That's
going back
George
and
Lucas's fault, dude. He's not a great
Like,
director. Okay? He's a great writer, but he
Dude,
writes
George
shitty
Lucas is a
dialogue.
giant
pretty
He's
good.
a great story.
He's, with Star
Anyway,
Wars, he's
but,
this.
hold on, I want to hear
fucking
this.
with
Yeah,
me.
we talked
if
about
Jar Jar Binks, here's the thing: if his screen time was cut
We're gonna make
dramatically,
a clip of this.
then his character,
Would be
I
more
think, would be
impactful. I agree.
Much better.
He was
But
trying to
dude,
sell toys
he
to kids.
gets-
It's so annoying.
He gets so much screen time in episode.
He
one,
does. He does.
Where he like
A lot of speaking
obviously
time,
he's
too.
supposed to be like
Yeah,
the
says
comic
a lot of
relief,
bullshit lines that are fucking stupid.
and you
Yeah.
have some cool.
None of that is. I don't disagree with any of that. It's fucking.
That's
obnoxious.
what I
I'm
was saying.
saying,
Like the
dude.
screen
Okay.
depiction.
No,
is
yeah, it's fucking terrible.
stupid.
Yeah, it's
You
fucking terrible.
have cool world building and storytelling going on because it's like the backstory of how the Republic becomes the Republic, blah blah, right? Like,
Well, the Republic is the Republic at that point. The Republic.
well,
turns
sorry,
into the
sorry, like
Empire.
the
Kind of hard for
the
a
Empire,
Republic to
yeah,
not be
right.
a Republic.
So basically, like you're seeing the beginnings of it, right? And
Right.
how Palpatine manipulates the system.
Both
like,
sides. It's fucking great. The story's really good.
It's
I'm such a Star Wars nerd.
it's-
Sorry.
it's some cool shit.
Disney
but
is
then
trash.
you
They
have-
fuck Star Wars.
They did, but you have
Yeah,
Jar
they
Jar
ruined the
Binks coming
franchise.
in and getting so many lines and so much screen
It
time.
is.
with
It's
Yo,
ridiculous.
dude, and it's constantly
just so sorry.
him being an idiot. Yeah, that's what his character is. And even when
It
he
was geared
does
towards
something
kids. Like
right,
the philosophy was they
Of
were
course
trying to
it
sell.
Was there
something.
not a
Yeah,
redeeming
dude.
factor in the movie for his character? Like, what didn't
What do
he
you
make some good moral choices or something?
I mean, he's a
he,
good
he
guy.
convinces
that,
them
that's what I'm
to-
saying. Is
Yeah,
that the
but-
justification?
but it's
no,
just
not really,
No.
because he's a dumbass. Like, I mean, it's not a moral argument at all.
But
It's
so
so
it's
much-
just saying
he's
it's
essential.
essential.
The amount of-
yeah, I'm just
the
saying
amount
he's
of
essential
screen
to the
time
way
he
that events
gets,
play out.
I
That's
think
the,
is way too much.
That's the
I agree.
And
is
he
that
gets-
the main
He
criticism?
gets way less in the next
way,
ones. Thank
way,
God.
way too much in episode
All he does
one,
is
dude.
basically give Palpatine
Because they are
power.
trying to
is
get
that
the
the main
kids.
criticism though?
Yeah.
That he's just on screen too much?
Well, I think most
Too many
people just hate the
lines?
character.
Most people
I
just
think
think
he's
he's annoying as
just
fuck.
think he's
Yeah,
an idiot.
I'm one of them.
yeah, I am
Yeah.
too.
Also, the actor who played him, dude,
Ahmed
he
Best.
tried to kill himself
Yeah, he got so much hate.
because
After,
they-
after the Jar Jar Binks role?
Yeah, he got so much
Well,
hate
it's like,
for it.
yo,
That's
dude,
real.
I
That's
don't
fucking
doubt
real.
that at all.
that
yeah.
character is terrible. Like, yo,
I'd
man,
kill myself if I did.
It's a
Again,
fucking movie.
He did that so
I would
Andy
end
Serkis could make Gollum. Like without Jar Jar Binks, there would be no Gollum in Lord of the Rings. So I mean,
Well, they
Oh,
took-
Gollum
they-
is so much better than
they
Jar
took
Jar
the-
Binks,
course
though.
they
it is,
took
but
the
what I'm saying is
technology.
The technology
They took the technology.
that existed like it
But
didn't
Gollum's
exist
a-
before Jar Jar. Binks.
Isn't
Like,
he? Isn't Gollum a better written character?
Oh fuck yeah, of course, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, and
Not
in
too-
so many
Not
ways.
even close to. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like Jar Jar
He's like
Binks is-
Geodude. from
But again,
Pokemon.
Ben,
Jar
ben,
Binks
Ben,
is-
hold on. Again, integral to the plot. Like Gollum is super integral. Without Smeagol,
Made of rock.
they would not destroy the ring. Frodo gets to the fucking end and he decides at the very end he's gonna fucking keep it. And the only reason it gets destroyed is because Smeagol fucking goes for it too.
Oh,
And they
fucking
actually
awesome
fight
scene.
and become dark on both
I've
of
not
them.
seen it.
Yeah.
Thanks for ruining it, Chance.
You haven't?
Have you seriously
No,
still
I've
not,
not
seen
seen
this?
the
You
third
haven't?
one.
I watched the first two with you. Fuck, Will, I'm so
I haven't
sorry.
seen the third
Oh my
one.
god, I did. I just spoiled
What
the
is
ending of
this?
Lord of the Rings for
Frodo
Will.
Chaos.
cast the ring into the fire.
Holy
Chaos.
fuck, that is ultimate chaos. I am so
Chaos.
sorry.
You got to know the story.
No,
I
he
don't
didn't. He
actually
had no
know.
idea what was
Are
going to
you
happen. I
serious?
totally fucked it up for him. I really did.
Holy shit.
Never
All right,
looked into
all
those
right,
movies.
okay,
Never
okay,
watched
fair
them.
enough. But you
I'm
can't
so
blame
sorry.
some brothers for thinking.
No,
Everybody
I
knows
knew
that.
it. Honestly,
I
I
knew it.
That's kind
I
of-
watched the first two with him.
I'm fucking
You
with
fucking knew
I know
this?
Yes,
Dude,
I
I'm
wasn't
ignorant.
thinking-
I was
wasn't
just trying to lump
thinking.
you in with me and give
I
you a
got into
pass.
Tolkien mode.
Well,
in it.
I'm
Like,
an
I
ignoramus,
actually- I
man.
don't- I
I'm
don't-
sincerely
I
sorry.
don't
I
even
don't-
care. I'm just fucking with you.
Frodo
I'm
dies.
just-
he doesn't die.
I don't give a shit at all.
How do you
It's
know?
totally fine.
He goes to
That
the
movie's been
he
out
goes
for
to the
20
Undying
years.
Lands, Bill.
Like,
It really
Will.
has.
Will.
As a
Like,
movie
so it's
buff
like, it should be
yourself,
said.
what the fuck are you
I
doing?
combined both their names. I called you Bill. I combined both your names.
So you guys
Bill?
I know Frodo
You guys
doesn't die.
together are Bill.
I combined your names.
What the hell are you talking about?
Y'all are Bill to me now.
dude,
just
that's-
collectively?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben and Will.
Bill 1, Bill 2. Oh, Bill, I see.
Oh my
Ben
God.
one.
See? Yeah. There's
I
a
think-
method to the madness, dude. It's chaos. Okay?
Yeah, when
No.
would be a little
Chaos.
Here's how I
Chinese.
know Frodo doesn't die.
Oh,
Because
hell
first of
yeah,
all,
dude.
Frodo
Yeah,
lives.
sorry, I
Inside-
said
he
that.
goes to the Undying Lands. Like that's literally what they're called. He's the only
Jar Jar?
no.
Can you imagine him trying to
Look,
handle a high
chaos.
gravity situation?
I wanna see
wait,
Jar
when
Jar
does-
like
when
a
does-
serious
when does
role.
Bajaz- when does Bajaz come into the
Bajaz?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Bajaz.
Are you talking about the
Fuck
Cantina
is
music?
that?
Oh,
You mean jizz? They called it-
Bajaz. Oh.
What the fuck is that? don't
I haven't
know
kept
that.
up
Doing
with
the
Star
side.
Wars in 20 years.
Oh,
Inside.
Messiah.
Oh, Jesus.
You're
Christ.
right.
Fucking
Oh,
cold drink.
okay,
dude.
all
Let's
right.
take a drink.
All right. Sorry, my brain
I
was
called
on a
this
whole
shit
different
5
fucking
minutes
track.
Who
dude.
honestly is probably going to be the like. I mean, he probably is the equivalent to kid friendly fucking character, or some bullshit like Jar Jar Binks, but he's also much better.
See, my brain is not.
Oh, you're
even
talking about the
tracking.
midget.
Which character? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
dude.
Okay.
The
No, that-
demonic, like the little fucking
Yeah.
thing that Tlaylax make, dude.
Dude,
Quite possibly the
Yeah.
best written character in.
He's
the-
awesome.
Did
Yeah.
David
yeah.
Lynch put him in his
No,
movie?
he's
No,
in, he's
no,
in
no.
the
This is
sequels.
Messiah.
He's in the
David Lynch
sequels.
had a lot of weird
He
stuff
is-
going on.
Yeah,
He's
I love
such a
David Lynch.
fucking awesome
David Lynch is
character.
a fucking genius.
Me
dude.
too, but
And
his Dune sucked.
Yeah, it did.
His
Yeah.
dude was
It
terrible.
did
awful.
suck, but I love it.
Fucking
Very-
awful.
I hate
Except for
it. I
Sting.
love David
Sting was
Lynch.
hot. Sting was super
Sting
hot.
was
And I
good.
love Dune. Sting was good as favorite off the I'll give it.
Hot.
Pat-
Like,
and, Patrick Stewart.
I think that was the word that was
Patrick
used.
Stewart's in that.
like they definitely play up the
Max von Sydow.
Baron's acne.
the nephew, the boy lust.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. They
Well,
definitely
but that's
play
how
it up
it's
more in that.
kind of written in the book.
It's, yeah,
It's
dude, it
100%.
is. I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
very
yeah,
pedophilic.
Yeah, I mean the first scene in the book where it's the Baron and Fade together,
Lovely face.
like the chapter ends with him thinking, "Lovely Fade,"
Yeah.
and then he says, "Come Fade, let's retire to my chambers for you." Like it's like yeah, dude. It's
Before
there's
he
weird
gets
shit.
lost,
Fucking
do you think
PDD.
No, we're not
Star
gonna
Wars
keep this
stole
going.
everything from Dune?
They didn't. George Lucas didn't steal from Dune. What George
They
Lucas
took
did
a
was
lot.
he dumbed it down. Well, he took it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not.
I
I'm
know
not
a
saying.
lot.
I'm not
He
saying
did
he didn't take out.
He
With the
kind of
fucking
took
magic
chess
room.
and
Dune off.
made it checkers.
He totally ripped Dune off. That's not what I'm saying.
It's
What
like backhand.
Chaos Council.
Exactly.
Chaos
what's the
I
thing
know
they
my
say?
role.
what you did.
I know my role.
Yeah, what's the thing they say about artists? Like the best artists
Are drunk.
steal or they borrow. What's the phrase? You know
Sorry,
what I'm saying?
Winston.
Like the best
Yeah,
artists
yeah, the
don't.
best artist still.
Yeah,
left.
there's no.
I'm
There's
not
no really
justifying
steal.
it because again,
Yeah.
George Lucas like came up with a sort of original story, but he didn't, dude. The Benny Gesserit are absolutely legit.
Didn't
Yeah.
Like I want to see the Honor
The
Madre.
Voice,
That's what I want to see.
Force, dude.
Didn't
The
he
Space
come up
Dominatrixes,
with
they're fucking great.
who did Hero's Journey?
Oh,
Campbell.
yeah,
Joseph Campbell?
Yeah, yeah,
Didn't
Which that,
Frank
again,
take a lot from that?
yeah. And
He
Frank
absolutely
Herbert
did.
take a lot of
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Which
too.
which is just a
Goes out
story
of my-
structure.
The thing though, the thing
Speaking
that
of
I
those.
give Herbert, no, dude,
Can I put him in my
no.
ass?
I thought I had some.
Move some mushrooms.
Oh, God.
I had some
tried
mushrooms. and
I
had
tried.
some.
I tried some fungi.
I
I
didn't
tried to
have
get some
any.
fungi last night too, and I was unsuccessful. It's all good.
Oh, man, you
Anyway,
guys should have
but-
told me. I have some in my house.
I thought I had some.
I
fucked
came
it up.
straight here
because I
from
told
work,
you
so
guys
it's
last
like-
night that I was like, yeah, I've got some. I was like, no, I didn't have any chocolate.
It's all good.
Or actual.
I put it in my ass, but it's still good.
Nice.
Apparently, it
Oh,
absorbs
it is.
really fast.
It's
That's how Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, that's the
takes
cleverest
cocaine.
comment I have.
You know that?
Every
I mean,
yeah,
they
my
grow
passes
a
We're
lot.
going on
Yeah.
hour 3. I don't know what's
Nope.
happening.
really bad.
Stevie Nicks is awesome too, though. But you know,
Frank-
she used to take cocaine that way. Stevie Nicks did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sly from Sly and the Family Stone.
Man, you want to talk about a crackhead, yo?
Yeah, he
Dude.
wound up like just boofing
He-
shit
yeah,
with hookers
yeah,
on the
it's so
Sunset
true.
Strip
It's so sad.
because
It's a
his
very
nasal
sad story,
cavities
it is.
were dead.
Yeah.
Oh my
it's so
God.
sad.
I've
Insane.
done a
That
lot of
first
cocaine in
album
my
was-
day. I don't know how much cocaine you have to
You
do.
got to
I don't understand.
wear
fucking
out your
septum.
nostrils.
Yeah,
You have,
yeah.
yeah. I think you have
That
to
is a
work for
lot.
that, dude.
Yeah, you
have
do.
to
You have to
really
go for it.
try
Like you have to
fucking
commit.
achieve
Yeah.
That's
that,
commitment. That's
dude.
occupational.
Dude,
drug
there's
use.
days
Like,
where
it's not recreational.
in the past, a guy who is a friend who isn't me was doing a lot at one
Uh-huh.
point.
Yeah.
And he'd have like heart palpitations and shit. And I was telling him you should stop.
Uh huh.
And he didn't listen. He kept going.
Yeah.
But like eventually it got to that point and he was just like, you know? And so I congratulated him, obviously, bought him a beer. And
And
did he stop though at some point?
Yeah.
Realize like,
yes.
I gotta fucking stop this.
But
My
what
heart's
I'm-
gonna fucking stop.
What I'm saying is
Yeah.
dude, the friend was me.
Yeah.
I
was tracking
It
that,
was
man.
crazy.
Thanks for fucking clarifying the
I
symbolism.
think
to
I
our
was
group,
hiding
especially
it pretty
Keeper.
well.
Keeper
I'm
needs
pretty
to
sure
know.
I was hiding it.
Yeah.
But he
Sorry, Keeper, I love you.
Yeah.
But
Keeper-
it's symbolism, dude.
Keeper's great.
If he's
What is
still
he
here.
doing too much?
No, it has nothing to do with
That's-
cocaine.
I thought that's
Nothing
where we
to
were
do
at.
with
in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Keeper's in the chat. Sorry,
Nothing to do
Keeper.
with cocaine. No,
What's good,
no,
Keith?
no.
Good thing I said your name.
It's a
I
joke
did the same
from
thing.
last night.
Oh, okay. But no, at a certain point, you're just like,
Yeah,
bro, I
Yeah.
gotta stop.
exactly.
So what that means is these
My
people,
bad.
sorry, just kept going through that,
Uh-huh.
and then the next time it happened, and then the next time,
Yeah.
they just fucking kept going.
Yeah.
They never stopped.
Yeah.
And now you're winding up in a fucking rickety, ranky-dank fucking
Well, Stevie Nicks did stop
motel
like that,
on
but slided.
Sunset Strip, getting coke blown up your ass by a hooker.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
That is
dude,
rock
I
and roll
know.
as fuck,
That
dude.
is-
That's my
dude,
hero.
I mean,
That's why-
And I've done
Yeah.
fucked up shit to get high. I'm not even gonna fucking lie.
Yeah,
Like,
me
I,
too.
Yeah,
I've
sure.
bled for that shit.
Yeah, dude.
But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's still, and I can't say I have a line because I don't, except I've never done crack, and that is my line.
Well, you got the addict thing going.
I mean, I did
you know,
it
like,
as well,
I don't.
yeah.
I probably do too. I just didn't quite draw it to that extent. But what I'm saying is, like, at least, like, with all I've done, these people went
Yeah, right.
100
Yeah,
times
I'm-
harder.
Yeah, I'm tracking.
How
that. And I did.
Absolutely, dude.
Fuck.
So I had a stop button
Absolutely,
too.
dude.
Like I had,
Yeah.
what the moment you're describing, I had that.
Well, you're
It
still
just-
alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, fucking shouldn't be. I
Turns
don't
out-
think,
No,
you know.
no. You should.
Being alive is
And
I
I'm
should
glad
be.
you are.
I'm glad I am
Yeah.
too. I really fucking
Can you cheers with water?
indeed.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Indeed.
I guess if it's kosher. Speaking of,
Cheers, brother.
I don't know if it is. To
Speaking
be honest,
of,
I'm not
Jews,
clear on the rules.
Not
but
great.
you watch your tongue. I'm Jewish.
You're
Okay?
gonna make me spit. That's not.
I
That's.
found out
I
I'm
don't. I don't.
3%
I
Jewish
don't agree with that.
from my mom's side, so I can go to Israel for free.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that statement.
Be jealous.
I mean, like none of us are great. Okay, let's clarify.
But the
So-
Jews are less.
Let me say it this way.
What do you mean, you people?
I think religious cults are a problem.
They are.
I don't have
Like
a
the one you
problem
grew
with
up in,
any,
Alex.
I don't have a problem with anyone's ethnicity,
Sorry.
but I think
going there?
religious cults
We're
are a
doing it?
fucking problem.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it. Is there a difference between Zionism and a like Jewish or pro-Israel position?
I don't know. Is there?
So here
I think there is.
I have an answer.
But
for
I'm
that.
also pretty ignorant
Because
on the
because
subject.
it okay. Here's my thing. I'm not exactly, and here's my understanding of it. Is like Zionism is not from the river to the sea exactly.
No, there should be a homeland for the Jews.
Right. Exactly. Right. But there is no from
Which
the
is
river
from
to
the
the sea
river to the
for
sea.
that's on the Palestine
That's
side.
like the
That's like just wipe them
anti-Israel-
out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
Israel
for the
doesn't
record, I
that.
have no fucking.
Israel doesn't have
strong
that
opinions.
same sentiment. Like
Yeah.
they just want to fucking exist. Now, like, is there a lot of
I think we're
socio-political
looking
shit that
at-
I don't understand? Yes.
we're looking at two
Is
religious
there a difference
cults that are
between
a fucking
Zionism
problem.
and just the desire to have a
I-
state?
I'm really
That's-
sick
that's
of
my
not
thing.
being able
I
to
don't think
criticize
so.
a religion without
But I don't
sounding
know.
racist.
Well, and that's
Zionism
that's
is an
the thing.
ethos, man.
And that's
You know?
they also absolutely to any religion's benefit if you can make it an ethno
And
religion.
Zionism is
Because now it's bad to talk about it. Now
You want to know what? You put a gun to my head. You ask me whose side I'm on. Israel, every day, all day, because it's easy.
Oh, that's not why I'm this book.
I don't know why.
I was just saying Israel, like that's the side I'm on. If you want to talk about sides,
Yeah. Well, my reasons were bad.
no, just
Okay.
that
No.
one reason you gave right then was
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
great.
No.
I didn't agree with
Because
it.
to me, it's because it's easy. But what I'm saying is, what I don't like is similar to what you don't like, and we can disagree on all the other shit. But what I don't like, and the reason I think there's a difference between, fucking 4 drunk musicians. So we're gonna figure it out. What I don't like is
all the problems of the world.
I don't like the idea of a religious state.
I don't either.
I really don't.
It's
And,
fucking disturbing.
I respect that your people, I mean, have been fucked over pretty bad, but there must be a reason everyone's annoyed with the Jews.
it's not a recent thing. It's
a
historically
joke.
been the
It
case.
is historical.
Yes.
And I'll just say it. It's because of their religious practices. Because if you're an Israelite and you're
Biting
reading,
the foreskin off a child is weird.
Is it?
Well,
'Cause
if
they get
you're-
the sand out of there, there's infections
not-
that happen if
not
you
back in
don't
the
get
day.
if you're
circumcised.
back
if you're
in
an
my day,
Israelite, the Bible
But
clearly
now
reads
We're a
like,
traveling people. You don't want sand in there. Let's move along.
the Israelites were tribal.
That's pretty good.
They had enemies, and the way that
Like
ancient
I ripped it
Gypsies.
off from Robin Williams.
The way that
I'm gonna
ancient
absolutely
stuff
own up to
reads-
that was a joke thief moment.
the way that shit reads is like you should subdue the earth. Like
Their God shows.
so you can have secular Jews
According to
that
their
don't abide
beliefs,
by
yes.
this ancient code, but you also have cultists that do, and that's true of Islam and
Yeah.
Christianity. The only difference is they've kind of evolved out of the dark ages a little bit.
Yeah, I just think if I had to pick,
It's
I'm not
still
gonna go
happening.
with
Yeah, in
the
some
people
ways,
still do.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I'm
have
not
the
gonna go
horrible
with the
fucking things in the name of God.
yeah, you
queers-
still have the flat earther
queers
Christians.
for Palestine, beat your woman. Like it's just. That's why I say it's easy.
It's easy for you to pick a side because
Yes.
the alternative
Only-
is
only
women
if I was
walking in fucking
forced.
bed curtains.
But
Like,
I'm not forced,
which
and
I agree with.
So I say
Okay, I
I have
agree
no
with that.
dog in the fight. I'm a fucking
Right.
I see what
American.
you're
It's
saying.
not my pick to fuck, man.
That's all
yeah,
I'm saying.
I'm with you on.
And even then, I have a bunch of friends who fucking vehemently disagree with me.
And you know what? It's like there's plenty of Muslims that are not about that. They're like specifically against that.
Yeah, they're the 3%.
But the problem isn't people. The problem is the book does say to do this shit. Like if you're reading the book word for word, it does
Dude,
say do all this.
you wanna know
horrible
It
shit.
something?
does. The
Interesting.
Quran, yeah. It
I was
does.
in a
Fucking does.
sociology class in college, Michigan State University. What a prestigious place.
We were gonna
Uh,
get blown up.
Yeah, probably. You guys had me on. But
It was a plan. I warned him. I was like, you know what you can do something
Bad
into, right? I was
plan.
like,
I
you
did
can't do it.
exactly. This is
Bad
exactly
plan.
what I wanted.
No, we did one.
Love it
He-
when a plan comes together.
yeah, love it when a good plan's good. Dude, yeah, we did one. He went further than me. I was like, I don't know about this subject. Yeah, okay, we'll talk about it.
You talking about dicks or what's the
Dude,
place?
dicks are
Dukes.
fucking fun to
Dukes.
talk about. They're crazy.
We were talking about
They
Duke.
come in all different shapes. and
Dukes is the
sizes.
name
Hang
of
on
the
the
famous
outside,
place.
they-
Dukes
Yeah.
and dicks.
Very
Okay,
vulnerable.
so I was in a sociology class. I think I was a sophomore or a junior. It was like a mid-level sociology class, whatever. My professor was a Muslim woman.
Yeah.
Only bears relation to the rest of the story.
Yeah.
We were doing like cultural studies. It was a really fucking interesting class, to be honest. Like we
Uh-huh.
got to study other cultures, read their religious texts, whatever. We come to the Quran.
Yeah.
And she assigned some reading. I end up going and just reading the Quran because,
Okay.
like, once I
Not
get
what
into
she
it,
assigned, but like
well, I
the
just
other
what
part.
she assigned plus the
The
rest
other
of the
parts,
book.
yeah.
And so way shorter than the Bible, and like I did kind of like a pretty fast, like,
you got the
and-
Cliff Notes, you know.
and then Muhammad said, "Kill them all," and okay, we got it.
kind of.
Yeah, he did.
I know.
So,
Okay,
in class the next day or next week or whenever we went back in, I end up. She comes to the concept of jihad,
Yeah.
and
The
I was
holy
like,
war.
and so there's like a couple different types of jihad, and I was
Right.
like, okay, fine, but this one says kill the people who don't believe what you believe
Right.
explicitly.
Yes.
Maybe the English is off, but I'm not sure how many other ways there are to
It
interpret
probably
this.
rings
And-
more true.
And
in
Dark
Arabic.
Age Catholics did the same thing.
Absolutely,
They did.
and you know
The
what?
difference is they're not still doing that.
No,
Yeah, you're right.
no, and yeah, they've accepted that Galileo was right,
But
but
they come around on Galileo.
yeah,
man,
it
you
took
know?
them a while, but they
500
got
years, but
there.
they
They
finally
got
were,
there.
Now they have a telescope called the Lucifer telescope. They do. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my professor, again, Muslim woman, goes, no, that's not it. I raised my hand in class, and I'm like, okay, what
Did
about
you really?
what about this one?
Awesome.
It was an innocent move.
No, sure.
I wasn't
You were just
trying to be
asking
a dick.
questions. Yeah. No,
I
that's
really
great, though.
wasn't. I
That's
thought I
fucking
was
great.
just fucking asking a
Yeah.
question. And like immediately the whole class looks at me like daggers in my eyes. The professor looks at me same way, and I'm just
Uh-huh.
like, I'm reading this one right here.
Right.
And I literally read it to her, and she's cutting me off as I'm reading it, going,
Wow.
"That's not what it means. That's not what it means. That's not." And this is, bear in mind, first major event in my life, 9/11. You know,
Yeah.
everybody's got a weird view of Muslims and shit. Like, it was just a weird time,
Yeah.
and this
I
shit was,
remember.
dude, it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
what to do
fucking wild.
because again, I wasn't I wasn't smart enough
Sure.
to be a smart ass yet.
Yeah.
I didn't know this shit, so I was just asking a fucking. I'm
Trying to
just
make it
asking a
make
question.
sense. Yeah.
6 million seems like a lot. Yeah, there we go. That one will get us off YouTube.
Oh, God.
No, I believe the
It definitely happened. It fucking definitely happened.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But but
My grandfather was in a concentration camp in fucking Germany.
Yeah,
he
there's
was a
no way
bomber
to
pilot,
recover
got shot
from this
down,
for
and was
me.
held in a POW camp
Yeah.
that was right next to
Allegedly.
Dude, I have his draft notes from the inside
I'm
of the
kidding.
fucking prison.
Chance, I'm
He
kidding.
hand drew them. Don't get me started on World War
I'm-
II.
I'm-
dude.
I
fucking
absolutely
Anyway,
with
let's
you.
back up.
I absolutely no, it was a bad taste, very bad taste joke.
It's hilarious.
I thought so too, but it was still
Again,
bad taste.
I think it's well played.
Very
Yeah,
poor
bad
taste.
taste. Accepted. Yeah.
But yeah, so I was just kind of sitting there like, okay. So I pushed her a little bit, because I just wanted an answer to my question.
Yeah,
I was just like, this is what it says. She's like, no, that's just not what it means. It was almost like a Christian fundamentalist was just like, no, that's not exactly what they're saying.
Which is totally what it is.
That's
It's
what
the same
happened with me
difference.
growing up. Is I'm like, what about this?
Yeah.
yeah,
And I can't get a sufficient answer for it.
dude.
Me too.
Yeah.
The
I
difference
asked questions
is
that they did not have answers
Christians killed people like 1,000 years ago. Muslims are doing it now,
for. Still
Yeah.
actively.
and they're just their charter is like Israel
With
must be
extreme
wiped out.
prejudice, dude.
Fuck that shit,
Yeah, man,
dude.
fuck that.
I know the
Fuck that.
what do you call it? The institution of Israel is kind of bullshit. The British were just like, we'll put
Yeah,
them there.
right, right.
I'm sick
yeah.
of society
That whole
pretending
thing
that
is-
all
it's
ideas are
weird.
equal when they're clearly not.
They're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Western ideals are superior in a lot of ways.
And they're the
Yeah.
only major world religion that's fucking doing it. So like,
Yep.
what gives, dude? Something
I mean, to be fair, the Jews are kind of doing it. Like,
But they're
I don't
doing
think
it
it's a
back.
genocide. Exactly.
they're doing it back.
Exactly.
in
That
retaliation.
is
They're doing
100% my point.
exactly what
what
the
they've done
book
for,
says to do.
exactly for thousands of years. Like,
That is the thing.
dude,
but
they're under
if
attack,
someone
like-
tries to break into my house and I catch them, and I kick them out, whatever, and their family
Uh-huh.
members keep coming back, I'm
Yeah.
gonna fuck it. Not only am I gonna kill them, I'm gonna go out of my way to kill their fucking family members
make
because
sure none
stop
of them
fucking
show up.
breaking into my house.
Yeah, dude.
So the Israel's offered how many fucking peace deals?
so many, so fucking many,
dude, and
and they turn them down every fucking time.
yeah, of course, Yasser
sorry, I'm not
Arafat is
yelling
like
at
a
you.
famous story with Bill
Walked-
Clinton,
yeah,
and
walked
like
away.
yeah,
The
because
only good thing Clinton would
they only offered
Not the only good thing.
75% of the land or whatever the
it's so
fucking number is.
insane.
But what I also understand is maybe I'm propagandized. I understand this.
Sure,
I'm not blind to this.
sure.
Cigarettes are good.
At the same time, I love
Man,
cigarettes.
Is that what you?
I really
is that what
do.
you did?
You know who
need to
doesn't
go
like
through that.
cigarettes? The Jews.
They don't like comedy either at all. Mel Brooks fucking hates comedy.
They're literally the best comedians in the
I know,
world.
I know.
Yeah.
It was an ironic.
Yeah, no, that's the joke.
Blazing
But it had to be
Saddles.
Yeah,
said.
it did. It had to be spelled out. Symbolism.
You know, Blazing Saddles
It's
isn't that
symbolic.
good.
What is what?
I'm being ironic. I'm being ironic. I would like
I
to
didn't-
preface
I
this
decided
before
to-
you hear what I said.
A certain friend that we know
His name's Rosh Joni. Yeah.
thinks
What a handle.
Blazing
I
Saddles
don't
is
even
not
know where I
good.
did that.
You think
What?
Blazing Saddles not a
Rosh-
good movie?
What?
That's a wrong opinion.
I
Yes,
guess,
it is
no, we-
objectively wrong.
You should
Yeah,
you
subjectively.
should see the amount of
Are
text
we
threads
black?
that have.
Yes, we are. Then we're awake. But we're
Yeah.
very puzzled.
All
Fucking G.
Oh,
That's
that's
a goddamn
all
good
we do.
joke, man.
right. Cheers. Cheers.
Bang.
My
That
water is
it
empty.
is-
I gotta
that
refill my
is-
water.
The only way I could possibly
great
relate
fucking
is it in a sense, I can understand the criticism that it feels like a series of vignettes.
Which it does.
But I love it.
It's so good. Though.
Yeah, I love it.
I think he
Who
does-
says you can't make a movie that way?
I feel like he doesn't
God,
like
and I
the
don't like him.
like the breaking of the
Fourth wall.
yeah in the end, which is
What
I
the
think-
last scene is hilarious.
I think yeah, same.
He just breaks
I think
into a
it's
Broadway
really
number.
hilarious, dude.
It's
Yeah.
the dumbest
Yeah.
thing I could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
And you know, he was like, "What's the dumbest thing we can do? Probably just break onto a set somewhere in
Yeah,
LA
yeah.
and just show everything."
Yeah, it's great.
And it's a way of exposing the fact that, like, yes, we know certain numbers of you were offended. This was all a joke. And if you don't understand that it's a joke, you're a fucking
and
moron.
also like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a great way of breaking bread
the
with
point of
Brilliant
the comedy
fucking
and the
comedy.
jokes.
It
It's like yo, that matters. The intention behind it.
Yeah.
dude.
And at that time, with the black leading man and you know
African
and
American.
Gene Wilder, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well played.
People
Well
of color.
Keep-
As a woman voting for
Is that the
Trump.
accepted nomenclature or like?
It is if you're a woman voting for Trump.
Asian American, please.
Please.
John,
Also,
it's not
dude,
for
China
voting.
man. God, dude, it's so good.
Dude,
It's
my
so
role from here on
fucking
out
good,
is
dude.
derail.
It is so good.
I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking
I
about.
don't either.
My head went to fucking. Obviously, you're not a golfer. That's where my
Yeah.
brain was.
That is one of my
One of the
favorite
best
jokes in
lines.
all of
Yeah.
film history.
Best fucking line.
That is one of the dumbest jokes I've ever heard. It's so good.
And it still hits every
I
time.
don't know. It's
when I
down there
see it.
somewhere. Let me take another look.
Yo, you know the,
My wife, buddy. You see a wedding ring? in my
Do I look married?
The toilet seat's up, man.
Yeah, dude. Yo, you know the clothes he wore for that movie.
Or his own clothes.
His
yeah.
own clothes. Yeah.
So that man, Jeff Bridges, just exists like that. That's awesome. That makes the movie even better.
It does.
So Norm knew him.
Jeff Bridges.
Really?
Yeah, was at a dinner with him.
This
Oh,
is
man.
a dude who like kind of tracked the fucking Karma Vulture
Yeah.
album. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
He,
Okay,
he,
okay,
he,
okay,
he recorded us with Panic and Eden. Shout out to Norm. You're awesome, dude.
Cool.
Norm, you're the
Hey,
shit.
hey, happy birthday. He just had a birthday. a couple
I tell
days
you
ago.
what,
Happy birthday,
Norman's
Norm.
watching this. We're doing something right.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
No.
But
Someone's watching this.
If he is.
Norm.
Norm, I saw your butt crack many times.
Yes, yeah.
Bend
Norm
him down
is a
fucking
legend.
with cables and shit.
Oh, he was.
But
fucking
he told a story about
his
how
butt crack
he was at
all
this-
over the place.
he was at this dinner with homeboy and before the food was served and after everyone was sat at the table, how there was this they performed like a collective like om
Really?
or sort of like meditation like they
Okay.
did the same before
Yeah,
the food was served,
That
right?
seems like Jeff Bridges.
and
would
it's
do
just like
that
oh it's
shit.
like oh he's
He's very zen. Very
he
zen.
is the dude. Like it's
Yeah.
basically just like a real life story of
So
like,
that's what
oh,
you
he
call me.
is the fucking dude.
You know that or just
You know,
Deuterino,
Deuterino,
Royal Dude,
none of the
is-
whole brevity thing.
Yeah.
You're into the whole brevity thing, bro. I cannot.
Are you
believe-
employed
I- do you have a
on
job?
a
sir?
weekday?
Okay,
Is this a what day is this? What day is this? Is this Saturday?
The bums
Saturday.
lost.
This is a weekday?
Don't even take any road in the house.
All right, Chaos
Oh,
Council.
God.
It's a great story.
Yeah,
Great story.
tell me.
Connor and I had a buddy, technically Connor's buddy from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
His name is Frankie. He
Fucking Frankie.
fucking Frankie from Philly.
Fucking
baby.
Frankie from
Hey,
Philly, come
you
on.
stoned
Okay.
is stupid.
Okay. He
So
actually talk like that? Or?
He's from Philly.
I mean, yes,
I assume
of
he
course,
smelled
yeah.
bad.
like a cheesesteak.
Sorry, Connor.
Okay, so Frankie was an unbelievable musician.
Says the guy
Uh-huh.
in Detroit.
That is where you're from, that's right.
Detroit's
Good city.
got a great rock history.
It is.
Motor
Yeah.
City,
Yeah.
Facebook, MC5.
Great music history.
Yeah, we got
For that
nothing
matter.
else, so
Yeah,
I hope
yeah.
that's true.
So Frankie worked the door at this bar, this Irish pub in Santa Monica. O'Brien's.
Frankie's working at the Irish pub.
And so
Oh, O'Brien's. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
that
you remember?
place.
Yeah.
That was a good spot.
yeah, dude, it was
Yeah.
cool.
Did you guys
Um,
play there?
Yeah, oh dude.
That back room?
Yeah.
That was a great spot.
And dude, we actually played with a few shows there with Iron Tom.
What?
Yeah, dude, with Panic and Eden.
Huh.
Yeah. It's they're still doing their thing.
Yeah.
Jack Iron's kids in there, he plays guitar.
No, they're like
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so
It's so cool that you guys like came up there in bands and played out there. You know what I mean?
It's
just
fun.
Cool,
A lot of
cool-
good
cool
stories,
from like
man.
A,
A lot
like
of
a
good
rock and roll
stories.
like mythology standpoint.
yes,
Like when I met you guys, you're like,
It was a
I'm
great
from
time.
LA, right on.
It was a
I
great
was like,
time
I
till
fucking
it
hate
wasn't.
being in LA, but
It was a
I
great
don't
time
blame
till
you
it
for
wasn't.
moving. Yeah,
That's all it is.
but it's cool that you guys got to play shows there. So anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so Frankie is telling Connor and I this story one time. And so I'm copying this story. It's awesome though. We've quoted the Big Lebowski multiple times at this point.
So you
it's
know a
fitting.
person's a good person.
Yeah. Okay, so Frankie tells us this is like early 20 teens, right? When this happens. He's getting gas in Malibu. Okay. And
That's a song title.
Gas in Malibu.
Get gas in Malibu. Or gas in Malibu.
Yeah, yeah.
Ben Ford, fuck you, Karma Vulture.
All right, all right.
It doesn't
yeah.
fit the rep.
Yeah, no, it
but I
doesn't.
think it'd be fun.
So okay, so he's at the pump, and the way he described it was, all of a sudden he just sees this like beautiful, massive, old school fucking boat of a car, like old school Cadillac,
I
pull
don't
up
think that's where that
Cool.
was going.
on on the other side.
Then
of
you're
the
gonna
pump,
say
right?
anything
Yeah,
except
yeah.
boat.
Yeah,
And John Goodman gets out of the fucking car.
far out.
So Frankie is
Far
telling us,
fucking
he's
out.
like, all right, like,
Make it
You know, like
Alan
Frank-
Thompson.
I say far out a lot anyway, like as a person. But
like,
yeah.
yeah. So Frankie like was oddly enough like pretty well connected. Like he had a lot of stories or just like celebrity friends.
Yeah,
like
okay.
just weird
Been around
interactions.
LA, man.
whatever. Yeah,
Been
just
around
been around,
LA.
right? So he's telling us as he sees John Goodman get out of the car, the other side of the phone, he's just like, oh, fuck, dude. I never do this, but I should say something to him. Like I'm never
okay,
that guy.
right.
Oh, fuck, I can't cross the
But-
street.
But like
It's pretty big.
Walter
Like,
Sobchak was
Yeah.
Big Lebowski was like his favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
Sobchak was like his favorite character in any
One of those
movie
guys
of
who
all
leaves
time.
you like awestruck.
Yeah,
What do you mean
so
brought it holy?
it's
It's not renting your shoes.
Yeah, no. So
Jesus Christ.
so Frankie actually
Keep coming.
he goes.
Donnie, who loved.
It
bowling.
I've been so good at the end of
What the fuck is that
that.
shit about Vietnam, dude?
Yeah,
So,
what
okay,
the
so anyway, why does everything have to be a fucking travesty? Well, there isn't a literal
I'm
connection.
sorry,
Based
dude.
it, dude.
I'm
There
sorry.
isn't any connection.
Dude, I'm sorry that.
Yeah, I keep it rambling anyway.
So no, you totally good. So he walks up and goes, "Hey, Mr. Goodman, I'm sorry to be this guy. I never fucking do this, but I gotta say, The Big Lebowski is my favorite movie of all time. Walter Sobchak's probably my favorite character in any film of all time. Like, you're awesome. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Right, like that's
Hell
pretty
yeah.
much the gist of
Just
what he
thank
gave
you.
him.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
like total
thank you for
fanboy.
the
I'm
art.
like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm leaning in.
Respectfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the art, man.
And
Yeah.
so he says Goodman's there at the pump, just looking at him. He goes, Yeah, thanks, man. And then Frank's like, okay, like I just wanted to let you know. And so he sort of turns around, and he said as he turns around, he hears Goodman like fucking take the pump out of the car and like slam it back into the fucking gas pump,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then he slams his fucking door. And
Okay.
he gets in his car. And so Frankie's like, God damn it, dude, I've made it feel awkward.
I'm gonna drive
I-
angry now.
I pissed him off.
Yeah.
And so he slams his fucking door, gets back, and it's just like abruptly,
Yeah.
immediately
Yeah.
after the conversation's
I'm
over,
with you,
right?
yeah.
Right? Peels away from the fucking gas pump.
Okay.
Peels out. Busts a fucking bitch.
Uh
Flips around the fucking parking lot. And comes to the other side of Frankie's car at the gas pump.
That's awesome.
Rolls down the windows. Lowers his shades. 8-year-olds, dude. 8-year-olds.
Fucking pederast.
And he peels out of the
Awesome.
fucking parking lot,
That is-
dude.
what's a
He
pederast
fucking- he's like-
Shut the fuck up.
he fucking, and Frankie was just, I was like, yo, what is he? He's like, yo, I was like jumping up and down.
Oh my
I was just
God.
like, I was like,
Wow.
I was like, it's the coolest fucking
That
thing
is
he
so
could have
cool.
done,
That
dude.
sounds
Just like
so
show up
fucking cool.
a 8-year-olds.
The best thing is that's not even
8-year-olds.
his line.
Yeah.
He just fucking-
Well, he does say
Dips.
that. He says that to like he says
Oh,
that
that
to
is
the
his.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was
yeah.
thinking John Turturro.
That's after
Yeah.
Jesus fucking goes off on him. He goes, Jesus. He's like, you said it now.
You said it, man.
Nobody fucks with
8-year-olds,
dude. Yeah. And he just looks at him.
That is.
And Bill's out. I was like, yo, that
What
makes
do you
me
think
so
was going
happy.
through John Goodman's head
In that
between when he
moment.
filled up gas and then screeched and turned around? Like,
He went into actor mode.
Nah,
Yeah,
I,
dude,
I should
legend.
probably give this guy something.
Yeah, actually, yeah, and it's like, it's funny, man. Like knowing
like a
Frankie
Bill
and,
Murray move.
and having him tell the story, like you feel, you're just like, yeah, dude. No, I mean, you had to. You
Yeah.
felt super awkward. You
Yeah.
didn't want to make him uncomfortable.
But
or
it really
wig
meant
him out,
something to
whatever.
him so
Yeah,
much.
So he was just
it's
like, I have to say
yeah,
this, and he does.
That's too cool, man. That
He
is
just
fucking
plays it
too
off
cool.
so smooth, dude.
But he let
Good
him
man,
fucking.
just like-
He let him wriggle a little bit.
Right.
He
He
did,
was like,
yeah.
oh fuck, I
Let
pissed
him
him off.
squirm.
And
He was
that's
just
the
like-
actor. It's like he's
That's
like,
nice.
almost like, yeah, well
He's-
played.
It's gonna be
He
a
got-
better
it was just-
story
that's
this
fucking-
way.
It was very
Yeah.
cold, just like, yeah, thanks, man.
That is so cool.
Okay. He turns
That
around.
pissed him off, man.
He hears the fucking nozzle slamming the
Fuck
pump.
this gas pump.
He
fuck
slams
this
the
car.
fucking door, pills out, and he's like, dude, that's a huge bummer.
Our
Like, I was
car-
trying to just be cool and like compliment
Now
him,
my
but-
John Goodman story is
No,
he's an
yeah,
asshole.
yeah. Comes around, dude, delivers the line,
That's fucking
pills
awesome.
out of the parking lot. And I was always so curious, like, did John Goodman fill up with gas?
Probably not.
Was I assume not.
Did he
I
fill his
assume
tank up?
he
Yeah.
did. He committed to the bit.
Yeah.
He ran out of
he
gas
immediately
right after
stopped
that.
pumping.
Yeah, he was just like,
it
no.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'm gonna make this dude's life. You know what I mean? It's like there's like Bill Murray stories of like him
Yeah.
going
That's
up in a
No
restaurant
one will believe you.
and taking a fry out of someone's plate, dipping it in ketchup, eating it. It's like, no one's ever gonna believe this happened. And
legend.
walking, I was like, yeah, that's
Fucking
I
legend.
mean, that's
That's
kind of
so
fucking
fucking
sick.
I was
funny,
I
weird.
love that.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking Bill Murray's a
If
legend.
I was a celebrity, I would do the same shit.
Why would you not? Dude?
Yeah, because
Like,
you have the ability.
Yeah, and it's like
And the rest of life is
You
boring.
guys are gonna be monsters once y'all get famous. Fuck.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be a savage, man. I'm gonna exhaust everything until my neurons can't fire
I
anymore.
want to be there.
Yeah. Oh,
I
you
really
would?
want to be there for
Oh,
that.
it'll be cool, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah,
fun,
I will
man.
absolutely try to resuscitate your brain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
well,
I don't want to die.
Take it out, and put it in
I just keep
spaceship. We can send
trying.
it out in space. I'm telling you. Okay, so who was it the other day that said, "Oh, it was okay." So I'm playing in a band called Hussy Fit now. I play bass for them tomorrow for the first show.
I heard,
ever in
dude. That's
Nashville.
fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
this
what
is
time
totally
is it?
talking
Uh,
about.
catch
We're
my
playing
flight
at
spot
10.
tomorrow.
We're playing at
When's the
10
last
spot.
time you played in a band?
8 fucking years. It's been since I played in a band on stage.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's
You're
gonna be
replacing
awesome.
man, what the fuck's his name?
Vince.
Vince.
Yeah.
I know that guy. I've worked
Yeah.
with him for like 3 years.
Yeah, really?
I fucking like that guy.
He
a lot.
seems
Vince is
nice,
awesome.
man. He was super helpful with me. Like he
as,
brought me
as a
in and-
performer too. Like
yeah, he's
those
fucking
are
wild.
those
He's a
are
wild
big
motherfucker.
shoes.
He's wild. Well, I don't do what Vince does, especially because I have 3 screws in my fucking.
Who
spine,
cares? Take your
but
shirt off.
I
Fucking
know.
hit yourself in the head with a hammer.
There's plenty of
Hey.
pictures of me. There's plenty of pictures of me with my shirt off playing from like a decade.
But not
I don't
from
do it
now.
anymore. Yeah, I don't do that
All right,
anymore.
take
I'm
your
too old.
pants off.
I have
Whatever.
white hairs on
Throw
my
a
chest.
fucking
I have
twist
literal
on.
white hairs on my
You're in
chest.
shape, brother. You got it, dude. You're still fit.
I have
You're
white hairs on my
fucking
chest and I'm doing it.
Take,
But-
take your pants
But
off.
that's why I wear shirts with no sleeves when I
Do
play. It's like a happy medium.
Pull the old Connie's plane. The
Because
old
I get
Connie
hot, dude. I
Cake
sweat.
move,
I get hot. I
dude.
sweat.
I gotta
But
play-
okay,
I
the
gotta
point of
play.
that, the point of all that is that
Okay.
is that Seth
The
was
man's
talking
rib was like,
about,
"All right, dude, I got you.
getting
All right,
older,
you'll
and
show it
Julian
off.
was talking
I don't
about
give a
getting
shit.
older.
Yeah.
Julian was talking about
Please
getting
stop
older,
trying to
and,
justify this.
I think
People
Seth was
pick
one that
up
made a
that you're
statement. He was like,
jacked
yeah,
even
sometimes I
I'm
keep
picking
thinking
it up.
like,
But honestly, at
I
this
can't believe I
point,
made it this far, and surely it's gonna
I do
stop
respect
at one
commitment
point.
to it.
But it just, and
All
I,
right, but
and
I mean,
before
I don't
Julian
care at
finished the
all.
thought, I
It's
was
just
like, yeah,
the
it just keeps on
unsolicited
going,
number
dude.
of times
And
where
that
it's
goes
just like,
back to
dude,
what
I
Lynn was saying, like,
didn't
I
actually-
should have been
yeah,
dead.
that's
or I
fine.
would
No,
have
it's
thought I
happening.
was dead by
Yeah,
now.
it's
It
okay.
does, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, I've reached points in my life where I'm like, is this
If you're
really
gonna ask me
keep
my opinion,
fucking
I would say
going?
switch it
Because
up.
I wasn't
Yeah,
happy in what I
you
was doing.
can't.
I
But
was
since
attached
you're
to it.
committed-
It did. It just kept going, dude. Like,
I
I
never
should've lived
fucking
through,
spoke up
like at least
at all.
4 major
I never even
events.
criticized
I
it.
should be
I mean,
fucking
dude,
dead
he,
from that shit.
he got in such good shape. It's like, hey, dude.
You think it
So why
hopped the
does that-
dimensions?
I mean,
Keep
that
doing
you
it.
You want to
did
do that?
I don't know, man.
Fuck it, I think
That-
you
that-
should
that-
put it
that-
on
that-
something
that-
because then you
like there
the
could be
people
just
are
an
there for the
infinite
shirt
number of
off.
dimensional choices, and it's like every choice.
Drop it
you
off.
make,
How about
that's
start
totally
the
probable.
show
It's a probable as
with
anything
shirt?
else, dude.
oh yeah,
It's a
Rip
flying
it
fucking
off,
spaghetti
man.
monster or
Flag.
whatever.
Yeah, dude.
rip it
Go,
open.
Chris
I
Or
know,
Cornell.
just
Dennis
a
and
shirt that says Fabio.
In strange
Oh, that'd be
eons.
awesome. Just
What was the quote? In strange eons, what is dead may never
8-year-olds do.
No, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
That's not right.
that is right.
Was it?
Like with these strange eons.
Even death may die.
Even
Even
death
death,
may
may die.
That's Rousseau.
It's Lovecraft.
I know who it is.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Fuck Rousseau.
Sorry.
I think
And
that,
also Lovecraft
French
rocks.
fuckers.
I-
French
Yeah,
fuckers.
yeah, all the
So,
French kind of
Lovecraft-
we were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this last night. Did Lovecraft
James
invent
Wan's
that, or
doing a
did he
fucking,
discover that?
That sounds like a Chinese.
James Wan's
Lovecraft was
apparently
also kind of
directing a
racist, though,
Lovecraft movie.
as a person.
I don't know what.
But he
Yeah.
wrote great fucking shit.
The French
cat's
took
It's
it
name?
to
a, it's a
heart.
Cthulhu. No, it's he's
Oh,
actually
Lovecraft?
Yeah, he was as a person, he was kind of.
What was he like, Quebecois?
Just Google
Quebec?
Lovecraft's cat's name.
Patrick Waugh.
Quebecois, you mean? Quebecois?
His cat?
No.
No,
like,
Quebecois, they're people from Quebec.
Oh,
French
from
Canadian.
That's,
Quebec.
that's not
Canadian.
real.
Good fishing in
That's not a
Quebec.
real
They're
place.
itch. I love going up to Quebec.
I love me some
Cheers.
Quebec.
Thank you, my
Cheers to
man.
Patrick
Fucking
Waugh,
hate Quebec.
Greatest
Yeah.
filmmaker of all
That's a
time.
great fucking
I
show.
salute
I
you.
love that show, dude. But
So funny.
the Quebecois, genuinely, the worst people I've ever met.
Really?
They're arrogant.
It's
as
like
fuck,
been
right?
to Canada.
They have-
I
They
love
took
to
the
go.
French and made them worse.
How is that possible?
They turned him into fucking.
Oh, they did.
degens.
Dude, fucking degens in up country.
No, Will had the best quote. He said, "We're not degenerates, or we're degenerates, not scumbags." That was your quote,
Yeah, I mean, like there's some sort of moral compass
Yeah,
or principle.
yeah,
in that
exactly.
guy.
and I agree with that.
Who the
So
fuck
I'll
are you
ex-
speaking
I'll
And
accept
I've been, I've,
I,
I've,
me,
I've,
me,
I've engaged
Keeper,
in
Alex,
scumbaggery.
and Rob, we were all watching
That's-
Dune.
Oh, okay. So a
And
degenerate
I-
can engage in scumbag.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I was
yeah.
gonna say I
There's-
dipped my
there's-
feet in the pool of scumbag.
There's still
Sure.
a moral compass.
It's the
Yeah, there's still a
precursor.
principle.
I've
I
done it
didn't
enough
feel
to know I
bad.
shouldn't do it. I've done it enough
Exactly.
to know I
You're not
shouldn't.
Like,
do
oh
it.
yeah, dude.
I didn't just commit.
Like
I tested the
down
waters
to
first.
have a fucking good time and get
I
a little
jumped
wild.
in.
Oh, I'm down to
It's
clown,
crazy
100%.
shit, dude.
Yeah, but in the end,
No, I'm down to clown, but like, yeah.
we're talking about drawing a line in the sand. Dude. Cross
Again-
this line. You do not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
By the way, Asian American,
You're on a fucking roll, dude.
I can't stop it, man. Like
this unchecked
certain
aggression
things-
will not stand.
But also, like, dude,
aggression
you're,
will not
so
stand. I
you're-
mean, you're one. No, sorry.
you're a guy like that. Dude. You play a fucking character.
My wife is not the issue here.
You mean coitus?
Ah, it's so good.
That's
Three
his-
people
that's
who
his-
watch this are gonna be like, these guys are the shit. Everyone else is gonna be like, shut the fuck up.
We've seen the movie, dude. We all know
Yeah,
the
oh,
lines.
Big
like,
Lebowski. You guys like Big Lebowski? That's really original.
Hey,
right? Which it's not.
Fucking it is.
No.
This well, it is.
To be able to quote it this
To
way.
have it committed.
dude, it's one of those movies.
My
too,
brain
like-
is so weird, dude. My brain remembers the dumbest shit. Like the fact that I can do that effortlessly, and I can't
Okay.
fucking remember to get my goddamn keys or what time
I
it is.
can't
is
remember
so
people's
stupid.
names.
Yeah, me
dude.
neither.
And I remember 8-year-olds, dude.
Drive
Sweet.
drives
So
me nuts.
one of the first like
Good
actual
priorities.
movie nights we had in Nashville, like, with the whole crew.
Where's the beer?
Still in the fridge.
Yeah, dude, I gotta smoke a cigarette. Will, I want to hear this story. And this live
Well-
stream is exhausting, Alex. Dude, I can't believe that. I've sat here and just.
How long
I
have
can
we
go
gone?
for another 5 hours.
What's,
I
what
can
are
do
we
it
up
too,
to
I just
right
gotta
now?
smoke a cigarette.
Well,
dude.
we've been going a long time.
I was engaged. I got to smoke.
Have you
cigarettes.
guys
Yeah,
ever
let's,
shit your pants?
No.
Really?
Now I've farted and something a little bit squirted out.
That's called shitting your pants.
Sharded. Sure.
You ever shit your pants?
of course I'm shit my
At one
I've
point
never
in my
dropped a
life,
load
of
in my
course I
pants.
have, dude.
That's fucking weird. I've never shit.
Oh
my
yeah,
pants.
yeah. So, yeah. We're gonna play that game.
I
here?
thought I shit my pants earlier today.
No, I mean like it's. I mean,
Were you trying?
yeah, dude. You know.
I kind of was. Yeah, I wanted to know what it was like because
Is it
I've never
dry?
shit my pants, you know.
I had to change them.
As a woman.
Get the smell off. Was it your special time of the month? Too?
It was.
Sorry,
It
I
was
didn't know
actually.
that was
Yeah,
cool.
I dipped my tampon in ketchup and shoved it up there. Yeah. That's
So
a
the
real
first time-
thing.
The first girlfriend that I ever went and bought tampons for was the first girl I ever lived
What
with.
the fuck kind of 90-degree turn?
Well, I'm just saying.
No
like,
one
once
said
again,
anything
this
about
was-
tampons.
This was
I
this
mean,
is
I
chaos.
know,
This is fucking
I'm
chaos,
married,
man.
I've brought,
This is
I-
chaos.
This is
I've
the
brought
natural
tampons
direction
Yeah,
of
I was like
Yeah,
19 or whatever, and like I should have felt weird, but I kind of didn't. Really, I didn't give a fuck. Like I'd known girls in high school that I had friends with that it was like whatever, dude. Like so.
I mean, it's for my wife.
But like
That's
she
also
asked me, I remember
that's
Angel asking me
slightly
if I
different,
felt
right?
good about it. She was like, "Will you go to
Oh,
the
you're
store
at
for me?"
the
And I was
grocery
like,
store?
"No, it's the
Okay, yeah,
gayest
yeah,
thing
yeah.
ever." But like
You
that
all, there's
was,
no way to not
you
look
know, first
awkward
time
in that
experience.
aisle.
Like the first
As-
time I bought,
I've
you know,
done it.
hygiene products for my girlfriend. Because you do that, you have a girlfriend.
I think what you got to do is
just.
just kind of like put on like a barrel chest and just boom through the grocery store. I'm fucking buying tampons.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm gonna do? Fucking what's that shit? Diaper rash shit. Baby powder. Yeah, I'm doing that too. I don't give a shit.
So funny story.
And a
that's also-
diaphragm.
Funny
Comedy
story
comes
that's
in
also,
threes.
It's also it does. And germane to the topic. Okay, so awkward.
Marty, I need you to do Grandpa a favor.
Oh,
I need you to stick these nuts way up your butt, Morty.
Oh,
way
I
up
know,
there,
Rick.
way up there,
Nice.
Morty.
Come on, Grandpa.
Nice.
Come on, Morty.
Oh.
Dude, that show's fucking brilliant too.
It is.
Oh, it's great.
So the first, not the first, but the most awkward transaction I ever had in a Walgreens with a girlfriend. We are in the apartment. It's like midnight, and we're engaging in a little butt play and a little all kinds of other stuff.
Whose
she has,
butt?
She has hers, not mine.
Oh.
I've had somebody try to
Hashtag
do that.
butt
And,
stuff.
yeah, I've had somebody
Hashtag
try to do
chaos.
that. I'm not into it, but whatever, you know.
I've had many women
So,
try
but
to
she,
do that.
but
I just stuck
she
with
had a device.
out of politeness.
She had a device, like, you know, a vibrator that like ran out of batteries. So we had to go to Walgreens to get batteries. And while we were there, we decided to get fucking lube too. So we go to check out, and the only
they
thing we're
smart ball.
buying are fucking batteries for the vibrator and a bottle of lube. And the kid that's checking us out looks at me, and he gave me like the most wide-eyed, like he knew what was going on, but had never experienced whatever was happening.
Is this
Like,
when you were
he
in a
was-
small
he was
town?
curious.
No, this is in Oklahoma City. Like,
Oh, okay. See,
yeah.
okay.
But like, just his face was classic, and I remember we laughed about it, me and her, for fucking ever after.
Was it
was
the
so
fucking
funny.
KY jelly?
Yeah, it was the one that came with the two, like. the
There's
hot
no way
and the
they
cold or
they
whatever.
fucking put that shit like available in the grocery store or the department store or whatever. And you're like, all right, fine, I'll just grab it. And by the time you get to the line, you're like, Jesus Christ,
What
I
the fuck
have
did
to
I
fucking
do?
go through the check. Whoever's gonna ring
Fucking
me out
DJs.
is
Goddamn
just gonna
DJs.
look me right in the eyes and be like, fucking really?
And he
I've-
did.
And also,
He
the
did,
toss
but
is
he
for
was
like, yeah,
shocked.
dude,
He was
that's what we're
genuinely
doing.
shocked.
What's good?
yeah,
Yeah.
What's good, bro?
I'm gonna put
Like,
my
yeah,
dick
yeah,
in
dude.
her butt,
Yeah, we're-
and it's
We're about to
dry,
get
so I'm gonna
fucking
use
wild,
lube.
dude. Yeah.
These are for the controller for the Xbox,
Yeah,
dude. This
I'm
is
gonna
not, this is
insist-
totally unrelated. The batteries have nothing
I'm
to
gonna
do with this
insist that
equation.
she douches her asshole.
Oh my god,
First.
dude.
She was clean. She was a very clean
Dude,
girl.
I've had shit on my dick. a
I
few
never
times.
have. I never have.
Really?
I've only done anal like
You
3
have not
times,
lived
but
until you've had shit.
I never
on
have.
your
yes,
dick.
I never have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Just
again,
a little
I've
like
only-
under the fold.
Chaos.
Kind of. Yeah.
Again,
I'm
that's why you
circumcised,
don't.
but-
I was gonna say that's why you don't want to foreskin. 'Cause that shit will get up in there
I'm
and get
Jewish.
infected.
It's actually part
Oh,
of tradition.
that's yeah. That's a good
What, the
call.
circumcision?
That's
As
I'm
a-
not Jewish. They circumcised me.
as a-
I didn't ask for it.
As a woman who's voting for Trump who happens to have a penis,
Who happens to identify as a man?
Yeah.
You're a woman.
There's so many
That's a
contradictions.
grand
What?
slam right there.
Whatever,
dude.
yeah, I'm
So
pretty
that-
sure I
yeah,
just
that
broke
is-
everyone's
that is the
brain.
bingo.
like, what the
The bingo
fuck
card.
did
has
you
been-
just say?
yeah.
I've spent a lot of money on Plan B, like hundreds of dollars.
you should fuck different women.
Yeah, there was
Yeah, dude.
the one
You
girl I
can't be
dated.
spending that
don't-
much.
Yeah,
It
dude,
was-
don't
no, it's-
fucking
it was-
do that. Don't.
I'm not
fucking tip strippers.
advocating for it. I'm
You
not
don't
saying it's a good
advocate.
idea.
I mean, tip strippers, but like, sorry,
And I was
don't spend money on strippers. is
We're
what
gonna
I'm
have to go back to God.
saying. Yeah, right.
Shit, they're leaving. Anyway, strippers.
No, I've got to smoke a cigarette. And
No, I
got
know.
YouTube, but he beat me to it.
Man, I want to go out there too.
We should probably
We've been
can we
going-
pause this. Is that possible, or do you think people will actually stick around when we get back
You guys all go. I'll just sit here by myself.
and talk
Well,
to yourself?
No, I'll talk to them.
You guys
Don't-
go.
Oh, talk to them. That's a great
Oh,
idea.
You
I
guys
won't
go,
say
and then when you
anything?
guys come back.
That'd be even better. It'd
I'll
be
commit.
performance art.
I'll commit.
All right, awesome.
All right.
Sweet.
No, I've spent a lot of money
I just
on
realized I
Plan
can
B.
walk 30 seconds down to my house and pee. I don't have to wait for your fucking chat.
Just pee outside, dude.
No, we went to the bathroom.
Pee on someone's car.
Yeah, it's like mostly pee on mine, dude. It'd be cleaner.
The world is your bathroom.
Oyster.
And oyster.
Yeah, I pee
Same
in
time.
oysters constantly. Wait, so what the fuck were we talking about?
We were talking about I've spent a lot of money on Plan B because
yeah,
I was
right.
I spent a lot of time with this one girl that like we would never fuck with the condom, but then
Hey, Alex.
moments before orgasm, she would like tighten her legs around me, and I didn't have the willpower
Fuck,
to
she
like
wanted a kid.
to resist
I'm not
that.
gonna
Yeah,
break
she
this up,
wanted a
but
kid.
At some point, you guys gotta come out here and see what's going on in the park.
Oh, what's happening out there?
I'm not sure yet, but there's lots of lights.
Oh, can we leave him with a fucking blank screen? Dude, I want to see. There's some commotion.
Is there cops out there? What the fuck?
Yeah, probably. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
If we just leave him with a screen that
We could leave it
where
go back.
nothing's happening.
Oh yeah, I think what's going on?
I don't know yet, but we can make this really nonchalant because I live right down there, so we can all just walk there, walk to my apartment and see what the fuck's going on.
We'd have to leave the live stream.
Oh,
We've also
I can't
been
bring a
going
beer.
for like 4 hours, so we can
It's all
stop
good.
if you guys want.
I mean, is this a proper place? We've got to have Chance in here in the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
room. If we're gonna
No,
stop. We've got to have all
Let's get
four.
these.
Actually,
All right,
yeah.
I'll join. Are we stopping or what's happening?
It's I
I'm
mean, we've
gonna
been
go
going
find
for
out
like
either
4
way.
hours.
Chaos.
Absolute fucking chaos. There's chaos in the parking lot right now. I don't know. It's a fire truck.
I want to witness it.
I think it's getting
And
pretty
we
late
can,
anyway.
we
so
can walk
just-
down to my
Yeah.
apartment and it's right by there, so it looks totally nonchalant, like we're doing something out there.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
what-
we'll call this a wrap.
The
That was
last
fun.
comment.
We will,
All right.
we will
Hey,
travel to
Thank you all for hanging
Valhalla.
out.
Yo, why are you
Yo.
still watching this? If you're still
Oh.
watching it,
Who is still
So,
watching this?
Neve-
Who are these people?
that's genuinely.
It looks like Neef,
insane.
Chance, and or not Chance, Neef,
Chance was
Rusty,
commenting while we were.
and Keever.
How am I watching it?
Ah, you guys are all good people.
This is some voodoo shit.
I didn't sign into this shit.
We'll see you next week.